What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We are back. A different kind of stream today. Very, very different kind of stream. Don't really know where we're going to go with it, but we're going to go somewhere. Let's see where the stream takes us. It is Movember. It is International Men's Day. So enjoy that. Um, hope you had a good day. Just having a look. I got 100 MB left here of data tonight. Damn. Damn. Well, we'll make it count. Um, So I just wanted to do this stream, guys. I honestly had no idea, and I mean it. I had no idea that today was International Men's Day. But I wanted to do this stream today, no matter what, because that was the plan. I actually had this set up, the thumbnail set up last week, actually. But yeah, hello, hello, um, hello. So, at some point of time, we will be not talking about football, guys. It's not that kind of stream. Unfortunately, if you don't want to be here, then that's also fine. But I want to know about you guys. I want to know about you guys some more. I want to know if there's anything you'd like to talk about. It is November. Anything on your mind, any issue that we can help with, any advice you'd like to have, maybe me and the chat can help out. It doesn't have to be too serious, but it should be personal. Anything you'd like to talk about would be great, because that's what we're here for today. I will answer these football questions, but I will not be answering as we move on, because today is not that day, guys. Today we are not doing that. Personally, for me at least, it's not about that today. Uh, Thank you, Manas, if you are watching. It was on my mind. I felt it's quite important with the overall scenario of what November is. But yeah, only takes one government exam to F up your mental health. Yeah, I mean, if you're going down that route, yes. What's up? Hello. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, he did meet Semenyo. That was before he decided to, um, you know, before he decided to extend his contract and put a buyout clause and screw everybody up, unfortunately. Stop scoring goals so they wouldn't have to pay additional bonuses to buy in. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how that club is run. Barcelona fans just get mad if you say anything from us. These guys want to say sign Kane from us. Yeah. That's a whole different subject, I suppose. So many returns WWE made past 2 weeks. Awesome AJ Lee, Roman, Brock, Gunther with old team. Like my favorites, OG, Zack Ryder, and Dolph. I don't know why. I don't know why they couldn't just let them have their names, dude. They wanted to get. They did. I don't think they really like those names, to be honest. I think Matt Cardona. I don't think you could do it for him, but I mean Dolph Ziggler, you could throw him a bone, man. Seriously. Yeah, he did meet him in summer. Feel bad for Doggo and Hoyland yesterday and happy for Tommy Boy. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, and yes. Where is Lala? Honestly, Goku, I didn't really think of a collaboration stream. It was more about you guys talking about your issues. I didn't really want to ask anyone on trouble them. To be frank, I mean, if I mean, I might send them the StreamYard thing. I didn't ask them if they were free or not, because to be frank, until about 2 hours ago, I wasn't sure I'm doing it today. But some time opened up for me, so I could do it today. So I didn't want to tell people, I'm coming live and then not coming live. So this, while the plan was to do a stream, the plan wasn't necessarily to do it today. I wasn't sure if it could be done today, I should say. I think for mental health, what is more important for men inside 24-hour family time, me alone time, or friends bakchodi? Charles, if I'm being very honest, and thank you for the question, Charles. I think it is quite important, especially for you guys who are much younger, and you'll have more fun things to do when you're much younger. That is a fact. Uh, I think it depends on how old you are. I think it depends on your future plans, i.e., do you plan on studying abroad? Do you plan on studying in another state? Um, the other thing is, I think it depends on how much time your family has. A lot of people work, more than 12-hour shifts every day. So sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes your parents work a different shift compared to yours, like how some people don't do a 9 to 5, they might do a night shift. So by the time they come home, they're totally tired. They might not have time for you, which in that case, you might have to wait for the weekend to spend time with them. So I- I'll answer it like this. Assuming everyone does a 9 to 5, as in you go to college and they go to work. Um, I would say, if possible, especially if you're of an age where you can do it in your mid 20s, maybe spend the weekdays, nights with your friend, and keep the weekends for your family. Family slash alone time, depending on what your family want to do. I think you should try and plan around your family, especially if they have really tough jobs. I also think it matters a lot if you are going to go away for studying, because then you're not going to have the time even you used to have. So you have to make the most of it. So I would say it like that. I would say try to prioritize family time, because as you get older, there is a possibility. I mean, in India, it doesn't happen as much as we think it does, but there's a possibility you might not be where you are. So, you're going to really miss those days, especially when you're younger. Um, Alone time can be had anytime, dude, because if your parents are away at work and your friends are busy, you can carve out some alone time for yourself. I think alone time is the easiest to manage because it does not rely on someone else. I hope that answers your question, buddy. We are here for the fun, not just football. Exactly. How is it like to live in Goa? See, it really depends on what your intentions are, Goku. If you want to have fun, there is fun. If you want solitude, there is solitude. It really depends on how you look at it. Some people come from these cities here to party and sit by the beach, and they, for whatever reason, they think we all spend time. I don't know why people think go and just hang out by the beach the whole day. They really don't, my friend. Let me tell you something. Fun fact: we really don't hang out by the beach. We are not all surrounded by beaches. Some of us live in proper villages, and then we have to drive a good 10-20 kilometers to get to a beach in some places. It's not necessarily we are surrounded by beaches. We might be surrounded by lakes, but a lot of people don't really swim in a lake. They prefer to go to the beach. um it is quiet. I still think personally, and people will make it sound controversial, but I still think we are quite growing up in Goa. For me, it was very quite secular in the sense of we had fun with everybody. There was no issues anywhere. I know in parts of the country there are issues everywhere amongst us. So for me, it was a very peaceful life, man. I can't say I can't complain about that. It was a little difficult for me because I didn't grow up in Goa. I moved to Goa about 10 years old. But in terms of what it offered, is it offered peace and quiet, man. I came here when the buildings weren't as popular, where real estate wasn't as expensive, and people moving here. A lot more Goan people were here when I first came as well. So it was a different time, but it was a peaceful time. That's what I will say. Very, very peaceful. Football decides my mental health. Pratyay, let me tell you something, buddy. I don't know how old you are, and I don't want to judge, but you will get to a certain age where you will realize that football does not decide your mental health. It cannot be. You have to do other things with your life. You have to enjoy other parts of life. Otherwise, you're going to get old and have nothing. Life is meant to be lived. Don't get me wrong. The last 10 years as a United fan has been really, really tough for me. I read something yesterday. You know, if I didn't experience such riches, what was it? If I hadn't experienced such riches, I would be happy being poor, you know? And it's really true in many ways. And over time, as you can see, a lot of people make fun of the channel name. They go like, why have you named the channel? It's because I was always a nut for sports. I was always crazy about sports. I loved it. I love watching it. I love talking about it. I try to inspire people through sporting quotes. and they would look at me like some weird person because they don't know who the sports person is. So I understand that sports can decide your mental health, but I would also say divest. Invest your time in separate places. Spend more time with your family. Spend more time with your friends. Much like I told someone earlier, you don't know how many months you're going to be here. You don't know in the future if you're going to live where you live. Maybe you'll move. Maybe you'll get a better opportunity in life and you'll take it. Um, Enjoy football. There's nothing like it. But also enjoy other parts of your life, man. I don't know how old you are, but there's plenty of life. There's plenty. Hey, Tathagata, good evening. I do. I do. Thank you for letting me know. I have little businesses, Jugal. I have one Christmas business. As you can see there, luckily this room's not filled up. Normally it's filled up with stuff, but yeah, I have a little Christmas business. I had other little businesses as well. Oh, Rhythm. Just take a me time in 3 months and be alone. Discover yourself, go solo. Yeah, I mean, it really does depend on how old you are as well, Shanks. I can't tell them that, but I'm not sure how old everybody is. Islam was smashed JDM. Yeah, yeah, Paz. I mean, it's kind of disappointing, man. By the fifth round, it looked like he wanted to cry. Come on and talk about the problem. Don't always think you can do it alone. Sometimes you need someone to talk and take advice, and it's totally fine. You know what, Manas? If you don't mind, I would like to pin that comment. I hope you don't mind that. Uh, it's a very important one. Hopefully, they people see it in the pinned comments down there. Okay, painting completed. What do you mean? Painting is not completed, buddy. Painting is not completed. That's going to take a few more days. So I'm busy doing that even as well. Um, it's fun every year. We wait for the rains. We got really delayed this year. Actually, Goku. We had to. Yeah, painting started a lot later this year, man. I have to say we should have been done normally, but it rained. It rained right into November this year, and that was a bit of a problem. Uh, Green and red. Don't ask why. That's always been the color. I don't really know the answer either, to be honest. Hello, Abhishek. I never knew there was a men's day today. I didn't know either. Someone wished me that, and I was like, oh, cool. No clue. Number 9 might be better than Romans. The next 3 weeks, Arsenal is going to lose all their matches. Are you sure, Gaurav? You really think Spurs are going to beat them? Got to know about a cafe that you run. My boys maybe make a plan or go. So I don't really own a cafe anymore. I used to own one. During the pandemic, we had to actually shut it down. So that's unfortunate. But yes, same. Your government buses let women travel free. And even their buses on Women's Day. But what about us? Why this hate from this malice? Hello, Vivek. Hello. I'm coming to Goa this Christmas. It's the worst time, buddy. It's so expensive and overcrowded. But enjoy yourself. If you like crowd, you like energy. There's nothing like it here in Goa. Dude. Hit up some churches. Go have a look. See all the decorations. There's nothing like it. If possible, go out in the night. If you have a bike or your own car, go out in the night and watch everyone's houses decorated. It's beautiful. I do that every year after Christmas. It's because it's not because of mental health. You very well know that. Uh, but I do stay home even in evening with my family after college and weekdays. And at weekends, we do a night stay or night outs to any friend's house. But now it's getting hard to manage. You do exactly, Yapas. You have to do the opposite. I feel weekends more people will want to be at home now as college gets tougher. You should pick an odd day out and just do some, maybe a Friday. You know, that way it moves into the weekend and your everything's good. Got it, Rhythm. Got it. Don't worry, we're not in a rush, dude. We are going to be here for at least an hour. But yes, I think balance between everything is key and a myth. Men equals mushk. If I ask this, where are you, Vivek? Are you not doing any stuff now? Are you waiting till the season's over? What's happening? Do like, share, and subscribe, guys. Yes, that really does help a lot. I think recently the religious community have increased in Goa, maybe as a national trend. It's not what we are going to talk about Snap meme, but I don't think it's as bad as other places for sure. I would argue it's probably the best in the country. I think the problem is people who aren't go and come here and they don't want to acclimatize, much like the immigration policies in other countries right now. Let's not take any names. I think we are suffering a little bit from that now because people are trying to come here by the droves. Goan people are very laid back. We don't really impose a lot. We really don't, and I think people are taking advantage of that. If I'm being very frank with you, and I think the outsiders coming in are changing the way Goa is, and the Goa that you think was there, or the people that think Goa is there in maybe 20-25 years won't be there anymore. And it'll be because our government has just allowed people to buy out our land, change our culture, not create infrastructure for Goans to thrive here. That's why we always have to leave. Most of the Goan people have left for Europe or other parts of India to work. Most of the able-bodied people. That's a fact. No one is willing to tell you, but people will pretend. Um, we do not have an economy that can support living here. Even in Goa, one of the cheapest places to live in the country. So yeah, it's really sad though, man. This religious communal tensions are really sad though. At the end of the day, we're all Indian, but it's really difficult trying getting people to see that. So and most of us trying to find the balance. Yes. A few years ago, I lived according to the form of United. Yeah, you gotta move on from that, bro. The sun issues with each other. We rarely talk. If so, it's only about my study. I feel I'm being devalued in my home and I'm introvert, so I don't have as many friends too. Well, the only way to avoid this mistake is to do everything you don't normally do. If you're an introvert, put yourself out there more. Your father's probably talking about his studies because he wants you to be okay in life. Uh, People from a different era treat things differently. I honestly believe our grandparents are significantly tougher mentally and in a way that we will never understand because as time has passed by, India itself has gotten softer. Um, so your father, your grandfather, they might have different approaches to the way they want to live life. I would suggest talk about studies with him. Talk about it. Talk about it. Show you're enthusiastic. Maybe there's some. Maybe he'll like what he's hearing, and maybe he'll talk to you about other things as well. I think he wants to know what you're doing with your life because one day they aren't going to be here, and they are trying their best to make sure that you're okay before they're not. I think any parent is like that, Mystic, to be honest. So sometimes we don't understand their methods, but at the end of the day, I think everyone shows differently how they care. I think so. Konate or Gay? Konate. No, actually, Gay. He's not injury prone. Guys, game football, so neither I feel we've been following United for last week, never to extend to Apple. There was a point where it did Shanks, but I passed that point long time ago, to be honest. Broke as my club, Barca, right now. I can't really give you advice on that, Udit. No offense. I can't really help you out with that one. The only way I can express myself is through football with you guys. Lala, Ishan, I have such difficult relation with my father. He doesn't even know I'm a regular football watcher. Wouldn't be the first person I know who has that feeling with their father, Mystic. I would say, you know what? Focus on your studies. Get out of your situation because I know you want to study abroad. And live your life there, man. Figure it out there. Sometimes you can't figure out where you are. You have to leave the coop, as they say. You have to fly. You have to fly the nest to understand what it is you want out of life. I think dropped out uni engineering this year too. My mind too loose in some exams. I fucking wrote cuss words. So then my parents believe that Sushant Singh Rajput isn't just an actor for me. I don't know. I don't know why did you drop out of uni, Lavanya? I'll tell you something right now. Never drop out. Never give up. Keep going even if you fail. Because you know what? Few years later down the line, you shouldn't have gone. I should have finished my uni. I don't know if you've just dropped out for the year or you're dropped out of engineering. But I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if it'll help you or not, but I'll be very honest. Never ever stop in between of something. Finish whatever it is. Even if you don't turn out to do good, finish it through because going back in time and going, I wish I finished it. it sucks more than anything you'll ever believe. Trust me when I tell you, it will be the worst thing that ever comes to your mind when you go, man, I should have finished it when I had the chance. It was a crazy ending, CM Punk. It was a crazy ending. Only uphill from here, hopefully. Well, I got a free psychiatrist. Yes, that's my confession. But the priest said me discuss all sorts of stuff. I'm sorry, Snap Meme. I didn't realize you were Christian, but if you are, then good. And I'm very far from a priest. If you're being sarcastic or facetious, but if I can help, then if I can help one person today, I'll be very happy. So I'm not going to complain. Social media's impact on mental health. This is making men, irrespective of age, more angry. Social media mirror modern day hooliganism. So you know what, Charles? Today I saw a bunch of immigration things, man, and I really think I have to take Nidhi Bhai's advice and get out of Twitter. I really believe that I'm seeing all these small pockets of the world just getting completely ransacked by people. I don't want to take names. I don't want to. It's not about them. It is about how people are behaving. You know, there should be a balance. If you do not let, if you let people just run the country, there will be nothing left for your children. You have to have a balance. This is not hate towards anybody. I don't hate anyone. I really don't. But what I do appreciate is order. And I find what I see in Europe, especially on social media, it is making me angry because they don't know it, but they're slowly destroying what made them great. The architecture, the way of life, the culture, the things that we were all interested to go visit, even if we were tourists, even if we didn't want to live there, they're slowly getting destroyed because they want to be progressive. There are certain things, no, where you don't have to be progressive in. Sometimes just maintaining law and order should be good enough. Um, it will make you more angrier. I remember last year, I mean, people will say it might have been AI, but I remember last year in Gujarat, there was a kindergarten school. I saw the video. I have no idea if it's real. I don't even know if it happened last year. It could have happened 5 years ago. I saw a video. I believe it's a Christian school. They're celebrating Christmas, right? Just before we have like a Christmas week off here in Goa. I don't know how everyone does it everywhere else. So they were just celebrating Christmas, I guess, before Christmas, like the last day. Little kids, there were like decorations of the wall, nothing special, nothing over the top. People came, stormed the school, pulled out everything, and said, "How can you celebrate Christmas here, dude? It is literally a school for like a Christian school kind of thing, like with Christian benefactors." And like, how can you celebrate? And we were like, but we all, and those teachers were like saying, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate everything here because everybody's, I don't know what the denomination of the people in class are, but they're all mixed. And I was like, bro, we literally celebrate one day a year in this country, one day a year, and people are so insensitive, people are so insecure, and it's tough. As me, I'm not the most religious person, but it would hurt. It would hurt anybody. Like if I came during a Hindu festival and like took out everything and like you can't celebrate this year, it would hurt people. So I think social media definitely can tend to make you more angry. I don't think you can. I don't think you can deny that. However, what I would suggest is you can control what you see on social media. You can, what do you call it? What do you call it? You can curate. They love to algorithm fool you, right? You can do that. You can fool someone on the algorithm. Keep typing puppies, keep seeing puppies. They'll keep showing you puppies. So you can do something like that. I personally use it to communicate with fellow creators. So I can't really get off of it. But what I can do is not go on it as much. That is what I plan on doing in the new year. So you think about it as a New Year resolution. Think about it like that. That's my New Year resolution. Oh, Lala is here. Looks like New York is free for a bit. Let's let's call him in if he's interested. Which share my story. I'm the first doctor in my whole family, and penetrating the whole vast medical field without any guidance was tough. Also falling in love with surgery, but I'm happy. Come on, W's in the chat for Manas, guys. First doctor in his family. That's fantastic. Love to hear it. Love to hear that. Breaking barriers is something I think the youth of India should do. I don't think about it as work. I think physically, spiritually, and any professionally. I think we have to break barriers now. Some of the precedents set by the prior generations have been very bad, and it's up to you guys to set the new standard. We cannot rely on the older people to set the standard anymore, guys. That's all I can say. We cannot rely on them. You guys are next up, and I feel you should take it for be more graceful, be more gracious, be more accepting, uh, be more loving, be more kind. There's so many things we can improve upon, instead of complaining about what wasn't done for us, we should do it for someone else moving forward. I personally believe, I don't want to sound like a preacher, but we complain about things that weren't done for us, things that we may have needed as men, young men. I think even if we don't get it, if we don't get it, somehow we don't get it, I feel that we should be the ones who give it to someone else. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but yes. Slowly doing BBA in my small town that I missed for 2 years so much. I love myself. Listen, man, sometimes, there's a saying, Lavanya, my God, I should have done this with Lala here so he could get triggered. But there's a saying, men go around the world to search what he is looking for, but then goes home to find it. And I think that's exactly what you just discussed, man. You know how it is in India. If you're not an engineer, you're not a doctor, you're not shit. You left engineering, you're doing BBA in your small town, and you're being with the people you love. That's a W. That's a W in many ways in life. This is some would say this is the biggest W. And I commend that. I celebrate it. I'm very happy for you, Lavanya. If you're doing what makes you happy, then you're on the right path. Always. Sure. Miracle Run's very good movie. Highly recommend. When feel down, need motivation for anything. Everyone to watch Miracle Run, guys. Miracle Run, must watch movie according to David James. There. Keep in mind if you're feeling low. I heard Christmas peak is in Goa. I'm from Kerala, so I expect Goa to not disappoint me. Got high. Oh, fantastic, buddy. You're from Kerala. Kerala and Goa probably do Christmas the best. So it's fantastic. Great. I'm sure you won't mind then. If you're looking for the high intensity, then you will enjoy it. I am trying not to. I'm trying to run away from high intensity. And night market at this time of the year, right? So Shanks, it depends. It depends because it was run by foreigners. So it depends if the foreigners want to do it or not. I can't really tell you yes, unfortunately. My God, I didn't realize Lala was here. I'm been quite behind on the chat here. Jesus, Lala, how many times has he said link? Come back, sir, Vivek, come back. You need to go to the dark web. OF link. The time you sent me the request, you were kind of a hater of mine. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Okay. This is not for me. जब तक आपके कमेंट्स तक पहुंचेगा आपका खाना बन जाएगा. Thank God I've eaten, dude. That's why I had it at 10. I was going to do it at 9. Yes. I've done it. Abhishek. I've sent it. Ruben's like, good night, mate. Would I like to tune in a while longer, but my head hurts quite a bit. The support's good enough, buddy. Do like, share, and subscribe. Goa recommendations, please, to help mental health. Best Fanny, best seafood, best calm and relax underrated. So I don't eat fish. I eat red meat. Just going to put it out there. I don't want to lie to you guys. I understand if some of you guys are not into it for religious reasons and other reasons, but I don't want to lie to the people who spend their time giving me. Sorry, spend their time watching me. So I don't want to lie to you about that. I can give you seafood recommended places, but I will upfront tell you I have not eaten seafood. Yes, the Goan people don't like me because I haven't eaten seafood. They one of my friend's parents, in fact, once when I told them I don't eat seafood, she turned her head and goes, "Are you Goan?" And I told her, "Yes, I'm Goan." and my favorite dish is dal and rice, and that's because I didn't grow up in Goa. So please, auntie, don't roast me too much. Thank you. I hate watching parents get hold. It hurts. Yeah, yeah. I've been feeling that way recently. Yeah. I don't think I want to talk about that rhythm personally, but yeah. Uh, yeah, it does suck. It sucks a lot. Um, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Don't come to Goa for mental health. Yeah, not in Christmas time. I wouldn't recommend coming to Goa at Christmas time for mental health, but yeah, force me to come here. Hi, GGTH. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? On International Wednesday, please end my trauma that you start. Listen, okay. According to Dhruv, I would have got thousand of Instagram followers. So no, the answer is no. Have you ever thought about writing book? No, Varun. I'm sadly I'm not skilled enough in storytelling. I would it was a if I was skilled, I'll be very honest with you. If I was skilled in storytelling, the first thing I would use my storytelling skills to do is travel. Yeah, that is personally what I would have done if I was good at storytelling. Yeah, Utkarsh, if you want to drop in the links in there, by the way, man, feel free to come if you want. But yeah, you won't believe, but the Wi-Fi that was broken here for a week suddenly decided to fix itself 1 minute ago. Now I can watch your whole stream. Uh, Excellent, I guess. How's life in Kerala? I heard Kerala is fun. Yeah, fun. It's real fun. Yeah. One of my closest friends lives in Kerala. She basically told me, you know what? If you get fed up of Goa, you might move to Kerala. I'm like, you know what? I might. They have to have internet though, otherwise I can't move anywhere if they don't have internet. But yeah. Oh God. You know what? You should. Utkarsh should basically blame Dhruv for this. I don't feel like I should be blamed for this, if I'm being honest. But yeah. क्या ही करते हैं environment was shit, was just going in a plane that's gonna crash. Got six fails. Yeah, man, six failed subs is too much to catch up to be honest. But yeah, a Syrian Catholic, yes, fantastic. A lot of people don't know about that snap meme. You'd be very surprised how few people know about what a Syrian Christian is. Yeah, we are. You know what's the funny thing? Snap meme. Depending on which state you go to, we are like rare Pokemon. We are like rare Pokemon. Seriously, it's kind of funny, but yeah. Hello, Shoban. It's been a while, buddy. How have you been? What is up? I hope you're good. Everton on a Monday night. Monday blues for United. Honestly, what is it like? 5 in the next 7 games or at 1:30 on Tuesday? Uh, just get it over with there. Thank you, Arnab. Thank you. Oh, Karpit said to this, we're all hypocrites when it comes to own man. We resort to antics that we shouldn't be. I agree. I agree. I think we learn it when it's too late, also, Yudi. I think when we're, in our 30s. And some people say that's not old, but, if you had the right people, you would have them, you would have just sorted yourself out in your 20s. If that makes sense. Thank you, Ishu. Actually, we might be doing one next week. I don't really want to tell you if we might have a guest or not, because again, like today, I didn't really know if people were going to come or not, or I was going to do the stream. But I think you might enjoy next week's one, possibly. Utkarsh in the background. I'll just let him get sorted. I don't know. Are you sorted? Oh, you sorted. Okay.
Hello, बस
Hello.
कर जाओ दोस्तों on International Men's Day. I beg you guys.
No, I'm
On
telling you, you have to blame Dhruv. It's Dhruv's fault. It's not my fault, dude. I'm not on Instagram. It's his fault he's done this.
भाई यार गजब लोग हैं यार, गजब लोग हैं। और कमाल की बात है यार, आप मैं किसी भी चैनल पे जाऊं आपको हर जगह आ जा रहे हैं, हर जगह बोल रहा है एज अ यूनाइटेड फैन यू आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग अस वेल। अनका भाई मैं कब कर रहा हूं तुम्हें रिप्रेजेंट भाई।
I mean that's a nice thing, though. That's not a bad thing.
अरे पर
Are
मैं
you
तो
representing
कर रहा
us
हूँ सर.
means they're happy to see you? No, you can't take it negatively, right?
Yeah, I'm not taking it negatively. It's a part of banter, bro. But अगर
No, I think people are serious. I think they're very proud to have you as our representative.
no, I don't want to, sir. Sir, नहीं चाहिए मुझे, sir.
No, what I'm trying to tell you is I don't think they're making a joke. I think they're being very happy. They're happy to see you. Like I
अरे
think
क्यों
they are
होते?
happy to see you.
I want to change it. Why? I want to do some
But
reverse
why you don't
psychology.
want people to be happy to see you? I don't understand. What would be the
नहीं,
why would
happy
that
to
be a
see.
problem?
अरे यार ये क्या confusing कर दिया. Happy to see me, that's fine. Happy to see me as a Spurs fan, please, not as a United fan. ये कह रहा हूँ.
Yeah. Yeah,
Baba
no, I
Nathan.
was there were the people were oh sorry. This
But Nathan
football
bhai, just
man.
wanted to
Please,
ask,
yeah.
that's a very good stream that you are doing, and I really wanted to appreciate you. और मैं इसलिए आना चाहता था stream पे mainly. And I just wanted to ask you, do you do it on a regular basis, or
No,
is it for the?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if this stream's going to get taken down when I say these words. So I'll just say it because some it needs to be said. I am a minority in this country, right? So the things I see on Twitter, unfortunately, and believe me, I'm not looking for them. I enjoy my peace and quiet, are minority related incidents. So when someone asked me earlier, does social media affect your mental? It does. Because, see, I'll be very frank with you, Utkarsh. A lot of people say, guys, and I will take your chat, sorry, but because Utkarsh asked me, I feel like it's important to answer it. I grew up in Goa, early 2000s. I know people laugh at this word, but we were really secular. We really were. Dude, I'm not even joking. For Eid, I'm surrounded by Muslim neighbors and Hindu neighbors. For Eid, they would send food to us. For Christmas, we'd send food to them. Diwali, Christmas, Ganesh, whatever, vice versa. Whoever sent food, we would send. That is how we are. I can't
Yeah.
speak for outsiders. Outsiders don't do that.
Hmm.
I'll tell you a quick story because the stream will get delayed. I sell Christmas decorations at the local market, and there was a lovely old Hindu lady there that sells vegetables. She's next to us because the market is like your first come first serve. So it's not necessarily all the decoration people are in a row. So one
Yeah.
day she was sitting with my mom. I was my dad, and I was just sitting there. And in Konkani, she was saying, and I really felt bad. She's saying I've been in this market since Goa had independence. So now in my head, I did a little math. I was like 61 plus 25. I was like 54 years. And she's in her 70s. So she was like in her 20s when we were pre, whatever word you'd like to use. And she's saying the Goans have all left. The outsiders do not want to mingle with the Goans. She's saying I live right next to a Catholic family our whole life. Ever since I got married, and my neighbors were Catholic. We celebrate everything together. They are the first people who are invited for anything to their house. And I was telling people in the chat, they asked me how I grew up here. I said, listen, man, I know people laugh about this secular shit. I get it. I understand because I've seen the videos. I know it will be hard to believe.
Hmm.
But we were okay here. But then what happened is Goa is not self sustainable because we have ripped off our fields for buildings. People did not want to be farmers anymore. We cannot live here on the monthly wages. So people started moving to England. You won't believe, right? Both sides of my house, abandoned houses, abandoned. There's literally trees growing out of them. I'll send you a photo one day. There's a tree growing through the roof of my house, of that house, completely abandoned from the 70s. They moved to England. They've never come back. They've just not sold the property. So people have left and see, man, listen, I understand the immigration issue in the sense of better life because I've seen my own neighbors do it. They have not come back since. So I get it. But when you're moving, be part of the culture. If you think your culture is so good, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Because, and see, man, listen, you are from Bihar and you're come to Bombay. Tell me something. Have you not made an attempt to acclimate yourself to where you are?
Yes, I have. I have. In fact, I'll tell you honestly कि
Yeah,
मैं जहाँ पे
please.
आपसे पहले रहता था that वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा मुस्लिम लोग नहीं रहते हैं. ठीक है. And yeah, the point is in the north there is not so much as secular.
No,
I'm being very
no.
honest about it.
Yeah, I
ठीक है.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I came to Bombay, people here lives in very harmony basically. living together with each other, not minding
Yeah.
anyone else's business and all, being happy together. हाँ, वो अलग चीज है, अभी वो महाराष्ट्रियन and everything होने लगा है, but
Yeah, Marathi thing. Yeah, this is also a new thing, by the way. This actually
that's
proves my point.
what I
Those
even
people, those people are coming to Goa. Those same people are coming to Goa. So then it
Yeah.
becomes a problem for us here too. I know exactly what you're talking about because I grew up in Bombay and then I moved to Goa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
तो इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे तो भी देखा है that there is a good amount of sympathy for each other. Obviously there are some minority जो इन सब चीजों पे करती रहती हैं चीजें, but I have still seen there is a better sync up between each other as compared to what I've seen in North. So I obviously मेरा पहले जो point of view था, and it evolves, right? The place where you live in, the habitat where you grow up in, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है बहुत ज्यादा that how are you making your thinking, your POV. But that's what human brain is. It evolves when you get out of your comfort zone, when you start talking to people that you are not told, when you are not instructed to do something, you do it from yourself, then you understand, no, that was something wrong. I was not using my brain, it was someone else's brain, basically. So that I have realized here, that I'm living it on my own. I am making friends whoever I can, and it's not based on something which I have already in my mind. वो preconceived notion नहीं है, basically. I'm doing it with an open mind and I'm enjoying it. That's what I would like to say. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So people I'll just favor some things they said. So, Mystic saying it can be sorted after I start earning a life partner, but at least 10 years away, it really sucks. Well, Mystic, you know what? It could happen faster than that. Sometimes you have to, like how I did with Mbamo, you have to put it in motion mentally. You have to envision these things for yourself, man, and you never know. You never know when you'll turn the corner. I'm sure Utkarsh never ever thought his life was going to take him to Bombay. I'm sure. But
Never.
but he's in Bombay. He's very far away from his family. Like you heard him just say,
First
very
time, by the
different
way.
life.
For the first-
Yeah. Very
in my
different
whole
life.
time. Yes.
Yeah. So he's here on his own. And he's I personally believe if you're going to leave your home to go somewhere, acclimate. If you can't acclimate, don't go. Don't go because you're going to actually hurt yourself mentally, believe it or not. And you're not offending me, but in Punjab Christians, it's the opposite, Lavanya. Here. It is the opposite. Here, in fact, I was doing a stream for Diwali, and people could hear the music. Dude, they start here at 11 in the night. I don't even know why they're starting 11 in the night. The day is almost over, and that's when they're starting. They're starting 11 in the night. And here, you won't believe, how we sing Christmas carol. We walk, and we have no speakers, no nothing, and we just sing. That's how we celebrate Christmas here. So I guess things are done differently everywhere, Lavanya. But as far as I know, here they start what do you call it? They start Visarjan at 11:30 in the night. You're supposed to start Visarjan in the daytime during sunset. Here in my village, they start at 11:30. And the music's played till 5 in the morning, and they are throwing crackers into all your properties. This is one thing I really don't like. When they are actually throwing crackers into your property when you can just throw it on the road. It's really inconvenient. And but Lavanya, you know what is the issue? It's what everybody says it is. Indian people don't have civic sense. It is not a religion thing. That's what you have written here. No, has made me realize it is not a religion thing. It is a civic sense issue, and it doesn't matter where you are, where you're from, who you pray to. It seems across the board, our civic sense is lacking. I have to be honest. In fact, Utkarsh, at what time was Visarjan going on? Maybe you can attest to this because you are in Bombay. What time?
यहाँ पे बॉम्बे में around 5 to 6 होता है, शाम के टाइम ही होता है.
Bro, it's 11. 11, the music starting, dude. I'm like, bro, come on, yeah. Like,
I
can we
Nathan
sleep?
Ayush and Dhruv is in that
Yeah.
batch. Just wanted to let you know. But yeah.
Yes.
Here
Wait,
you are.
hold on. This is not, hold on. Wait, is this
Yeah.
the right one? I think this is the right one. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this fellow posing the whole time.
Oh, ऐसे.
Ethan and Vaishnav. Yeah, dude. I don't know about these guys, but someone in the comments said earlier, toughest
He
thing
only
growing up
said
is
it.
watching
I
your
was-
parents.
He's only
I yeah, sorry, I don't know if Dhruv and all were
Yes,
watching, but
sir. What's up?
they were saying, you know, worst thing is watching your parents go old, and let's just say I didn't take very kindly to that statement. Let's just put it that way. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
reason we are mostly on that because we are not playing midweek games. Yes, that's right. Ask my father, color his beard black. He was like, I'm getting old. I have to look old. Look at this, dude. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have like red coming in.
Bhai, even I say that. Oh, and by the way, guys, fathers, when they keep their natural white beard, yeah, white hair, they look much better as compared to when they dye it. मेरे opinion में.
Bro, I'm only going to dye my hair on my wedding day. No, only because
Soon.
I don't want to look old on my wedding photo. That is the only time I will be vain. Otherwise, I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Look at these two. Here, look, see Logan's here. Appreciation of Utkarsh.
Nathan, 1 second. Why did you wait for me to come for you to add Dhruv also? Dhruv has been here for the
I
last
didn't.
5 minutes.
Dhruv came in and came out actually.
मेरे
He
को
bounced in and bounced out.
Oh.
Uh,
Utkarsh why he supports
This is
United
trauma.
only. What do you
This
mean?
is-
this
Well,
is his
health,
fault. This fellow's fault here. That's why you're suffering.
My God, ध्रुव भाई मैं याद रखूंगा भाई, याद रखूंगा मैं.
Okay, let's see. Guys, advice.
आवाज आपकी आवाज ही नहीं आ रही भाई, बड़ी
You're going
break
in
हो.
and out, Dhruv.
That's what he said.
My
Australia-
biggest problem is I feel isolated. I always feels heavy and forced to talk to other people, and I feel anxious and happy for dogs like Manas that I'm alive. Otherwise, I don't know. Guys, any ideas on how to tackle anxiety, social anxiety? What do you have? You all felt it? Have you all anything you'd like to add?
For me, sorry, I was saying for me it's really weird because I grew up as an extrovert, and then I isolated myself in the 3 years of my college life, so I kind of became an introvert. And so I think the only way that you tackle your the isolation tendencies is by going out, by like just joining communities where you're with, like, it could be gym, it could be a dance class, it could be, I don't know, like any common interest that you have, where you're in a place where you're meeting people who at least have some one thing in common with you. Now that could be an intent to work out, or whatever, to learn something. And I think you just need to like talk to people or be in spaces where it's easier to talk to people. That's me.
Lala? Oh, sorry.
मैं
Lala, I'll get back to you.
Lala's
I will-
party.
I will
Rohan?
just say that when I came here, right, in Mumbai, I had no connection here. I have no friend basically when I joined it here. But I started following what I love, and I started working on that basically. अगर आप मेरा पूरा रूटीन देखो तो यही है, ऑफिस से आओ और फिर फुटबॉल का कंटेंट बनाओ, वीडियो बनाओ, because I make myself indulge into it. I don't go into that overthinking drive that you are alone, you are away from your family, you are away from your friends. I make sure to call my family once every day, so that I can talk to them, what are they feeling, and if even if I am feeling a little bit low, I can talk to them. It really helps. And to keep yourself occupied in a good way, I'm not saying ki bhai kuch bhi karo, I am saying in a good way, follow your passion. This is something that I creating content on football, doing these kind of stuff, funny stuff, alag alag jersey pehan ke skit banana, I know, but this is something that I enjoy doing, that keeps me occupied. So I think that's why I am able to get out of this rut कि मुझे overthinking नहीं करनी पड़ती रात में 12-12:30 बजे सोते time, that I am alone and everything is going to shit. So I think that's a very good way to indulge yourself in good stuff, and surround yourself with good people who will keep you happy.
मैं एक बात बोलूं, it might be a very क्या कहते हैं, a very old school thought. I agree with what Ishan said. I agree with what Utkarsh said. बहुत सही बात बोली उत्कर्ष ने भी कि try to indulge yourself into some kind of activity, make yourself busy about something.
I agree. I agree
ट्राई
with that.
एवरी सिंगल डे, जब तुम सुबह उठते हो, नहाने धोने के बाद, हगने के बाद, ठीक है, जस्ट थैंक गॉड, भगवान के सामने बैठो और आधा घंटा 15 मिनट वट एवर यू टाइम यू कैन टेक इट आउट, जस्ट प्रे टू गॉड, जिस भी भगवान में आप बिलीव करते हो, इन वट एवर शेप और फॉर्म, जस्ट सिट देयर 15 मिनट्स, कोई पूजा भी नहीं करनी, मत करो, जस्ट सिट देयर फॉर 10 मिनट्स 15 मिनट्स इन साइलेंस, because this is a reality when we say that कि भाई हम उसके बच्चे हैं, he knows everything, he genuinely knows everything, even if you don't say anything during those 15 minutes. अगर आप genuinely without any malice, without any intention बैठे हो that अरे मैं 15 मिनट बैठा हूँ, so now you are supposed to give me this, वो चीज का माइंडसेट हटा के you're just sitting there 15 minutes without any reservations that मुझे कुछ मिलेगा, you'll get that certain set of peace in your heart, in your mind, slowly and steadily. You'll see कि भाई आप में एक level of patience increase होगा with a certain time. जब when a certain times pass, like after like 6 months, 7 months, within few days you'll be like, if I don't want to do this, ये क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, 15 मिनट वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ अपने लाइफ के, बट जैसे जैसे टाइम पास होता जाएगा, after 6 months, after 7 months, after 8 months, you'll see a difference in yourself जो आप genuinely realize करोगे ही नहीं, but when you sit in silence, when you see कि भाई 6 महीने पहले I used to shout about this, now I am very patient about this, what's happening to me. This is what happens जब हमारे घर वाले, हमारे माँ बाप या हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स बोलते थे प्रे टू गॉड, को उनको टॉफियां थोड़ी मिलती है, हमारी मम्मियों को रोज सुबह उठ के भगवान जा, कोई अगर नेथन की मम्मा गोस टू चर्च और ईशान की मम्मी गोस टू मंदिर, सुबह सुबह सबकी मम्मियां मंदिर, भगवान सारी सबकी मम्मियां सुबह सुबह भगवान के सामने ये करके बैठी होती है, उनको कोई टॉफियां थोड़ी मिल रही हैं, दे आर नॉट गेटिंग मनी आउट ऑफ इट, राइट? वो इसलिए बोलते हैं कि भाई यू गेट इनर पीस, यू गेट अ सर्टेन सेट ऑफ बिलीफ कि नहीं भाई, इवन इफ थिंग्स आर नॉट गोइंग इन माय वे ना, one day or other things will change and things will go in my way, and if it's not the, वो बोलते ना, भी इसने बोला कि भाई लावण्य ने कि what if you're not a believer, it's fine, बहुत लोग नहीं होते, पहले मैं भी बोलता था ये क्या टाइम पास है, ये क्या है, ये क्या है, मैं आई डोंट एग्री, मम्मी बोलती थी तभी मैं चीजें करता था, बट ठीक है, इफ इवन इफ यू डोंट बिलीव, बट एक नॉन बिलीवर में भी ना एक वो चीज होती है, अपने एक रियल इंटेंशन के साथ फॉर अ सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एटलीस्ट यू कैन ट्राई डूइंग इट, बाद में आपको वो चेंज नहीं मिल रहा, वो फील अच्छा नहीं हो रहा, देन डोंट डू इट, बट एटलीस्ट गिव इट अ गो फॉर 8-9 months, सच्चे मन से जाओ, सच्चा मन, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज, don't have that malice in your heart that if I'm sitting here for 15 minutes I will get something out of it. No, just go there, उसको बोलो कि भाई मैं भी अगर सुबह उठ के वहां बैठता हूँ ना, मेरे मन में होता है भाई मुझे तूने सुबह उठा दिया, आई एम grateful for it. Where am I right now? I'm grateful for it. You know what is great for me, what is good for me. Please give it to me in that due course. Simple as that. I am not sitting here to ask you give me a Gucci watch in 2 months time. I don't need it. Give me that happiness. Make sure that my parents, my loved ones are happy. Other than that, everything will happen in due course. Simple as that. And I'm giving you a very personal advice क्योंकि this has helped me in last 3 years of my life. There was a time जब मुझे, अगर अभी ध्रुव और मैं बहस करते हैं ये सीन, बाद में ध्रुव भी हंस रहा है, मैं भी हंस रहा हूँ, राइट? बट देयर वाज अ पॉइंट इन माय लाइफ जब वो बहस में इट वुड टर्न वेरी अगली फॉर मी. आई यूज्ड टू थ्रो अवे रिमोट, फेंक दिया, मोबाइल फेंक दिया. मैं इतना वायलेंट इंसान भी रहा हूँ अपने लाइफ में.
जट है ना भाई,
हाँ, ने क्या बोला?
मतलब जट है ना.
Honestly, till the first year of my engineering या first year second year, भाई मेरे को कोई ट्रिगर करेगा मैं पेलने चले जाता था. मैं इतना शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड आदमी था एक टाइम पे. बट दिस हैज जेन्युइनली हेल्प्ड मी एंड एक्सेप्ट योर फॉल्ट्स यार. यहाँ मैं गलत हूँ भाई, अब जैसा हूँ, बट यस आई विल ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव माई सेल्फ जहां मैं गलत हूँ. डोंट हैव दैट कि भाई टेक इट और लीव इट. भाई फिर अकेले ही मरोगे जिंदगी में. टेक इट और लीव इट. ये मूवी नहीं चल रही है यहाँ पे कभी कभी अदिति वाली कि वो लड़की बोलेगी आई विल फिक्स हिम, लड़की विल लाइक फक यू. ठीक है, सो एक्सेप्ट योर फॉल्ट्स. एंड इरफान खान ने ना एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन बोली थी, अब कौन सी मूवी में बोली थी आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, दैट हैप्पीनेस, लाइक द की टू हैव गुड लाइफ और हैप्पी लाइफ इज टू हैव दैट रियलाइजेशन दैट यू आर नॉट इन कंट्रोल. यू आर जेन्युइनली नॉट इन कंट्रोल ऑफ योर लाइफ. एक चीज के कंट्रोल में हो, दैट वट एवर यू डू इन योर लाइफ. ध्रुव बकचोदी करने में हार्ड वर्क कर रहा है अपनी बकचोदी में, इसलिए ही इज गुड एट इट. दैट्स व्हाई ही इज डूइंग गुड ऑन हिज इंस्टा पार्ट. ईशान को देर से ही सी, बट ही रियलाइज दिस इज व्हाट आई विल बी गुड एट एंड दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच गिव्स मी हैप्पीनेस. मेरे को मन को शांति देती. दैट्स व्हाई ही इज डूइंग हिज बिजनेस नाउ. सबका अपना अपना एक होता है ना कि भाई यहाँ पे अब मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है. ठीक है, जो भी आप काम कर रहे हो उसको ऑनेस्टी के साथ, मेहनत के साथ करो. आज नहीं तो कल तुम्हें उसका बेनिफिट भी मिलेगा. दैट इज माय टेड टॉक फॉर टुडे.
Good night. See you. Shabba khair.
We have Drax language is, it's called Konkani. So if you notice, if you take a map, it'll be called the Konkan coast. So parts of Maharashtra and Goa, they speak Konkani mostly, or they speak a mix of Marathi and Konkani.
सॉरी टू कट यू नेथन. क्रिश भाई मैं सीरियस बातें बहुत करता हूँ यार, ऐसे मत बोलो कि मेरे
No, he
मुंह से
doesn't.
serious बात भी funny
Nonsense.
लगती
Don't
है.
listen to him. Nonsense.
I do
Anyway.
talk serious shit.
Sure you do, but sure.
ईशान
अरे हाँ कर. अरे मैं मेरे को लगा कि नितिन agree कर रहा है. He has a sly smile on his face, man. मुझे genuinely लगा वो agree कर
ईशान
रहा है.
तो you haven't seen me talking serious stuff.
We have a bunch of streams जहाँ पे हमने बहुत serious
Listen,
बातें
dude,
की.
I don't want to hear about your makeout session today, please. Thank you very much.
ईशान देख ले.
Bhai, no. He's actually.
I've literally showed you messages on Lala's thing where they are like, you to stop making out in the corner. So this is not my words. I just want to be clear.
यार मैं ऐसे बदनाम हूँ. मैं इतना अच्छा बात करी और मतलब
PR improve करना पड़ेगा.
सही बात है. I think I need someone like Jude Bellingham's PR team to handle my thing.
It's not going to last very long. Look at how well it's working for Job. I lost my father last year because of our financial situation. We had to admit him to a government hospital. He was in the ICU for 6 days before he passed away. It's been a year, but my mind still can't accept that he's gone. The pain still haunts me, and I often wonder if I have more money, I could have saved him. Okay, first of all, Lumen, thank you for sharing your story. That is the first thing I would like to say. And I don't know what the Hindu equivalent is, so I'm not going to give you a lecture on it. But I will tell you what they say in Bible quotes. Man, you know what? I've never been so religious until like 2 hours ago. But okay. I decided we are going to be serious today, so we'll be serious. God does not give you anything that you can't handle. Now, based on what you have told me, that's not going to be helpful to you. It really isn't. And what I've said is not supposed to be helpful. But what it is supposed to tell you is, at least if you agree with my idea, is life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and it will shape you for the better or worse. It depends on how you want to take it forward. At the time, I am sure y'all did the best y'all could for your dad, because that's what anybody would do at that point of time for their parent. I understand that it'll be very difficult for you to going forward, always wondering what if. But in real time, if it matters to you at all, in real time, if you have done the best you could at that time, I think you should take some solace in that, because life is full of what ifs, man. I mean, we are all here. We have a collective of like 6,000 subs. I'm sure one of us in the back of our head went, if we started this 5 years ago, we would have had 100K. Like, I'm not trying to make it. See, your thing is, Lumen, your thing's way more serious than that. But I'm just trying to say that is, you will always have that pain in your heart. But if you have done the best in real time for your father, it should give you some kind of solace in time. Because again, he does not give you what you cannot handle.
I
And
remember I recently saw uska Arshad Varsi ka na podcast with Shamani, and I haven't seen the full one, but you know he said this one thing कि भाई the most painful memory of my life is when my mother died, right? And he said that doctor ने ना मना किया था कि आप don't give her water because something regarding kidney was happening, right? So there was this one point जब मम्मा बोल रहे थे कि यार अरशद पानी, and I was like कि मम्मा डॉक्टर ने मना किया है. And he said that she had probably that day or the very next day she died. कहता till this day it haunts me कि काश मैंने मम्मा को पानी दे दिया होता. कहता but in due course I realized this, अगर दे दिया होता मैंने, क्या पता वो on the spot उसी वक्त अपने प्राण त्याग देती. She would have passed away. So it's just that like Nathan said, ऊपर वाला तुमको अगर पेन देता है ना, he knows that you can handle that, and this is the way. See, everyone has to handle that kind of grief in life. It is a fact. It is a fact. मैं जब मम्मा से भी अपने बात कर रहा होता हूँ ना, I tell her कि मम्मा आज आप हो, in few years time आप नहीं होने वाले. Same will happen to me as well, and everyone has to go through this specific grief. Everyone handles it in a different kind of way as well, but ऊपर वाला आपको उसी तरीके से वो दर्द देगा जिस तरीके से उसको पता है that you will be able to handle this. And every single person from that grief matures in a specific way, in its own way, but it's a harsh reality of life which everyone has to face, and no one wants to face it. Let's be real. Everyone will like मेरी ले लो, मेरे घर वालों, मेरे माँ बाप ठीक रहे. Everyone will say that, but it is what it is. इसमें genuinely कुछ नहीं कर सकते. उसमें एक ही चीज कर सकते हैं, जब तक आप हो, make sure that they are happy every single day in their lives, and तुम्हारी वजह से उनको लाइफ में कभी किसी भी तरीके की प्रॉब्लम ना आए या किसी भी तरीके का दुख ना पहुंचे. If you are able to achieve that, then I think 50% of your life you have done a massive job and a great job. And I see that Ishan has already done the 50% of it. I guarantee you on that, because the way he takes care of his mummy, papa, and his family, I have seen that in our stories everywhere. If your parents are happy now, कि भाई नहीं, whatever my child is doing, he is happy in it and he is earning. And क्योंकि हमारे इंडियन पेरेंट्स क्या होता है कि बच्चा मेरे बाद क्या करेगा, राइट? कि भाई दैट इज व्हाई दे आर वरीड अबाउट इट. दैट इज व्हाई हमको वो गाली देते हैं, बिकॉज दे वांट कि भाई आज नहीं तो कल हम नहीं है, हमारे पीछे इसको कौन ध्यान रखेगा. एंड द फैक्ट इज आज तुम बीवी भी ले आओ. ईशान हैज अ गर्ल, ध्रुव हैज अ गर्ल, एवरीवन हैज समवन इन देयर लाइव्स. तुम्हारे माँ बाप से ज्यादा तुम्हें कोई प्यार नहीं देगा, तुम्हारे माँ बाप से ज्यादा तुम्हें कोई बैकिंग नहीं देगा. अंधी कहते हैं ना, जो अंधी बैकिंग होती है कि भाई मैं मम्मी को आज तो बोले मम्मी मेरे को ना, मैं उस दिन मम्मी मैं ना सीरिया ए के राइट्स खरीदो. मेरी माँ को पता ही नहीं सीरिया ए क्या है, राइट्स कैसे खरीदे जाते हैं, बट शी वाज लाइक इफ यू कैन डू इट गो अहेड. अब यही मैं किसी और को जाके बोलूं, दोस्त को बोलूंगा, वो 2 मिनट के लिए ही लाफ एट मी, राइट? This is what is special about your parents. They will always believe in you. Your wife, your girlfriend, your friends might doubt you for a second, but your parents will never do that. So again, exceptions, and सब अपना अपना opinion लाएंगे. Exceptions, बहुत चीजें हर जगह होती है, I agree. But if you are able to do that ना, and निशान बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से वो चीज करता है, आपकी लाइफ सेट है. मैं genuinely बोल रहा हूँ. If your parents are happy ना, then God is happy with you, and things will be fine. If they are not, they will be fine in due course time.
Guys,
अब
when does
पढ़ा हूँ तेरे से 2 साल, कितनी समझदारी कर रहा हूँ मैं.
when does Visarjan start in your local areas, guys?
सुबह start हो जाता है 11-12 बजे.
What Visarjan?
Morning, right?
Yeah, like they start.
Yeah, here it starts at 11 in the evening.
But what Visarjan?
Ganesh, Ganpati.
the Ganpati is not really a thing in North. So we
I know, but
now
some
they've
people do
started
it
doing
now.
it.
So
They've
yeah,
started
exactly.
doing it, which makes zero sense because there is no bigger water body. So it's actually bad for the environment to do it.
No,
But
no, no, no! Don't say that, Ishan. You'll get in trouble. Don't.
No,
no,
but
please,
what
I
I've seen
tell
is
people.
Nathan, शायद ईशान agree करेगा. Um,
It's
I've
not
seen a lot of
just
people
right.
in North doing it in basically a small
In a bucket.
gamla,
टब
I've seen
bucket
people
या
put it
gamla
in,
type
yeah.
and doing it there अपने
Yeah.
अपने घरों में.
टब में
Or
होता है.
make it of clay now. Make it of something that is biodegradable.
Yeah,
They want to
of
do
course, that is
POP,
Reusable
POP
material
Ganpatis, bro.
being
Like
created in
10,
tub.
20 kilo Ganpatis. Like,
But putting them in lakes, it makes zero anyway. Sorry, that's so bigger. But Lumen, I just want to say one thing, man. I'm
Yeah.
really bad with deaths. I lost a friend of mine to suicide when I was very little, and uske baad se I've not been able to process deaths in level. So this,
भाई
and this
I
is one thing.
lost one of my besties. अर्शिया उसका नाम था. वो बहुत अच्छी बेस्टी मेरी बनी थी कॉलेज में, राइट? So it was like, should I go there? चलो
Go on.
ठीक
if
है.
you want to,
Yeah, so
go.
my
Don't want to, don't.
she
Yeah.
was वो basically she became my bestie because my ex and that girl were besties. So eventually I became friends with
Close
her
to.
as well. Even if we broke up, but I was friends with her because she was a very nice human being. उसके father was no more, and so it was basically her mother, उसका भाई, and no, she was a very happy soul. मतलब बढ़िया लड़की थी. But eventually when COVID struck, before that, few days back, COVID start, lockdown से पहले, she called me, she said, Lala, I met a very amazing guy and I just मैं date से अभी आई हूँ and I'm really happy after a very long time. मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. Whenever I am in चंडीगढ़, अब तो पार्टी बनती है तेरी साइड से. मतलब जैसे दोस्त होते हैं कि भाई अब तो पार्टी
हाँ,
बनती है. The very next day, my ex called me कि आयुष, मैं बोला हाँ कौन है? But then she told me कि she suicide. She basically ate something and she is no more. भाई 2 दिन मुझे समझ ही नहीं आया ये हो क्या गया. But I started talking to her mother and no one had a answer to it कि उसने वो क्यों किया. So that day I realized one thing and I started implementing it in my life कि even if a person is laughing in front of you ना कि भाई हाँ हाँ सब ठीक है, there is an underlying issue to in everyone's life. If you really care about someone ना, one to one बात करो कि what exactly is happening in your life. अगर बंदा वहां मुंह पे हंस भी रहा है ना, you don't know what that person is going through in life क्योंकि not everyone wants to talk about their issues in open. ठीक है, सबको होता है कि भाई ये पता है सबसे बड़ा डर पता है क्या हमें इंडियंस या लड़कों में, यार ये जज कर लेगा मेरे को. जजमेंटल जो है ना इशू, और आई एम अ जजमेंटल गाय एज वेल. मैं झूठ क्यों बोलूं, मैं भी एक जजमेंटल इंसान हूं. बट वो जो एक डर बैठा हुआ है ना काफी लड़कों में कि यार मेरा ना लौंडे दे विल जज मी एंड दे लाफ एट मी, उस वजह से ना वो अपने लौंडों से एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. पेरेंट्स से एक्सप्रेस करने जाएं तो वह बोलते हैं यार माँ बाप समझेंगे कि नहीं समझेंगे. मेजोरिटी केसेस की बात कर रहा हूँ. So it's like it's better if you feel like ना यार my guy is going through, my bestie is going through something and मुझे and पता लग जाता है एक नैक पता लग जाती है. बिठाओ बात करो कि यार भाई क्या चल रहा है, किस बात की टेंशन है, क्या है. मेरे को अगर कोई थोड़ी टेंशन होती है आई नो आई विल कॉल समवन कि यार एंड आई विल जस्ट रैंट अबाउट इट एंड आई विल बी फाइन उसके बाद. बट लड़के इतने अकेले हैं ना आज के जमाने में दैट एक लड़के को ही एक लड़के का जो दोस्त में है ना दे हैव टू हेल्प ईच अदर बिकॉज एज गाइज इतनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस हमसे होती है ना लाइफ में. अगर नहीं भी हो ना इट इज वेरी अनस्पोकन थिंग कि भाई आई हैव टू मेक श्योर माय पेरेंट्स आर हैप्पी. आई हैव टू मेक श्योर कि भाई आई इवन इफ दे आर नॉट इवन इफ दे डोंट वांट एनीथिंग मॉनेटरी ना, हमको होता है यार नहीं यार आई हैव टू बाय समथिंग फॉर माय मदर, आई हैव टू गेट समथिंग फॉर माय डैड. वो हमेशा बैक ऑफ द माइंड एक लड़के में रहेगा क्योंकि how do you say it is what it is, it is how it is, simple as that as a guy you have to take care of your parents yaar.
I think you know what, I'll be honest with you. It's very difficult to say that sometimes, you know, because when I see what parents put their children to, see, and I know it's not going to be popular thing to say in India, so I'll just be very honest. We are being honest today, so might as well just be honest. Sometimes our parents are very hard on us, and it gets to the point where you wonder, are you going to end up being like them to your children? And some people leave the house because they don't want to do that to their children. And I understand that those children who leave their parents will, for the most part, be shunned by everybody who doesn't agree with that move. But at the end of the day, if you are tired of something, you have to break the system. Sometimes you have to be the one that breaks the system if you want the system to be broken.
Do you want
No
me
one's
to
going
be
to come
really
and break it.
Do you want me to be really honest? मैंने कहीं नहीं बोला होगा. One of my
Nobody's watching. It's
biggest
okay.
reasons to initially get out of Ludhiana was it was getting to me because let me sugarcoat my words thoda sa.
Why do you want to sugarcoat though? I'm
I
sure
have
everyone
to.
here will appreciate it.
I know
Whatever
they
you're
will,
saying.
but अगर जो समझदार होगा, that person will understand.
जो लाइन पे वो जा रहा है उसको शुगर कोटिंग की जरूरत भी है.
हाँ, वो समझ जाएगा. But
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
had to leave my house to basically improve or do something productive in my life. Let's just say it that way. Okay. But you know, because in my family lately, in my engineering years from like 2014 to 2017, 18, things were not good. In my khandan, you could say a lot of things were going on idhar udhar, so the dynamics were a bit messed up in a certain way, right? So during that process, I realized this one thing: every person has faults in them. Like ध्रुव में होगा कि भाई वो बात काट देगा, या ईशान में होगा कि भाई अगर गुस्सा आ गया तो वो मुंह तोड़ देगा. मेरे में होगा कि भाई तूने बोल कैसे दिया, मैं बोलने से पहले ही मुंह तोड़ दूंगा. सबकी अपने अपने इश्यूज होते हैं लाइफ में. सेम एज विद आवर पेरेंट्स एज वेल. माय मदर वुड हैव समथिंग इन हर. My dad would have some. My dad, like I'll tell, my dad gets, sometimes he gets very angry. Agar if I poke him na, if I poke him जानबूझ के, he'll get very angry. My mother is like, even if I poke her, she's like, fuck off. उनको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. सबका अपना अपना issues होता है लाइफ में, right? ईशान को भी पता होगा मेरे मम्मा या मेरे पापा का सबसे strong asset क्या है, सबसे weak asset क्या है, सबको पता होता है. But I realized this one thing. In my engineering days, I was living with my mama, ठीक है? And I saw this one thing between my mama and mami ना, जो एक उनका एक relationship dynamics था. भाई it was इतना awesome ना. 4 साल मैदान, 4 साल मैंने कभी बहस होती हुई देखी नहीं. बहस in sense that होता है एक massive लड़ाई, कलेश जिसको कहते हैं husband wife का, वो मैंने होते ही नहीं देखा. क्योंकि my mama is so patient in life ना. वो लड़ाई होती भी थी. You know what he used to say? अच्छा एक काम, चाय बना लेते फिर बात करते हैं. He knew how to diffuse that situation, and that is a art in itself, to be honest. And I realized this one thing: this is something which I have to inculcate in myself. This is a very good quality.
I don't think women will like that shit anymore, Lala. I'm being very honest.
I'm just giving a very honest opinion there. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I saw this one uncle said that कि यार मेरी ना मेरी whenever I used to do things in my life ना, they were not going in my favor. But जब से मेरी शादी इस औरत से हुई ना, my fortunes changed, and she is genuinely a Lakshmi for me. And what I saw in that was that guy genuinely took that example. होता है ना कि भाई घर की लक्ष्मी जो बोला जाता है हम लोगों में, भाई एक औरत घर की लक्ष्मी होती है, and he respects her wife literally like that. Even if he is right now earning like 15 lakhs a month, उसकी wife सिर्फ 2 लाख कमाती है, but he respects her like anything. कि भाई हाँ तू बता ऐसे करना है, चल ऐसे कर लेंगे, कोई चक्कर नहीं, I'll mold myself in that way. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो अपनी औरत का सिंप बन गया, और कोई अपनी औरत का सिंप बनना कोई गलत बात भी नहीं है. I'm telling कि भाई if you see that in my family, in my family dynamics, this is not good, then अपने में कभी कभी ना यू हैव टू अपना घर, वो जैसे जाकिर खान बोलते, तुम्हें अपना घर खुद बनना पड़ता है. एंड यू हैव टू गेट दैट, कभी कभी मेच्योरिटी खुद से खुद की लानी पड़ती है. यार ये चीज सही है, एंड आई हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट मैं ये चीज इनकलकेट अपनी लाइफ में एटलीस्ट 50% ही करूं. या दिस इज समथिंग विच इज नॉट गुड एंड ये मेरे में नहीं होना चाहिए. आई हैव टू एक्टिवली मेक श्योर कि ये चीज मैं अपनी लाइफ में या अपने एटीट्यूड में ना लाऊं. So sometimes in life na, I know you need support and everything, but sometimes in life na, you have to, वो अपना अगर खुद बनना है, खुद को खुद मैच्योर करना पड़ता है इन लाइफ. वो कहते हैं ना कि भाई यू कैन, मैं ईशान को एक मस्त छोले भटूरे वाले के पास लाके खड़ा कर सकता हूँ, जाके ऑर्डर देना और खाना ईशान को खुद ही है. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज. समटाइम खुद का खुद ही चीज करनी पड़ती है तुम्हें. जुगल भाई, आई एम नॉट मैरिड बट करता हूं ना मैं एकदम तगड़ी बात है.
Dhruv, you take this one, buddy. You've been quiet for a while. I know it's a miracle for you, so
But
please.
Dhruv and Ishan, I just want to ask one thing. इतने चुप क्यों हो तुम?
We're getting them in. I'm finding questions. No, we're getting them
हाँ?
in. Come on, Dhruv. You go.
बोलने नहीं दे रहा ना.
अच्छा मैं
नहीं, no,
बोलना इधर, आप तो मैं म्यूट पे जाता हूँ. ठीक
I
है.
was giving you space, yaar. I mean,
नहीं
see,
नहीं, I'm sorry.
and before Dhruv, you take this one. मैं बस ये बोलना चाहता था that Nathan, really glad you did this. I'm a big advocate for men's mental health, and I think it's the least look after thing in our country, at least. I think I only know sad men with sad stories who look very happy. So even for everybody who's listening or watching us, please, like, if you want to talk about anything, you're anywhere
Yeah.
and behind, you're doxed. We don't know who you guys really are. This is a very safe space. Please feel free to talk about anything you all want, and we love to talk about it, man. We're not solving any.
I appreciate Lavanya just basically came out and said he's atheist and he's like, what should I pray to? Just pray for humanity, dude. Pray for whatever higher power. If you believe, if you do positive things happen, then pray to that. It doesn't have to be a person, a deity, a prophet, or whatever other version of religious people there are. I can't think of any right now. Just pray to whatever. Pray to
Pray to
anything. Just pray for the good. Pray for positivity. If you don't want to pray for anything else.
Pray
Dhruv,
to me.
please take
I'm
it away.
starting a
So bhai,
I mean-
this Abhishek bhai, this comment, I think I don't like. This is not something bad. अगर आप dependent हो अपनी family पे alone, that is अगर आप
Oh,
इसको
just for reference, I don't know where if you joined or not. He has social anxiety as well, like in general.
So like it's not a bad thing. अगर आपको ये लगता है कि just because I'm dependent on my family, that is not a bad thing भाई. काफी लोग ना इसको नेगेटिव वे में लेते हैं कि I'm dependent on my family, मैं इनके बगैर कुछ नहीं कर सकता. That's just a grass root level. थोड़ी बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है कि what happens if they are not there. People figure out things by with time. People figure out things. मेरे लिए उल्टा था. मेरे को हमेशा से ये लगता था since मतलब like going back, मेरे को ना साइंस लेके दे दी थी मेरे घर वालों ने. इट वाज देयर डिसीजन, नॉट माय डिसीजन. ठीक है. सो भाई मैंने ले ली, मैंने मजे कर लिए, मैंने इंजीनियरिंग ज्वाइन कर ली 1 साल. एंड भाई विद इन 3 months आई वाज लाइक, आई वेंट टू माय डैड एंड आई वाज लाइक, ये नहीं होने वाला, मेरे को इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है, मैं पास हो जाऊंगा बट मेरे को बिल्कुल इंटरेस्ट नहीं है इस चीज में. एंड देन भाई घर में थोड़े बहुत कलेश तो होते ही हैं. वो हुए, मेरे सामने शर्त रखी गई कि तू अपना फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर पास कर ले अच्छे से, अगर तूने कर लिया विल लेट यू ऑफ, लाइक तू कर, तेरे को जो करना है कर ले. मैंने बहुत अच्छे से पास कर लिया अपना फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर. एंड देन उनका बेसिक थॉट था कि एक बार ये पास हो गया फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर, दे विल बी लाइक ये कंटिन्यू करते हैं. आई विल बी लाइक ये लो भैया हो गया, आई कांट डू दिस शिट, मेरे को पता ही नहीं है मुझे क्या करना है. लाइक आई वांट टू फिगर आउट कि मुझे क्या करना है. एंड वो जो मेरे को 6 महीने लड़ने के बाद थोड़ा बहुत टाइम मिला ना, उसमें मैंने ये एक चीज रियलाइज कर ली थी कि माय पेरेंट्स ने जितने भी डिसीजन आज तक मेरे लिए लिया है ना, आई वाज फाइटिंग विद माई सेल्फ ऑन ऑल दोज डिसीजंस, क्योंकि मैं हर चीज के लिए उनको ब्लेम करता था. हर चीज के लिए मेरे, अगर मैं पास हो रहा हूँ तो मेरी वजह से हो रहा हूँ, लेकिन अगर मैं फेल हो रहा हूँ तो उनकी वजह से हो रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये उनकी चॉइस है. तो आई मेड इट वेरी क्लियर टू देम कि जब तक आप लोग डिसीजन लेते रहोगे यू विल हैव टू टेक द फेलियर का पार्ट, क्योंकि मैं ऐसा ही हूँ, मैं नहीं बदलने वाला, ये मेरी वीकनेस है, मैं बदलूंगा ही नहीं. जब तक कोई मेरे लिए डिसीजन लेगा वो फेल होगा, मैं उसको ब्लेम करूंगा, मैं खुद को ब्लेम नहीं करूंगा उस चीज में. बट अगर मैं डिसीजन लेता हूँ, पास होना फेल होना लाइफ में जो भी है वो मेरे पर है. तो उसके बाद आई थिंक उन लोगों ने वो बात समझी एंड आई एम ग्लैड मेरे पेरेंट्स ने वो बात समझी, क्योंकि सबके नहीं समझते. तो उन्होंने वो बात समझी. आई टुक फाइनेंस एज माय मेजर्स. एंड भाई उसके बाद लाइक लाइफ में जो भी हुआ है ना, मतलब मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता.
Say, Mana, I prefer to do bakchodi and joke around things, but
भाई बट
don't
ऑन दैट टॉपिक लाला आई फील जो लोग ज्यादा जोक करते हैं ना actually they have a very serious personality as well behind the scenes. Joke, when you joke a lot, it is like कि trying to cover it up कि वो वाली personality हर वक्त बाहर ना आए. पर अगर वो बंदा शांत बैठ के सोचता है, अपने थॉट्स गैदर करता है, उसके पास बहुत चीजें होती है बोलने को जो कि बहुत सीरियस हो सकती हैं. एंड दैट इज सम लाइक दैट इज अ पर्सन विद हु इज इन टच विद हिज फीलिंग्स. दैट इज व्हाट आई फील. सो लाला इज वन ऑफ देम भाई. क्योंकि मैं भी, मुझे पता है मैं भी ऐसा ही हूँ, मैं जोक बहुत करता हूँ, बट मेरे आसपास वाले लोगों को पता है कि मैं लाइफ में अगर मैं अकेला बैठा हूँ तो भाई दैट इज, मैं हर चीज सोचूंगा फिर बैठ के. एंड आई लाइक मेरे को जैसा भी लग रहा है मैं वैसे उसको बोलूंगा. अगर
I
if I
agree.
feel jealous of something, I'll tell the person कि भाई I am feeling jealous of this thing. If I am feeling loved, I am feeling gratefulness बहुत important चीज है. जर्नलिंग बहुत अच्छी चीज है. बहुत फालतू चीज लगती थी मुझे भी जर्नलिंग भाई, लेकिन 5 महीने 6 महीने करने के बाद जो चैन पड़ता है ना लाइफ में, मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
ध्रुव ने एक बड़ी सही चीज बोली, ग्रेटफुलनेस.
हाँ
हम
भाई
बड़े
बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट.
एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स ना, हम बड़े बहन के लोड़े हैं. इन दैट,
हाँ
वो
भाई.
इन व्हाट सेंस आई एम सेइंग कि हम जाएंगे भगवान के, भगवान हमें ना ये दे दे. भगवान जब दे देगा फिर तुम 6 महीने भगवान की शक्ल ही नहीं देखोगे, जाओगे ही
हाँ
नहीं
भाई,
भगवान के पास. इतने
ग्रेटफुलनेस
बेशरम
बहुत
लोग हैं,
बहुत
हम इतने
इम्पोर्टेंट है.
बेशरम लोग हैं.
नॉट अबाउट जस्ट भगवान, एवरीथिंग भाई, एवरीथिंग.
हाँ,
जस्ट बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर एवरीथिंग. तुम्हें नहीं पता भाई क्या कब क्या हो जाता है. जस्ट wake up in the morning, write 5 things you are grateful for, and it can be as simple as, bro, you woke up, you have water to drink, you have food to eat, you can take a bath, you have legs. कुछ भी लिख दो भाई. you don't know कि ये कितनी बड़ी blessings होती है कुछ चीज के लिए. जर्नलिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है. करो, प्लीज करो, सब करो भाई. क्रेजी मजा आता है. एक बार बुरा दिन जाता है ना तुम्हारा, तुम जर्नल करते हो, अगले दिन तुम बढ़िया उठते हो. तुम्हारे अंदर वो उतनी उतनी हेटरेट नहीं रहती, ना सामने वाले के लिए ना सिचुएशन के लिए.
तभी मेरे में ध्रुव को लेके हेटरेट नहीं रहती. बट आई विल जस्ट से दिस वन थिंग कि भाई कभी कभी हमें लगता है ना कि यार अरे यार, ये जब कोई स्पेसिफिक सिचुएशन कम्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू एंड यू आर लाइक फक, नाउ आई एम फक, नथिंग विल हैपन, नाउ थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू गो साउथ. हम एज ह्यूमन बीइंग्स एवरी पॉसिबल सिचुएशन सोच ले जिसमें हमारे लगने वाले हैं. बट from my personal experience, I'll tell this one thing, that everything will just die down. To be very honest, sometimes now we overthink a lot in a lot of situations. चीजें कभी कभी उतनी बड़ी होती नहीं है जितनी हम लोग बना देते हैं फालतू का सोच के. Honestly, if you have that in capability in you ना, कि don't worry, हो जाएगा, we'll be able to handle it. एंड ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं है इस दुनिया में जहां पे यू कैन सिट डाउन एंड टॉक एंड तुम सॉर्ट आउट नहीं कर सकते. हर एक चीज बैठ के शांति के साथ सॉर्ट आउट हो सकती है. शांति के साथ बैठ के यू कैन क्रिएट अ प्लान टू cater that specific situation. I sometimes feel like I'll give you a very small example. Maybe a lot of people won't relate to it. खासकर ध्रुव, क्योंकि ध्रुव तो पास हो गया था फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में. इंजीनियरिंग के फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में मैं 6 में से 5 एग्जाम्स में फेल हुआ था, बिकॉज थिंग्स वर नॉट गुड ऑल अराउंड मी. ठीक है. देन सेकेंड सेमेस्टर में आई हैड टू गिव टोटल में 11 एग्जाम्स एंड आई पास्ड इन लाइक 8-9. ठीक है. स्टिल गॉट रीअपियर इन 3. तो मैथ्स 1 जो था ना इंजीनियरिंग का, वो थर्ड सेमेस्टर तक मेरी गांड में पड़ा हुआ था. बहन जो मेरा क्लियर ही नहीं हो रहा था. बाकी सब क्लियर हो गया. तो मैंने थर्ड सेम में ना बहुत दिन रात मेहनत करी, दिन रात पढ़ाई करी. मैं आई वाज स्टिल स्केयर्ड, क्योंकि वो मैं जब मैथ्स 1 के बारे में सोचता ना, मुझे वो पुरानी फक्ड अप यादें सामने आ जाती थी. बट यू नो, मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, ही इज इन वहीं इंडिया में ही. ही सेड दैट कि लाला क्या हो जाएगा, फेल हो जाएगा फिर से, 6 महीने बाद फिर आने वाला है. उसने तो हंसी मजाक में बोला था, मुझे अभी तक याद है. फेल हो जाएगा ना, फिर दे देना 6 महीने बाद, 800 रुपए 1000 रुपए भर के फिर देना है ना. बट डोंट लेट दिस इफेक्ट योर हेल्थ. तू इतना हालत कर लिया है कि तू देख के ऐसा लग रहा है कि तू अभी मतलब बीमार पड़ा इंसान दिख रहा है मेरे को. डोंट लेट इट इफेक्ट योर हेल्थ. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, लाइफ, अभी हमें लगता है ना कि एक एग्जाम, कुछ लोगों को लग रहा होगा इसमें मैं फेल हो गया, मेरी लाइफ खत्म है. trust me, life is going to throw so many curveballs at you, so many fucked up situations at you. अगर तुम एक एग्जाम में फेल होना तुम्हें बहुत बड़ा लग रहा है ना, आगे जाके तो तुम्हारी हालत खराब हो जाएगी। इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, चीजें इतनी मुश्किल होती नहीं है, जेन्युइनली बोल रहा हूँ, या चीजें उतनी बड़ी होती नहीं है। आई नो उस टाइम पे अभी अभी लोग बोलेंगे कि अरे उस टाइम पे मुझे लगता था फेल होना इज द बिगेस्ट क्राइम इन द वर्ल्ड, बट इट्स नॉट। कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आए ना लाइफ में, बट प्लीज मेक श्योर इट्स नॉट अफेक्टिंग योर हेल्थ. Other than that, of course, you have to take that problem seriously. You have to work on it, but don't let it affect your health. I have seen लोग गलत आदतें अपना लेते हैं, लोग गलत चीजें करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, लोग ज्यादा ड्रिंक करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. Don't go on that side. Believe in yourself. With time सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा.
I relate to that क्योंकि although मैं पास हो गया था, but उससे पहले एक जेई का एग्जाम होता है.
ओसड़ी के ताना मारना मुझे पता था.
भाई,
ताना मारेगा.
सुन जेई का एग्जाम होता है जिसमें मैं इतनी बुरी तरीके से फेल हुआ था ना, मतलब कुछ कहने की हद नहीं है. ठीक है, उसके बाद बट दैट एग्जाम का जब रिजल्ट आया था ना, आई फेल्ट नथिंग. मतलब मुझे डिसअपॉइंटमेंट भी नहीं थी क्योंकि मेरे को पता था मुझे करना ही नहीं है ना ये, तो मुझे डिसअपॉइंटमेंट भी नहीं लग रही थी. बट फिर मैंने दिया था मेरा सीएफए का एग्जाम फाइनेंस में, लेवल 1 फर्स्ट टाइम. तभी मैंने एक दूसरा एग्जाम भी क्लियर करा था फाइनेंस में, तो मैंने बहुत जल्दी दे दिया था. उसमें मैं 1 या 2 मार्क्स से फेल हो गया फाइनल कट ऑफ. भाई जो मैं रोया हूँ जस्ट बिकॉज कि मुझे पता था दैट मेंट समथिंग टू मी, दैट एग्जाम मेंट समथिंग टू मी. दोबारा दिया, निकल गया बहुत अच्छे नंबर से. उस एग्जाम में उस टाइम पे लग रहा था वो सबसे बड़ी फेलियर हो गया है लाइफ का. देन कम्स योर फर्स्ट हार्ट ब्रेक, तब तुम्हें लगता है ये सबसे बड़ा फेलियर हो गया है. फिर एक नई चीज आती है, वो फेलियर की लेवल ना बढ़ते जाते हैं. बट विद टाइम जब तुम 25-26 साल के हो जाते हो ना, तुम अगर ये तुम्हारी लाइफ में हो गया है, सबसे बड़ी बात होता है अगर तुम्हारा हार्ट ब्रेक हो गया है ना एक बार, भाई मैं लेजिट बता रहा हूँ, उससे बढ़िया चीज नहीं है अगर तुम हील कर गए हो. क्योंकि उसके बाद तुम्हें होता है ये निकल गया ना, तो मैं निकाल ही लूंगा. अगर बंदा वहां से बच गया तो बंदा कहीं से भी बच जाता है.
मेरा हार्ट ब्रेक हुआ था. I was the biggest fuckboy after that. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
Nathan,
that is the most believable story you have told us so far. Thanks.
Nathan, do you understand
for
Hindi? Or
sharing.
you just read it from context? Do you
What do you
understand
mean?
Hindi? Do you
I
understand
mean,
Hindi?
roughly, yes. No, I wouldn't say I understand exactly what's being here, but I'm also, because you guys are here, I'm letting you all read it. I would ask them, but since y'all are here, I'm just letting you all read all the stuff too.
क्या
while
किस
we
चीज का पूछ रहा था
forward.
ईशान?
Before we
नहीं,
go ahead, this is the lovely one. So Landon is like a long-time subscriber. He's a Portsmouth fan. And I found that quite funny when he read this. Went nuts. He lives in England. When Pompey won the FA Cup, she ran down the road naked. The police sectioned her under the Mental Health Act. I mean, listen, man, there's worse ways to go out in life. You know,
No,
there's
but
worse ways to go out in life.
this is the epitome of happiness. If you're so happy, I think at the very top of the pyramid is running naked on the streets. I think I don't ever want to be that much happy also, but I think it's the epitome of happiness. Running
Agree.
naked on
I agree. Ego saying my father was in hospital. I got news that my best friend's father died due to an heart attack, and my friend was on flight to Seattle, and he got the news when he reached the airport.
Damn.
you know first time I went to Australia, so आप मेरे को मेरी नानी ने बड़ा करा है.
Sorry
because
to hear that, Ego.
my parents were working, so my grandmother actually like took care of me. And when I went to Australia, she was not doing very well, but throughout the time it was never ki she won't survive or something like that. Maternal grandmother. The day I was coming back, okay, the day I took the flight, it was 5 in the morning in Australia. I was coming back to India. 5 I took the flight in like Australian time. 5 I took the flight. 5:02 is when she took her last breath. And they couldn't keep the body.
देखो
They
पता है.
couldn't keep the body because
You have
कुछ
to
हुआ था.
cremate the next day, right?
Exactly.
That is part of the.
body was getting like it was something was happening.
Yeah.
By the time I landed and my father came to pick me up, and then we were just going from the airport, and he said like your grandmother is no more. And I was in shock throughout that trip. Till this date I hold that grief. Like I just can't move on
Same.
from that part. I still hold that grief, and
Exactly.
it is okay.
It's just
It is
that कि you
I
तुम्हें
want to
ऊपर
hold
वाला
that grief.
हाँ, और ऊपर वाला ना gives you basically a power to live with that grief and hold that in your heart कि in a way it's a memory of her in your heart. जैसे अभी जब in Feb I went to India, right? I've never seen my Nana. Okay, I've never seen him. But in my family, his cousin basically took care of everyone. So he was grandfather for us, मम्मा के साइड से कि भाई यही है अब जो है, ठीक है. So I went to Bathinda and मैं कहा चल मैं मिल के आता हूँ. अभी मैं आया हूँ and he's not doing well यार, काफी टाइम के बाद ना. That guy I used to talk to him every Saturday, Sunday. फिक्स्ड था, सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट बनाते हैं, कॉल हिम. वो मामा के साथ रहते थे. जम्मू से वो लेके आ गए थे बिकॉज ही वाज नॉट कीपिंग दैट वेल, राइट. तो मैंने, और पता है ही वाज दैट काइंड ऑफ अ मैन जो इतना होता है ना वाइब्रेंट कि रूम में आ जाएंगे अभी भी एट द एज ऑफ 80 कि रूम खिल उठेगा कि भाई अरे कोई आया रूम में, होता है ना कईयों का वो. ही हैड दैट इन हिम एंड उन्होंने मेरे को पहली बार 3 पत्ती खेलनी सिखाई थी, जुआ कैसे खेला जाता है. So I had like very sweet memories with them. They used to call me, Captain, क्या हाल है? How are you? All good, सब ठीक है. And whenever I used to talk him, ऐसी बात करते थे. So I was like, यार नया मैं इंडिया मैं मिल के आऊंगा. I went there. I was with him 3 days. इतने कमजोर हो गए थे ना. And I saw him and I was like, यार ये तो बहुत कमजोर हो गया. And I hope ठीक हो जाए जल्दी. But जैसे ही मैं US आया, within a week, शाम को अराउंड लाइक 8ish या 8:30 माय कजन कॉल्स मी, कहता रुक 1 मिनट. और मैं पता है मैं वीडियो कॉल, उसने कैमरा चेंज किया, ही वाज जस्ट लाइंग डाउन वहां पे डेड साइलेंट, लाइक ही इज नो मोर. वो कहते हैं ना पूरी बॉडी तुम्हारी 2 मिनट के लिए वो एकदम चिल जाते हैं, ठंडी हो जाती, तुम्हें पता ही नहीं अब मैं रिएक्ट कैसे. भाई मैं इतना रोया हूँगा ना उस दिन, वो रात मैं नहीं सो पाया हूँ. एंड आई क्राइड सो मच इन दैट सेंस कि एटलीस्ट अगेन मैं इसको ना मेरा बहुत डिफरेंट आउटलुक है टुवर्ड्स लाइफ. आई सॉ इट एज अ ब्लेसिंग कि ऊपर वाले ने मुझे वो अक्ल दी कि मैं इंडिया में हूँ और मैं मिल लूँ उनसे जाने से पहले. अगर मैं वो चीज नहीं करता भाई, मैं पागल हो जाता. But I cried so much and I always wanted him कि वो मेरी शादी देखे. उनके साथ मेरा एक अलग प्यार था, ठीक है. 1 महीना every single day used to come in my dreams, every single day. अभी भी whenever something bad is happening with me or I'm not keeping good, if I'm overthinking about something, उस दिन he comes in my dream. ए कैप्टन कैसा है, डोंट वरी. ये मैंने कितनी बार विविडली मेरे को याद है, मैंने अपने सपनों में ये चीज सुनी होगी. सो दिस ईयर हैज बीन शिट फॉर मी एज वेल, बट आई स्टिल रिमेंबर हिज वर्ड्स.
So jump
Things
when
will be
my
fucked up, but
grandmother,
you have to keep on going.
my grandmother like died. So basically COVID से पहले I just bought a car and she was throughout the COVID she was like, once the COVID is over, I want you to take me on a ride.
Right.
And bhai, I just couldn't because जैसे Australia, like as soon as in between of COVID I went to Australia. The day I came back, next day, bhai, you had to go and like pour the ashes into Ganga. We are going in my car. I'm sitting at the back, and I have her in my lap. That kalash which has the ashes, and that's the first time I cried because I just remembered she always wanted to go on a
Right.
ride. That was her last ride, but
Yeah, I'm very happy you all got to experience your grandparents because before I was born, 2 of my grandparents passed away, and I lost all my grandparents by the time I was 5. So just like you, the night before, my mom's mom, she was ill with cancer. It was too late to reverse it. She told me, Nathan, go get chocolates in the fridge and go lie down. I'll see you tomorrow. Next day, I go to school. My mom gets on the school bus with me, goes down the road. We lived about 500 meters away from my grandmother. I go there and she's passed. And I don't really know how to react to it. But the only thing I remember, she was a Protestant. So she was, her body was kept in a Baptist church. to give the last rites before we buried her. She wanted to be cremated in near the Gateway of India. We lived in Kolaba, which is where the Gateway of India is in Bombay. So the only thing I remember is going there by bus. And the second thing I remember is how cold the hand was because she was in a morgue. So everyone could come, from wherever they were to say goodbye to her the next day. And I've never gotten over that, ever. And the building which they lived in their whole life, that has been leveled down and there's a new skyscraper there. We don't even look at the skyscraper. We don't even look at it. We drive past it. We don't. My mother says every time we pass by when we go to Bombay, I don't even look there because it's too painful. And I think what someone said really earlier is it's really tough watching your parents. Your grandparents, just because of the age gap, it's more realistic, right? But as you get older and you watch your parents get older, it becomes really tough. And then I don't know. I was just thinking about when you said that because I felt the same way about my grandmother. And
My grandmother loved jalebi, and I also loved jalebi. Till this day, I haven't had jalebi since then. I just can't. I just can't have it.
it's really tough here. I mean, there's I ever since she passed away, I always look forward to talking to old people. I don't know why. My mom says it's because you didn't grow up with your grandparents. I told her that might be the reason, but I also think when you're a certain age and you have seen certain things, the older you get, the more they appreciate just the simple things.
I know this one simple thing. The day, touch wood, I hope she has a longer life. The day my mother passes away, I've never said this to anyone. Touch wood. I'm genuinely cooked. Because it's not that I don't care about my father. I fucking love him. उनकी वजह से आज मैं maybe यहाँ पे ना होता. But growing up, my mother and I have spent a lot of time together. Because Papa used to was in US for a lot of years. ठीक है? उसके बाद he was in Delhi for like 8-9 years, in Karnataka for 6-7 years. So he was pretty much working outside Ludhiana, ठीक है? Outside Punjab. My brother, after 12th standard, जब वो engineering करने गया, he did his engineering in Nagpur, and after that he was working in Pune for many years, and उसके बाद Bombay गया. So he was also out. Was Papa and my brother used to come to Ludhiana on basically pretty much on Diwali या फिर कोई और holidays होती थी. तो पापा का आना जाना was like साल में 5-6 times at max in 1 year. वो भी like for 2-3 days, 4 days. या मैं चले जाता था, मम्मा और मैं दिल्ली जाते थे. So growing up, it was like मम्मा और मैं was like more like besties. Like we used to gossip. when I started driving, मैं मम्मा को लेके movies पे जाता था. क्यों मत चलो movies जाते हैं, shopping करने जाना. So मम्मा और मैं ना besties वाला था. So I know. वहां एक फैक्टर है कि वो मैं नहीं सोच पाता भाई, because वहां क्योंकि I can say anything to her, I can talk in any tone with her because we have that compatibility in ourselves. वो माँ बेटा कम, it's like more like best friends वाला tuning, right? मैं डांट भी देता हूँ उनको, ऐसा हमारा tuning बैठा हुआ है when she doesn't listen to me, right? So अभी भी on weekends there are times जब सब बोलते हैं लेट हो गया. It's like क्योंकि I'm talking to मम्मा. उनको मैं बोल रहा हूँ जाना होता है, छुट्टी है आज भी तू नखरे दिखा रहा है, बात कर ले. उनको गॉसिप देनी होती है कि पूरा हफ्ता क्या हुआ मेरे साथ, कहाँ किसने कर दिया, किसने क्या कांड कर दिया, इसकी बहन ने उसको क्या बोल दिया. Because वो एक माँ अपनी बेटी के साथ ही करती है वैसी गॉसिप, राइट? My brother is not like that. My brother is कट टू कट बात करने वाला इंसान. उनको उसको मेरे जितना बात करना पसंद नहीं है. So I realized this time my mother likes it. So I have to at least be there for her in that way as well. So I know, bhai.
Oh, I told you guys on your channel, if my mom's not alive, I'm going to jail. 100%.
What is that?
I'll be incredibly unhinged after that.
We'll
Like
make
incredible,
sure that don't go to jail. will take.
genuinely the most unhinged person you ever see. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I will still be the most unhinged person you'll know. I told her many times. I told her, if you're not around, I don't know if I'm going to be around much after. I told her. She said, don't say that. I said, see, mom, I rather not lie to you. If you want me to pretend I'm going to be okay, then I'll tell you to your face if that makes you feel better. But I'm telling you that I'm already, the reason I'm not in jail already is because of her. I was 100% going to smash people. I'm not even joking. Like, when I see red, no, I am the most peaceful person. I'll sit in the. I told Dhruv, when you get married, dude, I'll be sitting in the corner. Don't think I'm unhappy or don't want to be there. It's just I can't deal with people. Maybe it's because I've lived in Goa for so long. I don't know, but I'll sit in the corner. I'll be having fun. I'll be nursing my drink and I'll enjoy myself. I know that doesn't sound like enjoying, but I'll be enjoying myself. The moment people get in your face, the moment people try to do something, no, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it because I don't want my mom to hear whatever nonsense I've done. Dude, the number of parties, women, drugs, alcohol, smoking that I've had to say no to since my 20s. To only lose those friends because at that point of time, that's all they wanted to do. I have lost incredible amounts of people in my life because I did not do the party culture because I wasn't raised here. I grew up here. I wasn't born here. I'm not familiar with everything. I don't want to be familiar with certain things. And the reason I don't want to be familiar with certain things is I was going to say this at the end of the story, but at the end of the stream. But so when I was 13 years old, I had this English friend of mine. I went to an English medium school. Some people call it private. I mean, we were like 100 people there. So I don't know if to call it private or not. I think it was just English medium. And for people who don't grow up in Goa, that's what you have to go to. He used to smoke weed. He used to brush his teeth hours before going to school because his mother and sister didn't know. His father wasn't in the picture. His father wasn't in Goa. I don't know what they did. I don't know what she did, but he could afford weed. So he would drink, he would smoke weed. He got expelled from our school. 2 years later, one of my friends walk up to me and go, he's dead. And I still have his Pokemon cards he had original Pokemon cards that he gave me. I still have it to this day. It's been, I don't know how many years it's been now, at least closing on 2 decades now. I have his cards. And she said he was high, he drank, fell off the bike, and a truck went over. And from that day onwards, when people get drunk and get in my face, I want to fucking smash them. I don't want to tell them stop. I don't want to tell them walk away. I want to smash them. Because I don't think they understand that their parents have to put them into the ground or however you bury your children. And you won't believe there were 6 people at his funeral. And he's buried here in Goa and his family went back to England. And these fuckers here, they drive fast. They fucking flaunt their riches. They smoke all kinds of shit. They do all kinds of nonsense with women. And they get drunk endlessly. Like even for shits and giggles, not even to celebrate an event. They don't fucking understand that they might not actually go home the next day because they take it for granted.
Yes.
And that is the most infuriating thing I can tell you about anybody. That's why when people go, man, we're coming here to party and go, I'm like, bro, just don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you're going to do because I probably wouldn't do it myself. So I don't want to know. As long as you're having fun, good luck. I'll see you in the daytime. Meet me at a restaurant. I don't fuck around. Yeah, I don't want my mom burying me because of some stupidity. So I've always had that's why I don't drink. I am very curious about drinks because I'm very curious about food. So I will try cocktails, mocktails. You won't believe I got drunk one day. The next day I got up before everyone that got drunk and I was sitting down outside. And my mom's like, what's happened? I'm like, I'm sorry. And she's like, for what? I'm like, I'm sorry I got drunk. She's like, don't be so ridiculous. You're sitting at home. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Like, it's not acceptable for me after what's happened to me. I shouldn't even have gotten drunk. You think and she's like, you're at home though. What's the I'm like, you're missing the point. Tomorrow I might not be at home and I might think it's okay. And I'm very hard on myself about that because I think about that funeral. 6 people, dude. 6 people. And then they probably not come back. And in Goa, in other place, I don't know how the cemetery works everywhere in India. After 3 to 5 years, they take your body out to put a fresh body in there, and we have a well of bones. I guess everyone has a well of bones, and we basically put the body there if we don't put it in a crypt. So you know how they have those crypts at the side of the cemetery, the small. If you're here, you pay the thing, and you transfer the body into a crypt. So the fresh grave is for fresh bodies, right? Because you put the whole coffin in. They weren't here to do that. His bones were in a well. So if you thought the 6-person funeral was bad, now there's nothing even to remember him by, and it really bothered me. And I've lost a lot of friends for it, and I apologize to no one. And one day I told them the story. I don't do them like, so you're not your friend, yeah? You're not your friend. It happened to him. It doesn't mean it won't happen to everybody. And I looked at him. I said, why are you so confident it won't happen to you? You're going on a bike. You're drinking here. You're going on a bike. You're going home. You don't drive slow because I know you. Why are you so confident you're going to get back home? Like, what divine right you have? Which God do you pray to that makes you think you're going to get home safely? And that day, I just walked. I never spoke to that particular person again after that, because he was, first of all, pressing me to drink, and the second of all is they don't understand the concept of a loss. And you know what? It's really sad to say, and this might get really dark, but the fuck, why do you have to lose someone in your life to understand how life works? Why is it always with people that someone has to lose? You got to lose someone in your life, to understand the value of someone else's life.
That's a unfortunate and a very harsh reality, क्योंकि वो तभी तो there's a saying जब तेरे साथ होगा then you'll realize, क्योंकि till that time that specific person thinks that कि भाई ठीक है तो क्या हो गया, ये तो cool है, वो cool and shit western culture को इतना badly मिसइंटरप्रेट किया गया एंड डिफरेंट वे में, तुम गलत वे में इन्फ्लुएंस हो गई है इंडियन पब्लिक. दे थिंक दैट हाँ भाई 4 पैक डाउन 6 पैक डाउन एंड गाड़ी चला रहे हैं, it's all like fun and games and it's fine. People don't realize this, the kind of shit Nathan is talking about right now. वो अगर यूएस या इंग्लैंड या कहीं पे भी या ऑस्ट्रेलिया कहीं पे भी करो ना, वो पब्लिक को पता है that is the, I don't want to use a very harsh word, the lowest of the lowest people in those countries.
Bro, the drinking culture in the West is started from the working class. Here, people think they do it for fucking sport.
पढ़ा
They
लिखा
don't do it for
इंसान जो
sport.
होगा ना, जो is working white collar job, I have seen people getting drunk in my office parties, and after that, they tell someone or they tell a concierge, "Can you just bring me a taxi? I'll come tomorrow and I'll pick up my car. But can you bring me a taxi?" क्योंकि that is the समझदारी thing which we have to do. But यहाँ पे कोई working class होगा ना, बोला गाड़ी दे, मैं गाड़ी चलाऊंगा, वो 4 लोगों को मारेगा भी, that वो चीज गलत वे में हम यहाँ ले रहे हैं. And yes, it's a harsh reality. जब तुम्हारे साथ होता है, only at that point of time they realize that fuck, ये तो नहीं होना चाहिए था, ये चीज नहीं करनी चाहिए थी.
This. I mean, I said I won't talk about football, but I always remember people telling me the story about Sir Alex Ferguson basically running up to all the pubs and going, I don't want these people here. I know it's English culture to have a drink after a training session and go home. If they're here, you let me know. Otherwise, I will create problems for you later on. And I was thinking, people were like, don't mention Sir Alex Ferguson, our manager. I'm like, Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't Sir Alex Ferguson when he came here. He built it up by doing things like this, by breaking the drinking culture. Even, by the way, Arsene Wenger did the same thing, by the way. Ironically, both of them not English, funny enough. The thing is, what this drinking culture started from mine workers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but here in Goa, we have a lot of daily wage workers from Karnataka. And what they do is they are worked so raw every day that they have a peg or two to not feel the body soreness. Yeah, because they need to sleep so they can do it again.
In agar tu if you go in Dehradun na, not Dehradun, I don't remember the place now. अरे ईशान वो कहाँ पे है यार जिसको बोलते हैं मिनी स्विट्जरलैंड का नाम दिया हुआ है?
Lando, Mussoorie.
खजियार.
Yeah, Dalhousie.
वहां पे, and even in Punjab you will see those taxi drivers या truck drivers, उनको इतना अफीम चाहिए होती है चाय के साथ. to keep them going every single day in morning, क्योंकि वो इतना up
Yeah.
and down करना होता है. It's like necessity for them, and that is totally different aspect to it. But हम as जो नए लौंडे हैं ना, हमने कुछ चीजों को इतना normalize and cool कर दिया है ना
Yeah.
इंडिया में. It's like, अरे तू you don't smoke weed? Oh my God, you don't do that. ये वो मतलब I don't want to get into that because
Bro,
मेरे
I
को
bet you money if we go to a small village in England, random small village, let's say a name we have never heard of, even after watching English football our whole life. We go there at 5 in the evening to a drink. And if any of us have the guts to do it, because it will be a weird thing, ask what everyone does. Everyone will be working class, low middle class people sitting. They just want to unwind. But some people have gone, they think it's like an Olympic sport. They think everybody does it, rich people, poor people. We have normalized it from a culture where they used to do it for functionality purposes.
exactly.
We have normalized it to do it as a sport. And people don't, they think every Englishman is a drunk person. They don't realize what work they have done, no, and they
Like
want to drink to go to
Indian
sleep.
thinks, like every Indian thinks that Punjabis are the drunkards out there.
It is true.
We'll move on. We'll move on.
So
Uh,
I have to leave in like 10 minutes. उससे
Yeah.
पहले I'll just say that thank you so much Nathan for doing this, and मेरे अंदर का एक समझदार इंसान बाहर निकालने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. I am really grateful.
welcome anytime.
After a very long time, I am able to talk about some serious things, which I prefer to do, but no one listens to me. That's altogether a different thing. खाली ईशान ही है जो मेरी भावनाएं समझता है. ईशान के साथ मैंने काफी people don't काफी लोग बोल
Oh,
रहे थे
yeah,
ना,
they're about to make out again, guys. Brace yourself.
but ईशान के साथ मैंने काफी ऐसी स्ट्रीम्स करी है. ईशान मी एंड अक्षिता आई वुड से. अक्षिता भी काफी इन स्ट्रीम्स में रही है हमारे साथ.
We have a spec.
Lavanya, I will say this. Yeah, if this bothers you, pull her aside and explain to her why you felt this way. If there is I know it's been a year now. If you feel she didn't treat you right at that point of time, or she didn't understand where you're coming from, it's, I suppose, now is the goodest time as any to explain it. Maybe
नहीं,
I
Marcus, यार, you are always in my heart, brother. What are you talking about?
But like, I think most people don't cry on their funerals. It's always after. Like, अगर immediate family
Yeah.
member एकदम नहीं जा रहा है, you don't cry there. You cry once you process कि हुआ क्या है भाई. Sometimes you are just in shock, भाई, to cry.
Yeah, I remember the SummerSlam stream. I was supposed to do live. You won't. Oh God, I guess I didn't tell you guys. I was supposed to do SummerSlam stream live. 20 minutes before going live, I get the news that my mom's sister passed away.
Ah, shit.
I literally woke up and I heard my mom scream at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, what happened? And she was saying Nilufer's not alive anymore. I mean, I have to give reference here. My Nilufer is a Parsi name. My mother's Parsi. In case people are wondering what kind of name Nilufer is, it's a Parsi name. And I was like, it's just sitting there one day, you're getting ready to do a SummerSlam stream. I messaged her like maybe 10 days before that. Dead. And we watched her get she married a Gujarati man, so she decided that she wants to get buried by burnt in the pyre. So watching her body go in, it's really uncomfortable for me because I've never seen it before. We just get put into the mud and whatever happens after a few hours. But it was like watching that flame slowly like engulf her, and I was like, "Man, I don't know how people do this in this country. This feels incredibly uncomfortable to me personally."
तभी मेरा ना एक I have this one saying कि भाई if you want to fight, it's very human to fight with someone, but never hold that grudge कि भाई अब मैं इसको ना खत्म कर दूंगा, अब ना मैं इसको तबाह कर दूंगा, I'll make sure that guy suffers. Don't have that mentality. Even if you want to fight, that is human to do. Even if you want to be angry, but at least अपने दिल में ना एक part of your दिल, make sure that you have that in yourself to forgive people as well, because life इतनी choti hai na, it's genuinely very short-lived in that sense that you never know what is going to happen the very next day with you or with your loved ones. So rather than holding on to the grudges, forgive people. Because we are fucking nobody. Genuinely बोल रहा हूँ, we are nobody. कल उसने अगर कमांड दे दिया ना ऊपर वाले ने, लाला, tomorrow is the last day for you in this world. मैं पैंचो जितना भी पैसा लगा लूं 270 के चाहे दिन का भी कमा रहा हूं, सेकंड का भी कमा रहा हूं, it is of no use. It is of no use.
So what you're basically saying, you're going to go to the strip club. That's what you're saying.
मैं इतनी अच्छी बात बोल रहा हूँ, talking about strip club. Nathan, have some
भाई
shit.
उसको खत्म भी तो
Last day on earth, bro. What do you want me to say? You're going to take a boat ride across New York? Who gives a shit, dude? On your last day, seriously, what are you going to do on your last day? You got last meal. What are you going to do on your last day?
I don't need a last day. If I am having that if I have that assurance in on that last day, na, that after you are gone, your loved ones, your parents, or whoever it is, my wife or whoever it is, they'll be fine for the rest of their lives, or like they'll be taken care of. And you know in what sense I'm trying to say. That is more than enough for me. I don't need a last day. उसी वक्त ले जाओ ऊपर वाला, मेरे को मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मिस्टेक अगर तेरे से ग्रज होता ना, तेरे कमेंट बहनचोद मैं कभी लेता ही नहीं.
अरे बना दे इसको मॉड वापस यार, दिमाग खराब कर दिया है.
My father died during COVID while I was giving my exams. Still, I don't think I've recovered from the incident as I was not even able to light the. I'm sorry, Shreyansh. I mentioned the paya and I didn't even see your comment there. I can't imagine how tough it would be.
Yeah.
I just watching it on video and I couldn't watch, dude. I'm very happy I get put into the ground, knowing that you're part of the process is. I can't imagine. I don't think I'd able to do it either. Thank
have
you
to
for sharing,
sometimes-
Shreyans.
Sometimes you have to smash the skull, by the way.
No,
Because-
let's not do that, bro. Please,
Yeah.
just put me in the ground there. I don't have the bandwidth for any of this. I'm sorry.
You know, Nathan, don't take this in a wrong way, but I would prefer to get myself burned as well. Genuinely, you know why? Because
can see why.
if I see my loved one being buried somewhere, na, मैं ऐसा आदमी हूं ना, I'll visit that place every single
You're supposed to. We that's what we do.
I know people,
Yeah.
and I know people here who do that, but वो कहते हैं ना, half of my mind would be there every single time, every single day.
Hmm.
I won't be able to basically move ahead from it. So
Okay,
you know in what sense I'm trying to say कि भाई,
no, I get it. I'm actually going to tell you. So I'll tell you my experience now, because I and unfortunately or fortunately, depend on how you look at it. I live that reality. So I will say this: there is something comforting knowing your loved ones are buried with each other. So I will say that is one thing that is nice. The other thing I would say is, as I got older, I would go there to celebrate the good times I've had. So
Fair
I
point,
would go,
fair
I would
point.
spend like half an hour with him on my birthday.
fair
My grandfather's named after St. Francis Xavier. St. Francis Xavier is a very big deal in Goa. I don't want to give everyone the spiel right now, but it's a little late in the night for that. And I have one of his names. So for me, we are bonded by the fact that we have
rhythm
St.
ने
Francis
बहुत
Xavier.
सही word use किया. I was not using the right words. This is what I was trying to say.
to let
पता है?
it go. To let go.
हाँ,
Yeah, of course.
if
I
I'll
get
be
it.
there ना, if I would be again, ये सबका अपना अपना point of view again,
of course.
right? मेरा होगा कि भाई I'll be stuck in that thing then. I won't be able to function that to that extent which people demand from me. You know in what sense I'm trying to say.
I get it. But I initially, even I didn't want to go when I was younger, because like I said, I lost my grandparents really young.
हाँ.
But there was a point in time where I went like, man, at least I have somewhere to go to celebrate, because you always wonder if they're watching, if they're listening.
Snap meme
You
बोल
know,
रहा है, you'll have
that's
y'all have weird customs, but snap meme, that is what makes all of us special in its own way.
No, but I'll.
क्या line
it's
बोली है
the way-
मैंने? वाह.
So
No,
the
I don't know
idea-
if it's weird, but it's definitely mentally grueling to like light that pyre for me would be like, I don't know. I
I think
totally
it's
understand why
totally-
Shreyansh couldn't do it.
No, but the
Honestly.
significance
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it
of
is
course.
that
Of course.
you come from nature and you're going back to nature. So
Yes.
the
Cycle.
idea is that the smoke
Most-
rises to the heaven,
Yeah.
the
Cycle
ash
of
turns,
life.
the ash returns to the earth, the water in the body evaporates,
Cycle thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the air returns to the vayu. The heat inside you is burnt with the agni, the heat.
But
Fire.
Ishan, उसने
Yeah.
भी अगर चाहे बोला, tell me if you agree or not. जैसे उसने बोला, yeah, have weird customs. But मैं वो बोल रहा हूँ, ये this is
All
what
weird.
makes all of us special in its own way.
Yeah, definitely.
Bhai,
Yeah.
it's not beautiful, but you
मतलब-
get the feeling. I'm
हाँ,
trying.
Unique.
to say
It's
you know,
unique.
In what sense I'm saying?
it is unique and it is like एक वो है once I would like जैसे लाला ने बोला कि भाई जलाना is better in my opinion as well कि the person is gone and you have to live with that and that's the like हमारे customs में जैसे उसको beautifully explain किया जाता है कि क्या होता है with the soul what happens so I think अपने customs wise मुझे सही लगता है कि वो
मैं
हो
तो
रहा है
अपना point
Bro,
of-
listen, let's be honest. They're all a little weird. And the
Of
reason
course.
they're all little weird because at the end of the day, you don't actually want to see that person in that position ever. That is why it's weird. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you do it and whatever for whatever idea you have of death or life. You don't want to see them go. That's what, bro. I buried my dogs with my own hands. I didn't want to see them go. So you can imagine what it feels like, when the time comes in 100 years. Let's leave it at that. Raghav is sharing something here really important, guys. So I think it's important to read. My mother has been a single parent since I was 3. Father was abusive, and for the last 14 years, my mother and my maternal family has been by my side. But the maternal side has been rude to me and my mother. And I want to move out, but I can't leave my mother alone, obviously, and I will be directionless if I'm not with my mother. The answer is very simple, Raghav. I don't mean to make it sound like a rap video, but work hard, get out of the hood. Simple as
Yes,
that. Work hard
yes.
and get out of the hood. Take your mom with you, and send them a postcard every Diwali, depending on where you are.
So you have all
You
the
know.
motivation in the world to work even harder than the rest of us. Get out of the place, man. ASAP.
Yeah,
And take
this.
your mom with you.
Yeah, I mean, Lavanya, I feel this is another thing that is very rampant in our country and many other South Asian countries. Sadly, I don't really know how you can do anything about this.
Nathan, you'll see this in a lot of American people here. Trust me.
Bro,
हमने
I am so lucky I'm an only child because I have the individuality to just fuck off. Be like, fuck you, I'm leaving. I know a lot of people don't have that. So I really do sympathize. I will never understand it for obvious reasons, but I really do sympathize. Because I will not take any more shit, dude. I tell people all the time, dude, I am way too old for a lot of this shit. I am way too old. I don't care whatever the hierarchy is. I don't care whatever these customs are in this country. I'm just way too old for a lot of this shit. And that's the great thing about getting old. Guys, you call us unks, right? Believe me, when you get to a certain age, no, you will love it. You will, in this country, no, you will love it. You will absolutely love it. Mark my words. Bro, I'm telling you, when there is something, no, about the fact, no, that someone can't walk up to you, no, and check you at all because you're a certain age. There's something about it. There is. When you're a kid, no, the bigger kid checks you. When you're a
Did-
teenager, no, your parents' family checks you. When you're in your 20s, your parents check you because you might not work or not get married. Once you reach 40, no one gives a fuck. Honestly. Nobody,
At what-
everyone's like, they checked out. Fuck off.
At what age did it happen to you when nobody could come to you?
Me, bro, I have grown up alone my whole life. I moved from Bombay to Goa. I didn't know any Konkani. I struggled my whole life. That's why I don't give a fuck. I've
No,
told
no, I
people
mean-
on the channel openly, if I am done with this, no, I will disappear. I won't say goodbye. I won't say see you next year. I'll be out. I'll be out. Like I told when we were talking about losing my mom, if I lose my mom, I'm moving to the mountains and fucking off. No one's going to hear from me. Because that's the only place I'll get peace and quiet where no one else is. Otherwise, it'll be really tough for me. I'll be out.
I think you can shift to Dehradun. Ishan,
No, bro,
Ishan
please.
has-
I don't want it to rain the whole fucking day, dude. It's depressing enough, bro. Please.
That's not how Dehradun is, but
पता
okay.
है
Sure
यार,
it isn't,
आजकल
but sure
आजकल
it
मेरे
isn't.
को आजकल मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम पे वो पता है वो रील्स आ रही है जिसमें वो रियल्टर्स दिखाते हैं देहरादून की ये अच्छी गली में ये कोठी किराए वो किराए बोल रहा हूँ ये बिकने वाली है ये बिकने वाली है
Please. It's okay. Thank you.
What are
Red Devil 21, there's only one answer to this, and none of the three of them are going to agree with me.
what is the answer?
Make your own money so you don't have to give a fuck. That's it.
Bhai, I would
That's
say
I would just like add on to what Nathan said.
Oh, you're going to
Make
add on? I thought you were going to disagree.
Make your own money, then spend it on your honey.
I'll just say
We'll
this
take that.
read the documents before you invest.
Ah,
Read the documents
What
carefully
does
before
that
you
mean? That sexual
I would
compatibility.
just say,
No,
again, if you
not
have the person,
everything.
if
Everything.
you have the person you love, get married. Life will be fine.
and I'll give you some advice for the younger people. This is going to sound really harsh. I know we probably shouldn't do it based on the topic, but if you rely on your family to find you your partner, don't bitch about it later when you agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not here for any of that shit. I have a bullshit tolerance on hundreds of things in this country. If you choose to listen to other people on who you should spend the rest of your life with, don't bitch about it later. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll just say this one thing. Because what I have seen is, be it a love, be it an arranged marriage, शादी के बाद things change, dynamics change. Even if तुम उसको मतलब वो it is a soulmate ना, things change at least for the first 2 years. It's a rough patch for first 2 years from what I have seen. But read the documents अच्छे से before you invest in a specific person. And it goes both ways, simple as that. And what I'll say is, दिल अगर हाँ बोलता है ना तो फिर चुपचाप चलने का अगर दिल में even 0.1% of doubt आता है then stop and see वो 1.1% का doubt भी क्यों आ रहा है remove it and if it's not getting removed move on to the other person.
Why
What is
जल्दबाजी नहीं है?
this?
I feel
जल्दबाजी नहीं कर
don't
सकते
rush into it. This, like, even when you are in a relationship, 1 year, 2 year, 3, you actually get to know a person after being with them for at least 3 years.
मैं एक सच्ची बात बताऊं ध्रुव तेरे को शायद सही ना लगे तुम एक लड़की के साथ जिंदगी भी बिता लोगे ना तुम फिर भी नहीं बता पाओगे उसके मन में क्या चल रहा है. I guarantee you this. What I'm trying to say is जो women's है ना चाहे वो मेरे मम्मा के एज की हो and my mother has accepted this fact as well and चाहे वो 20 या 22-23 साल की भी लड़की हो तुम अगर जनरेशनल प्यार भी करते हो तुम तब भी नहीं बता पाओगे इसके मन में क्या चल रहा है.
हाँ भाई,
पर जानना क्यों है फिर तो क्या खत्म हो गया ना मतलब
that
that's
is
the
fine भाई, that is fine. तेरे को जानने की हर वक्त
बिग बॉस
जरूरत
रोज
नहीं.
नहीं खेलना है शान. मैं अभी ऑफिस के साथ रोज खेलता हूँ मुझे अपनी बंदी के साथ रोज बिग बॉस खेलने का कोई शौक नहीं है.
भाई,
बोलो.
but the
बंदी का
woman in
फोन आ
your
गया उसी
life,
बात पे.
भाई, the woman in your life should be
fuck.
killing the drama, not creating it. That is a very, very simple thing.
Trust me, in today's time they love to create some drama as well out of nothing.
भाई, create, तेरे create का एक मतलब होता है नोक झोंक create करी जाती है.
बट वो
But
होना
if-
भी चाहिए नहीं तो बोरिंग हो जाएगा काम.
नोक झोंक तो create करनी ही पड़ती है. But if she is creating a drama, bro.
तू ही करता होगा वैसे अपनी वाली के साथ तो तू ही करता होगा.
भाई, टचवुड हमारा इतना कुछ वो नहीं होता. मतलब we have been together since 7 years और
तू जानबूझ के कलेश करता होगा फिर बोलता होगा अरे मैं तो मजाक ही
भाई वो
Ishan, this one's
personality
for
मैं
you.
वहाँ लेके नहीं जाता ना कभी.
हाँ?
This is a character. जो मैं स्ट्रीम पे हूँ हमेशा कैरेक्टर है. मुझे पता है क्या चलेगा क्या नहीं चलेगा. तुझे
तो
लगता है कि मैं वो बात नहीं सोची होगी बोलने से जो कल मैंने स्ट्रीम पे बोली थी प्लेयर्स के बारे में.
वो तो सोची समझी साजिश थी.
ऑफ कोर्स भाई, ऑफ कोर्स. तो मैं वो मेरे को पता है. मतलब मेरी बंदी के सामने मैं बिल्कुल ऑनेस्ट एकदम ऐसा इंसान हूँ कि मैं यही हूँ. अगर मेरी बंदी मतलब मुझे लग रहा है ना कि भाई इस बंदे के फॉलोअर मेरे से ज्यादा क्यों हो गए और मेरे को ये बात चुभ रही है, मैं बोलूंगा उससे. और वो मेरे को बोलेगी फर्क क्या पड़ता है, फिर मैं समझाऊंगा उसे. फिर वो दोबारा
फर्क
बोलेगी
क्यों पड़ता है सुन अब तू मैं भी ऐसा ही हूँ. आई
हाँ,
एग्री.
फर्क क्यों पड़ता है. फिर वो बोलेगी फिर ठीक है बढ़िया.
यार ऐसे तो फिर मेरा भी एक कैरेक्टर है मतलब मैं सच्ची बताऊँ.
ऑफ कोर्स भाई, तो तू ऐसे थोड़ी होगा.
क्यों
ये तो
इसमें
बहुत
खराबी
ही
अगर ऐसा भी
लैंडी
हो
इंसान है भाई, अगर तू ऐसे स्ट्रीम पे जैसा है वैसे ही है तो
बहुत कैसा इंसान हुआ
लैंडी इंसान भाई।
मतलब
लैंडी लैंडी
लैंड यार
जैसे
देख
कुत्ते
लाला
होते हैं
मैं ना
लैंडी
नितिन कह रहा है अब्यूज ऑन द स्ट्रीम।
ऑफ
Yeah,
कोर्स
of
भाई
course.
भाई लाला देख तू ना बंदा बहुत बढ़िया है,
अच्छा
मगर तो एक नंबर को बोल
बहुत
मादर
बहुत बढ़िया बंदा है।
हाँ
मतलब यार
नहीं नहीं बोल 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 अब तो मैं 10 मिनट लेट हो गया अपनी
भाई,
मीटिंग के लिए अब तो
एक
तू
हाउ
बोल
डू आई पुट इट इन वर्ड्स, मेरे को सोचने दे।
नहीं नहीं बोल
भाई
बोल अब
तो
तो मैं
ये
ऑलरेडी 10
शर्मा
मिनट
है
लेट
भाई
तू ना बंदा एकदम हीरा है,
अच्छा
खाता लंडे पर बोलता खीरा है। ठीक है, मतलब दिस इज समझ ले
वाह
जो समझना है इस
तेरा
बात।
बोलने का मतलब अगर मैं अभी ऑन स्ट्रीम जैसा हूँ इफ आई एम लाइक
अरे
दिस
लौड़ा कुछ नहीं बोल रहा था, मैं सोच के आया था ये बोल के जाऊंगा तुझे।
उसने वो बस ये बोलना चाहता था कि तू हीरा है तू खाता लंडे पर बोलता खीरा है, बस ये बोलना चाहता था
भाई ये भी
बस।
वैसे
टैलेंट
बोल
है
रहा
मेरे
था
को। कुछ लोग तो YouTube कम्युनिटी में खाते भी लंडा और बोलते भी लंडा
भाई, कोई नहीं।
लंड खा रहे हैं इसलिए लंड
भाई
बोल
बाहर से ट्रू भाई, आई नो लवन्य। अबे नहीं बट जेन्युइनली बढ़िया, मैं को तो मैं
भाई
हमेशा
तो बात
ऑल
है सुन
ऑनेस्टली
पहले
बोल रहा हूँ।
कि क्या बोल रहा है
लाला भाई आर यू गे?
नहीं यार
आई थिंक यू
आई
अनफॉर्चुनेटली
थिंक ग्रेट
You
गेम
know
है
what's the funny thing? One question I want to ask you. Say, say, let's keep it a little light. You know what gay means?
हैप्पी
no but can I join in like
You
10
know
minutes
that's really sad, na?
can I
Yeah,
join in like 10
yeah,
minutes
yeah, definitely. If
sorry
you,
to
नो
you know, it's so funny. People think gay means homosexual, but actually in the 15th century, gay meant happy. So
Yeah.
these people just take words that already have meanings and then they put connotations on it now, and then they ruin the word for everybody. Unfortunately,
the gays are really
and
happy the gays are really happy so
the gays are gay.
the gays are gay that's why they're
Right.
called gays man they're really
Plymouth,
happy
what your Plymouth का एक last comment ले लेते हैं before I go. Guys, please talk about marriage pressure on boys nowadays. My brother is 29, is facing it a ton from the relatives nowadays.
I feel none, dude. They can all take a walk, all of them.
But
My mom,
all the guys are not like you as well, right, Nathan?
bro. But my mom has siblings. My
No,
dad
I
has
am
first
not
cousins.
saying- I am
They
not
ask
saying-
them. I
I am
just don't
saying-
care.
no
कुछ लोग
what
pressure
proving
होता है।
that not everybody is built like you
Yeah. But I feel Plymouth भाई with a certain age अगर आपके भाई को लगता है like he can have goals and everything कि भाई I want to be this dependent before I get married, that is fine and that is acceptable. उसको शादी नहीं भी करनी है, that is also fine, that is acceptable. But अब अगर उसको लड़की नहीं मिल रही है, that is a total different issue भाई. Like there is
but
हमें क्या
it's
पता भाई.
better to not get married than to get married with the wrong person
Of
so
course भाई 100%. Just
100%.
not get married because for the sake of it शादी नहीं करनी चाहिए.
and देखो मैं आपको honestly बताता हूँ because I've reached that stage where when you meet people who are not married the only conversation that you can do with them is oh when are you getting married that's how old people are they don't have they don't have talking points they're not interesting like that they don't know what else to talk about so all they can this not pressure it's social awkwardness they don't really they're not conversationalists they don't have ideas they're not like they don't know how to make fucking conversations this is the only thing that they can talk to single people about एक बार शादी नहीं हुई तो भाई शादी कब करोगे शादी हो गई तो अरे शादी कैसी चल रही है बच्चे कब करोगे बच्चे हो गए तो अरे बच्चे कैसे दिस इज व्हाट लाइक लाइफ इज फॉर लॉट ऑफ ओल्डर पीपल प्रेशर लोग खुद ले लेते हैं because everybody around them is getting married so don't get married if you don't feel like it man like just like fucking make that dough man like once you're making that dough nothing else matters
True that.
Now it started to feel like a rap video all of a sudden. But okay.
yeah I just felt that I
Like,
spat
pressure वहाँ से भी आता है when you see your parents are getting old and then you are like भाई like it's time to get like a family of your own as well because you need that comfort कि कोई हो भाई हमारा भी सुनने वाला.
You know what? I'll answer this question because Lavanya, I'll be very honest. For a long time, because of what happened to my grandparents, I was very angry with God. Keep in mind, it's really not his fault, and I'm 5 years old. So context kind of matters in this case. So we have certain things we have to do as Christians that I avoided doing. For example, there is baptism, communion, confirmation. These are 7 sacraments. You have to do about, I believe you have to do 5 out of the 7. So I did baptism and I did communion, but I didn't do confirmation. A confirmation is when you confirmed as a Christian and you can get married in a Catholic church. I haven't done it yet because by the time I reached this age, I was very disillusioned, like you, to be completely frank. Atheism in a Christian family is not easier, Lavanya. It really depends on your family. If your family are devout, they're devout. And in India, everybody who's devout and you're not devout is going to treat you the same way. Don't get confused. I'm not going to paint Christians as some, benevolent people just because, that's what it might seem like. It might not, the harassment maybe not as bad as if you are in a Hindu family, but make no mistake about it. If I was born in the 70s and I was an atheist in my Christian family, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. I don't want to make it sound like we are cool or something. There's no proof of that. In 2025 in January, St. Francis Xavier, as I told you guys earlier, very important. I'm born on the day of his anniversary. It's a state holiday in Goa. He's the patron saint of Goa. It's very, very important to me personally. I argue as a Goan, he's kind of a little bit more important than Jesus, which is a controversial topic, but just as a Goan person. I went in January after my Christmas business. Again, as you can see, there's stuff lying around behind me. I went for his exposition, that is once every 4 years. Exposition is basically showing the miracle. His body is still there. It's still intact. Every 4 years. It used to be every year, but then people started attacking his body because they didn't believe it. So then they made it every 4 years. I saw all kinds of people there. And I'm pretty sure I saw people who weren't Catholic. Right? And I went and saw the body, and when I came out of church, I felt very different. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I felt very different. And for the first time, that's why when Snap Meme says we are rebaptizing Nathan, I found it funny. For the first time in maybe my whole life, I felt close to God. So you can be an atheist, dude. You can be whatever. You can be agnostic. You can be whatever. But I like to believe there is some kind of higher power there. You can pick a god, you can pick an entity. If you're an atheist, I would say pick positivity. Pick whatever you pick. But I don't think we are this important that there is no higher power, dude. That's one thing I don't believe. I don't think we are that important. I saw Joe Rogan's podcast and he made such a great point. He said, imagine you, for example, me or Dhruv, is a grain of sand on one beach. One beach. We are a grain of sand. That is how infinite the universe is. So I like to think there is something higher, yeah. And however people find it, whether it's Hinduism, Islam, Zoroastrianism, which is Parsis, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, however you all feel peaceful, I think there is something higher. I don't know what the name is. If you ask me, do I think it is Jesus? I'm no expert to make that comment.
Maybe it's a
You know,
shaman. You never know.
Yeah, it's definitely not. So I'm just saying it's a tough pill to swallow being an atheist in a country where being religious is a very important part of it. I'll put it like this, Lavanya. If you grew up in Scotland, no, you'd probably have a great time. If you grew up in parts of England, you would have a great time. You really would, because a lot of them are not very religious.
Sure.
It just it is what
I'll
it
leave,
is.
guys. Just on that note,
Take care,
ego,
bro.
don't be disrespectful in the comments, bye, please. So,
Yeah.
see you guys. I need to wake up in 4 hours, bye. Bye bye.
Take care. Thanks for joining, bud.
Love the stream, guys. Bye.
Sorry, Lavanya, your worldview towards our religion is effed up. I don't think it is anybody's religion, ego. I think it's how he feels. I think how he feels in his house, which I don't live in his house, ego. So it's very difficult to say that. You have to understand everyone lives in a house differently. I cannot comment on that. But yeah. By Indian Christians are not Europeans. Yeah, we are not. I don't know why people seem to think we are, but that's a whole nother weird conversation to have people. But yeah, why should anyone take pressure from their relatives because they think you should get married? Doesn't make sense. I honestly think, Logan, it is not them. I think it is them knowing the weak points of their family members. If I'm being very honest with you, I think your family pressures you from outside sources. I don't think your parents are ever in a hurry to see you settled, especially if they know you're not looking for one, or they know you're not ready. I have a
I
question
know,
to ask
I
you. Has
I
any?
know.
Can I ask you something, Ishan, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Okay, can I first like add on to what you just said?
No, I was going to ask you about that only. Yeah, you add on first for
Yeah,
sure.
I know it's Men's Day, but I think my kind of love is tough love. So just gonna say it. If you're in a position where listening to your parents and your relatives is super detrimental to you, you should start making more money and just like fucking stand up for yourself. I mean that's the harsh truth. And the worst part and the best part about being men is that when you make money, when you don't make money, everybody will question you. When you make money, nobody will. So I think matlab, that's the capitalist world, patriarchal world, whatever the fuck you want to call it, we live in. That's a harsh truth. And don't be sorry for yourself. Just like get some balls and do it. Sorry.
Arranged marriage concept is everywhere, Red Devil. Yeah, my question to you is regarding, since we are talking about arranged marriage, the concept is the Red Devil 21, and we also get pressured into doing it. Don't get mistaken. It's your personal concept of whether you want to or not that I personally subscribe to. Personally, um, um, is there ever a point in your time in time where your mom looked at you and asked you to get married, or do they know you're not ready, so they never bothered?
No,
Like personally, how did it work in your family? Did they ever come up to you and go, "When are you going to get married?" Or like how did it work? Or
I
has it
have
never happened? Or has it
I
never
have
happened?
I have actively since I was 19 worked hard enough to like have a voice in my house, because usually the parents when you're 19 they don't listen to you because you're a kid. But I've always advocated for it that listen, I'm a adult now, and then whatever. And then I think over time they started valuing what I, because the decisions that I took for my life worked better than the decisions that they took for my life. So I think now we're at a place that they genuinely appreciate, need, and respect my opinion. So the marriage conversation hadn't come until 2 years ago. When it started coming, I told them about my girlfriend and I told them the timeline that I have in my mind. What is my rationale of why I want to get married, not now, but at a later stage. So it was a very civil conversation. I think the best part about my parents is this only, that they, like, just like treat me as an adult. A lot of parents don't treat their kids as
Yeah,
adults.
that is another thing that is very Indian. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with religion, quite honestly. I know we are trying to have people are very curious about, like, people have been asking me about Christianity, like it's ahead, I'll get to it. But I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Whoever you pray to, whatever you pray to, there are many things we all have in common simply because we are all Indian. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say about that. I don't think there's a bunch of shit that hasn't changed. We all eat dal and rice. We all like tandoori chicken. Like there's a bunch of shit that we all like to do that has nothing to do with who we pray to and where we go to pray. I
100%.
honestly believe that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, because I feel like, okay, aren't like Indian Christians technically Portuguese because of the Portuguese settlement? So Plymouth, here's the problem with this statement, right? We actually had this discussion a long time, a few last month actually with Ishan, because I put it like in a little quiz thing, which by the way, funny enough, Snap Meme has responded exactly how I'm going to answer. So I'll put his statement here. So you have to understand something, right? Portuguese came here, yes, but one thing I feel people don't seem to grasp is that the Portuguese fell in love with the locals and got married here. So when you say people are European, right? You can only be European for so many generations, Plymouth. You can't be really European 500 years later. You know what I mean? Just by being homogeneous Indian people, you can't really be European. So somewhere down the line, You're just Indian at the end of the day, who happens to be Christian. And I thank you so much for asking this question, because I don't think people understand that. And they really don't, because I've seen people respond to me on other streams, and people don't really know a lot about Christianity and Goan people. And I'm very happy that you guys are asking me, and I'm very happy to answer any of your questions. And you know what? I used to be someone who was very scared to say he was Catholic, mostly because I don't know where I stood with my own identity as a religious person. But after visiting St. Francis Xavier's body, something happened to me. I will never preach anyone. I will never tell anyone to convert. I'm not that guy. I'm not interested. My mother's Parsi. My dad is Catholic. I am the last person who's going to tell someone to convert. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. You marry who you want to marry, and you live your life the way you want to live your life. If you bring other people into it, that is your problem that you have to live with the rest of your life for. That's all I can tell you. It wasn't easy. Most interfaith relationships are not easy. It doesn't matter which year you're raised in, it doesn't matter how long ago it happened. It's never easy. But if you think that person is worth it, you do it. So Snap Meme is saying yes. So Snap Meme, funny enough, is a Syrian Christian. And Syrian Christians, Plymouth, thank you again for answering the question. I'm not going to bore people. I don't know how many people are interested in this, so I'll just make it quick. Saint Thomas, one of the original apostles, which is the 12 apostles of Christ who witnessed him after his passing and decided to spread the word of Christianity. He eventually came to India, and he stayed in Kerala. That's why he first came. He came at 1st century AD, which is about 1400 years before the British came here. Now, keep in mind, the British aren't exactly the most religious people, but even if they were, they came 1400 years later, basically. So another myth, where people blame the British for the Christianity here is kind of weird, because there's been Christians here since 1st century. And I have no doubt that the Syrian Christians eventually moved to other places to trade and do business. And I don't know what happened in the 1st century. I'm not going to sit here and be an expert. But, and they eventually also started going everywhere. And that's why you will see Catholics everywhere. Granted, not in the number you see Hindus and Muslims, but you'll see them. Parsis came here in about, I think, the 13th century, because they didn't want to convert to Islam. And they were Persians. And they had a religion called Zoroastrianism, which is older than Christianity. It's like Hinduism. For people who don't know, Zoroastrianism is not, they're not Parsis, they're called Zoroastrians. So they were persecuted, and then they moved to India, and they came through Gujarat. That's why you will see a lot of people, a lot of Gujaratis who have Gujarati names, but they used to have Persian name, because that's what the Persians adopted when they came here, like a dabba wala, chai wala, and all. That's what the Persians came here and did, because they were traders here first. So they'll have those names, but eventually they married Indian people, and then they became Gujarat. So it's the same thing how the Gujaratis became Gujaratis. They have I am sure some of them have a Persian bloodline, like we have a somewhat of a Portuguese bloodline of some sort. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. That's a fantastic question, by the way. And Snap Meme, I went. The body's out every 4 years now, because someone tried to desecrate it 2 separate times. So it's put in a glass shelf bullet case, I believe. It's very heavily protected by security in the church. And I went January 14th. It was open for 1 month. People from all over India came, bro, because I could hear them speak different languages. I don't even think all of them were Christians, to be honest. So it was kind of cool. The line was massive. It took us 1 hour to get into the church and we had like 10 seconds with it. But I walked in and I walked out different. But yes, every 4 years, Snap Meme, I believe it will be 2028. And by the way, let me tell you something. The body will never leave Goa. The body will never. We will literally die in front if people tried. We will protect that grave with our lives in Goa. That's no cap. I'm being serious. If Spain tried to extradite him, it's not going to work. There will actually be bloodshed. My dad used to go in the 70s from Bombay. When they used to come out every year, they used to come on holiday. And my dad told me, I saw like Hindu people come from like walking from the Maharashtrian borders to come and pay. It was like a how you go to Rome. It was like a what do you call it? A pilgrimage. Yeah. My dad said I used to see Hindu people that pay pilgrimage back in the day. This is another very interesting thing about Goa. Like there are certain festivals where the Hindus join in, and I don't know if they join in because their families used to do it back in the day, like a communal way of living, but they used to do it. And I think that's another really cool thing about Goa that unfortunately you're seeing less and less of as the Goans decide to basically not come back. That is another unfortunate issue. I see Ego's frustration. You're saying half of my friends are atheists and most of them are Hindus. That's what was very weird for me. But Ego, listen, yeah, you're rooted in your faith, na. Let people do what they want. Why does it bother you? As long as you are happy spiritually, let them find their way to be happy. Yeah? You can't convince people, Ego. Never ever bother convincing
Yeah,
people.
true. I mean,
You're wasting your energy.
I was an atheist. Now I'm religious. It comes to you. It happens. You don't have to like hate.
Exactly.
I was a pretty decent human being when I was atheist. Also, I like to believe that I'm pretty decent as
Yeah,
a
I don't think that affects the way
Yeah.
you view the
Yeah.
world. But people find it weird that you don't have a spiritual pillar. I've
What I
noticed
don't
that
like
people
is
do find that interesting.
what I don't like is when you diss somebody for their beliefs, and that is including atheism. If somebody does not believe in God, you can't fucking impose it on them. They're adults. They're entitled to their own
And exactly. And Ego, let
opinion.
me tell you something. Imposing something on someone no is worse than them not believing in
Yeah,
it.
dude, like
It's
if
it's
somebody
100 times worse. Believe me,
yeah,
it's 100 times worse because no, from day one they're fake. From day one they're fake. There's no point. You're wasting your time.
Nathan,
Ishan's
thank you for
from
doing this.
Dehradun. Yeah, no, thank
Yes.
you all you guys for being here, man. It's crazy how many people are on. Do like the stream, guys, and do. I didn't tag anyone in the thing. I will tag them now, but I really didn't expect anyone to join in because I didn't expect to be live personally. But I will add the tags in. Oh, I can add them from here. Okay, I will add them while we just take the next one. So Nathan's Portuguese. Then no, I'm not. I'm not Portuguese. It's a little too far down the line to be Portuguese anymore. How did other Indians from other parts of India become Christian if mainly Indians are ruled by Hindu rule and Muslim and not European? Because people were allowed to be who they were back then, believe it or not. And as long as you don't force other people to do things, you were not really persecuted. I think
I know
we
it's
have
tough
been
to imagine now. I know it's
it
tough to
is.
imagine now, but
We are persecuted now way more than we
yeah,
were back then.
yeah,
Trust me. It's
that's how it
weird to say. It's weird to say,
is.
but it's very true. I mean, I didn't really want to say it because it feels very. I feel really bad saying that because we're all Indian after all. But it's true. That answers your question. I hope. Um, Also, I don't think it's a timeline issue, Plymouth. I think it is it is part of the fact that the sea routes were open, the land routes were open. People were in that stage where people didn't know what the known world was. So I think people moved across the country just like how people moved across other countries to find out what's everywhere else. Christopher Columbus didn't find America. He found the West Indies actually. And if you look in the map, the West Indies are, I mean, people will say it is close by. It is close by, but it's technically not America. He was trying to find United States of America first. But like I said, the world was so big back then and no one knew. But yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah, that's why nobody even talks about religion. If you want to follow custom, your parents will be happy. Even if you don't do it, they will not like it, but never will force me. Most Indians would be Central Asian because of the Aryan migration thousands of years ago by that logic. Neither loves stream. My mom is Parsi. Yes, my mom is Parsi. As some miracles, I guess my father's the biggest fanboy. He's not even going, bro. I'm telling you, my dad from the 60s and 70s told me people used to make the pilgrimage here, and he was very certain not everybody was Catholic. I don't know what that means, but I think it's cool. That's all I'll say. I'm not trying to boast or anything because I know there are people who make the pilgrimage to the Golden Temple and they are not even Sikh. So, I think that is also cool. I think that is fantastic. In fact,
Yeah.
I want to go. I've told
Yeah.
Lala, I told Lala it's one of the places I want to go. I
It's
must go.
experience, and you
know?
must. You
Yeah.
must.
I'm not even close to a Sikh. I'm not, I mean, well, I mean,
Well, you could pass off as one.
I could pass off as one, I suppose, but I'm not one. Yeah. I'm South Indian. Many South Indians are F. I'm not sure what that
Fucking
means.
amazing, fucking sexy. I don't know, man. I love South Indians. Are they what?
Governor, is chicken kafrial worth the hype? And if so, please tell me the best place to eat it. It's not worth the hype because the best Goan cuisine is actually beef and pork. No offense to anyone. I'm just telling you the truth. Please do not roast me in the chat. I'm just being honest because people
It
expect
is
that
what
of
it
me.
is. It's so
But
crazy.
chicken
though.
kafrial is good though. But I wouldn't say it is what Goan Portuguese food's best thing is. That's what I would say.
It's so crazy that like the best two Indian like Goan foods are beef and pork, and like two biggest communities of India don't like eat beef and pork. It's
But I think
actually
that attests to the fact that we were under Portuguese rule, and that is what they bought their cuisine over. So
correct,
it
correct.
makes sense like that if you think
But
about
who
it.
has the best food in India? I
Yeah, see,
you can't go wrong with food.
I don't want to say it, but you feel free to read it, guys. But yeah, people, this conjecture of why people are Christians is I mean, I can't even explain to you how far from the truth it is. It is an absolute farce why people think Christians are here. But yeah.
Did the French
Uh,
also get it in the Puducherry area or?
Yeah, but Puducherry, bro, Puducherry is so small. It wouldn't really do anything for anyone. But the funny thing is, people still actually the people between like 40 and 50, they somehow still know French. I find that quite impressive, actually.
No,
It's
I think
very random, but yeah.
I recently visited Puducherry. A lot of people speak French, by the way. And then there's of course Auroville also. So because of that, there's a lot of French culture and French people coming down there. But yeah, it's still there.
So
And
you
they
see
have like
this?
sorry.
No, continue. Sorry, no, I'm just highlighting. Yeah, what do you say?
Yeah, so I was just saying that like how in bilingual or multilingual cities you have English, you have Hindi, and then you have the third language banners as well. So in Puducherry or Auroville, everything there's French also, like in the billboards, in the shop banners and stuff like that. I'm a South Indian. Many South Indians are pressured to go through arranged marriage route. I'm lucky because I have an older brother who stands up if ever such problems
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Shout
know
out
this-
to your older brother.
I know there's so much hate that's going around with arranged marriages. Let me just say this: if
No,
if
I
you're
don't think it's hate, bro. I just want to make my stance clear before you say. I don't
Yeah.
think it's hate. The one thing I don't like is because it's happened. I know people it's happened to, and they have come complaining to my mother that they complain that I shouldn't have gotten married. I wanted to listen to my parents to make them happy. I'm like, lady, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
भाई तेरा कुछ खुला है लाला
Yeah, something happened. Something happened
देखो आ
with
रहा
the audio.
है YouTube भी
You
खुला है
you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be the golden child and then complain about it when it doesn't work out.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
now what I was getting at was that there are two kind of scenarios. You're a nuclear person, you're gonna have a nuclear family, you're gonna live away from your parents, you're not like very friendly with your relatives, whatever. In that case, you choose your person, you get married. If you're gonna be living with your family, with your parents, it's also a marriage between two families. In that case, I have seen that arranged marriages make more sense.
In what sense arranged makes more sense?
When a family is marrying another family, when you're going to be living with your parents, when you're going to be in the same cities, and
Okay.
and to be honest, I've met a lot of successful arranged marriages because see, when you're getting married, let me be very very honest, blunt, and
एक
candid.
मिनट सॉरी टू कट यू ईशान बोलना बट जो ये नोशन बना है ना कि भाई लव मैरिज इज द वे टू गो, अरेंज मैरिज ये ओल्ड फैशन है, अरेंज मैरिज में क्यों भाई एक बात बोलो अभी भी that is the best way to go. I'm telling you, I'm being very
Arranged marriage?
60% of the time it is the best way to go. I'm not saying कि माँ बाप ने जो लड़की सामने लाके रख दी आंखें बंद करके yes बोलो, Obviously, talk, have that courtship and everything, but I'm telling you, ऐसे
It
ही
should
नहीं.
be a hybrid, and I say this
हाँ.
because of this. Okay, marriage is not just about you love somebody and they love you and you're gonna be in a happy marriage. I wish life was that simple. There's
It's not.
gonna be a financial aspect to it. You know, your finances should match the other person's finances. The way that you've grown up, your families, your culture,
Your values.
your values, your morals, I mean, everything's gonna be a part of it. So when these matchmakers come in between, and they look for all these things because they are a recipe to a successful marriage where your families are compatible, your
You know what,
finances are
Nathan?
compatible.
I agree with what Ishan said. Uh, but Ishan, tell me, do you agree or not? लव हो, अरेंज हो, whatever it is, शादी शादी होती है at the end of the day. लव में तो खासकर I would say, वो कहते हैं ना कि भाई आई नो, लड़की होते हैं आई नो हिम, लड़का होता है आई नो हर, ये वो जो बकचोदी होती है. बट जब शादी हो जाती है ना, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे व्हाट काउंट्स इज रिस्पेक्ट. लव always takes the backseat after a certain point.
Bro, I'll say this. I'll say this.
Respect is very important.
More than love, you need to like the person. Because when you like the person and you respect the person, only then can you love them. I know a bunch of people who love each other, but they don't like each other. They don't
Exactly.
respect each other.
अब
And that's a recipe for
टाइप
disaster.
ऑफ होनी चाहिए कि भाई जरूरी नहीं है हर वक्त तुमको एक दूसरे के अंदर ऐसे घुस के रहना है. तुम
Yeah.
दोस्त की तरह भी बैठ के बात कर सकते हो, चला ये करते हो. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी टू हैव दैट जो दिखाती है जनता.
And you need that mutual. See, I'll be honest. I have a few friends who I love because I've grown up with them. I don't like them anymore. I love them because I've seen them grow, and
See, I have
I
not
can't
grown
fucking
up
get rid of
with
them.
I love him.
But I'm sorry. नहीं, मैं बस ये कह रहा था यार, I don't like these guys. मतलब if I meet them now, if I had met somebody like them now, I wouldn't be friends with them very honestly.
Yeah.
But I've grown up with these guys. I love them, but I don't like them anymore. And
See, I've
that
not
will-
grown up with Ishan, but I love him. See?
but
Stop
like
making out, yeah, you people.
No, but sorry, coming back to my point, I think arranged marriages, if you know you have a super orthodox family and your parents are gonna be happy and you want it, then it's for your mental sanity. And also then don't fucking like marry anybody and like just like spend some time with them. See if they're compatible with you. See if they're compatible with your friends. They're ambitious enough. Their ambitions match your ambitions. Whatever, right? The things that you as an individual are looking for. Only
But
then it makes
मैं एक
sense.
बात बोलता हूँ. I only have like 15 minutes. Again, I have to go back. I think you'll wrap up with the time. Though.
Yeah.
But I am grateful that because of Twitter or because of whatever reason is, मैं ईशान से मिल पाया अपनी लाइफ में. I think Ishan knows. Ishan को मैंने काफी टाइम पहले, I think it's like probably 2-3 weeks back, I sent him a voice note that I may not have said it a lot of times, but I genuinely appreciate whatever you have done for me. It's not that you have to do something for a person, right? I remember Ishan, तूने वो व्हाट्सएप पे अपने इंस्टा पे लिखा था कि भाई तू यहाँ कर रहा है तो मैं कहीं और क्यों जाऊंगा. I'll be जहाँ तू है, I'll be there, right? If you remember on what topic I'm talking about. वो
Sorry. Reaction.
वो छोटी छोटी जो चीजें भी होती है ना. I'm sorry, but the people in today's world ना, सब दोस्तियां पता है किस चीज की हो गई हैं अब, कि मुझे जहां बेनिफिट मिलेगा I'll just go that way and let's keep it that way till the time he is able to give me something, till the time I am able to give him something. तब तक वो दोस्ती रहती है. वो दोस्ती होती ही नहीं है, to be very honest. आज के टाइम पे मैं genuinely बोला, अगर मैं इंडिया आता ईशान मेरे को बोलता रातों रात की नहीं भाई हेल्प चाहिए, you need to be here, I'm telling you, मैं दूसरी बात ही नहीं पूछूंगा इससे and I'll be on my way to Dehradun. इतना मैं उसको अपने पास का बंदा मानता हूँ.
Well, that means the world to me, bhai.
Genuinely, even if we have never met in life.
I mean, fucking Nathan is, I don't know, he's so fucking embarrassed because two people are talking about that like real emotions.
Yeah,
Nathan,
like,
this is what this team.
Bro, this is like watching Steph Curry and Klay Thompson without a basketball in hand, dude. It's getting
No,
really
no.
tough now to
Now,
watch.
if you have given that reference, this means you understand what I'm trying to say.
I don't want to understand what you're saying. That is the problem. I don't want to understand what you're saying.
No, I mean,
This, no, we are supposed to be depressed in this stream, dude.
Oh, we are not supposed to be depressed. As males, we are not supposed to be depressed. And I'm telling
Top
you,
G.
पता है, what I've understood in life is, मेरे एक मैसेज पे अगर कोई बंदा आ रहा है ना, I would appreciate that person more than the person I'm texting that person कि यार कब आएगा, ये है वो है. अगर मैं ईशान को बोल रहा हूँ ना, ईशान फ्री है आजा, ईशान उधर लिंक डाल दिया फ्री है आजा, ईशान दूसरा जवाब ही नहीं पूछेगा, ईशान आ जाएगा. अगर ईशान बिजी होगा, he'll say it straight मुंह पे, यार आज ना आई एम बिजी विद शादी, क्योंकि मिस्टर फेमस सबको इसको बुलाएंगे. Other than that, he'll say I am busy with office, but I'll try to come इतने टाइम के लिए. What I'm trying to say is honesty, and at the same time that क्या कहते हैं, what's the specific word for it, वो एक लॉयल्टी होना towards your friends कि भाई आ जाऊंगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, I'll be there. क्योंकि be it any friendship in nowadays, मैं मेरे सामने तू 10 लड़के खड़ा कर दे, I can tell you out of those 10 people, 7 people will say, even if I call him or her, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. ठीक है, I know I can back on Ishan कि मैं उसको आज बोलूंगा कि ईशान ये चाहिए, please you have to be there, ईशान होगा. The Ishan knows about Shivangi as well. Common friend है वो हमारी in Delhi. I know कि मैं शिवांगी को कुछ बोलूंगा या वारिस भाई को कुछ बोलूंगा, they'll be there. I want to have those kind of friends in my life.
But that's the best part about the Liverpool community. I genuinely feel so. There's so many bankable friends that I've met, Nathan. You can roll your fucking eyes, man. But like, I've met such amazing people through this community, man, and it's the best in India. I'm gonna say it out loud. The Liverpool fan community.
There's like 12 of y'all, dude. Relax, bro.
Nathan, my girlfriend, she has only said good things about Ishan aaj tak.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
she
And I don't
she's-
even know her name.
you know what's the best part?
I'll
The
be
best
very
part is
honest.
she probably sees both of you all making out on stream all the time.
I'll be very honest. She right now I think she's busy with a lot of stuff, so she has seen Nathan, Dhruv, and everyone, but she's more familiarized with Ishan. And she has always said good things about Ishan, and मेरी स्ट्रीम पे तो काफी लोग आ चुके हैं, बट ईशान के बारे में उसने हमेशा एक ही चीज बोली कि ये बंदे के मन में कोई मैलिस नहीं है, इसकी शक्ल पे ही दिखता है, ये बकचोद आदमी है, वो बात अलग है, he loves to fuck around a lot, but he's
Why that's the wrong term
अरे
you're using. I don't fuck around anymore.
नहीं, not in girls वाला situation, in you know in what sense I'm trying to say.
Very
But-
appreciative, right?
ऑनेस्टी होनी चाहिए, कोई भी फ्रेंडशिप होना या कोई भी रिलेशनशिप हो, ऑनेस्टी एंड रिस्पेक्ट शुड बी द फाउंडेशन ऑफ इट. एंड उसके बाद पता है प्यार व्यार सब बैकग्राउंड में चले जाता है when you start having money issues in your life.
Yeah.
Till the time you are good financial ways and you have that mutual respect and that friendship what Ishan was talking about, you're fine in life. कलेश वलेश तो होते रहेंगे. Fuck
Bro,
the-
the truth of the matter is, no, I have this policy. You know, everybody in their mind thinks they are the general of the army. But what people don't realize is, that you're the soldier in someone else's army. And that is what friendship is. When life's attacking you, your whatever you'd like to call it, the army reference, your cavalry supports you. And then when they are in trouble, their cavalry. So everyone thinks, what is it called? What main actor syndrome? What is that stupid
Main
woke
character.
terminology?
Main character syndrome.
Yeah, main character syndrome. So everyone has that, but in some points of, in some ways, it is very true. Like in terms of friendship, I think it is true, because you always want to see who's going to join you in the trenches when you're in the mud.
अच्छे टाइम पे
Honestly.
तो सब साथ होते हैं, अच्छे टाइम पे तो सब साथ होते हैं.
Yeah.
वो again I'll quote the great Zakir Khan when he said that कि भाई अब मैं भूल गया उसने क्या बोला.
I preferred my Aubrey Drake Graham quotes, but okay.
No, I don't.
Would you say he's a poet or would you say he's an orator?
Orator.
he's a poet also at heart. I mean, वो शायरी है मतलब. I think, and because I'm into poetry.
While Lala's gathering himself, I'll just address some of these quickly. I'm agnostic. People don't understand agnosticism here at all in India, Rando. I totally understand what you mean. It's like you are speaking Polish to people. People don't get that. I think people understand atheism way more than they understand what
Yeah.
being agnostic is.
Yeah.
You won't believe it. No, I would believe it, Snap Meme. See, this is what I'm saying. The notions of people on how the minorities and other people have come here. No, people do
याद आ
not,
गया मेरे को.
do
याद आ
not know. Okay.
Yes, याद आ
Your
गया what
turn.
he said. So he said
No, but I
that-
just want to, I just want to read this quickly so we can move on from this statement because we were talking about this before you joined in. You won't believe, yeah, you might want to block your ears. You won't believe it, but all major churches in Kerala, all those were built on land donated by Hindu kings here in Kerala. They gave us land to build churches. Facts. Facts. I'm telling you, the persecution starts now, not back then. I'm so glad you said it. A lot of people don't understand what Kerala is about either, Snap Meme. So it's wonderful you're adding this to the chat so people know about this stuff. Lala, you may continue now. Thank you.
Yes. So he said this in one of the podcasts. As I've said that I love to listen to a lot of podcasts, but he said you can never be basically main actor of your film, right? Sometimes कभी-कभी आपको बाकियों की पिक्चर में एक सपोर्टिंग आर्टिस्ट का भी रोल अदा करना पड़ता है. हमेशा आप अपनी पिक्चर के मेन हीरो नहीं हो सकते हो. कभी-कभी in that sense that if I'm the hero of my movie, Ishan can be a supporting actor, but whenever Ishan needs a help, I can be a supporting actor to Ishan as well. I think that's the simplest and the purest form of friendship you need to have. My friend जो मेरे घर से बिल्कुल सामने रहता है, उसको कुछ नहीं चाहिए मेरे से लाइफ में. उसको बस ये है कि whenever we are talking on weekend ना, कि भाई तू मेरे से 15 मिनट वीडियो कॉल पे बात कर अच्छे से. मैं अगर उसको बोलूं ना आफ्टर 5 मिनट्स आई हैव टू गो. He doesn't give a fuck कि मैं YouTube पे चाहे 100 के सब्सक्राइबर्स हो या 50 के हो. They're like, I don't give a fuck. तू चाहे 100 के भी पहुंच जाएगा, I don't care. हफ्ते में अगर एक बार ही बात करनी है, टॉक टू मी अच्छे से. मतलब है कि तू मेरे क्या मेरी बीवी वाली हरकतें क्यों कर रहा है? What I'm trying to say is कि he doesn't need anything from me. He's like यार भाई बात तो कर कि क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में, क्या है क्या नहीं है. And he's always been there. Whenever I know that my mother or my dad needs a help, he's always there. So वही friendships होती हैं जहां पे it's not that every single time it's like for example Ishan asking me यार ये help चाहिए and I'm like कि भाई हमेशा I am the only one helping him. You never know there will be a time when I need, अगर मैंने इसको 10 टाइम हेल्प किया and there will be a time when वो एक जब हेल्प मुझे ईशान की चाहिए होगी, it'll be as good as doing that help 10 times, right? So you never know when the other person will be there for you. So if you think and if you know these are your selective friends, cherish them, appreciate them and keep them very close to you. Because in today's world, people will use and throw you and they won't talk to you after that. Be it in YouTube community, be it in life, be it online, be it anywhere. Till the time तुम्हारे से फायदा निकल रहा है, they'll talk to you, they'll be nice to you. Until the time that person thinks, now he's no use to me. The very next day or the very next moment, you'll be a stranger to that person. Ishan और मैं we had a fight on petty things on Twitter, but आज हम देखेंगे
terrible petty things.
हाँ.
Yeah. Nathan, you stop being a fucking jackass, man. This is supposed to be men's wellness, whatever fucking stream, dude.
We have 5 minutes to wrap up the stream.
Yep.
Then you have to wrap up the stream in 5 minutes. Otherwise, मेरे को वो हो जाएगा क्या कहते हैं कि मेरे को वापस
FOMO.
हाँ.
Who do Parsis worship? So the simple, it's called Zarathustra. I don't know how to spell that. You're going to have to look that up. To answer this, This is a fantastic point, actually. In order to practice freedom of expression, especially in terms of religion, you have to be a little agnostic atheist. Only that way you'll be tolerant with other people. Couldn't have said it better myself.
What?
Probably because I wouldn't use so many words.
What?
Our relationship is great. For Good Friday this year, in one particular village, there was a Hindu man helping carrying the cross. So on Good Friday, we mimic the round Jesus did to Calgary before he passed by crucifixion. I think it was this year or last year. Hindu people from a village who have grown up with obviously their Catholic friends, they participated in Good Friday with us and they helped take the cross around. Bro, I'm telling you, I've been. What is it?
Yeah,
What is that thing? I said it. If I wasn't blessed with so many riches, no, I would be happy being poor. I'm telling you, people laugh at secularism. If I didn't live it, no, I would be as skeptical as any one of you young people.
I don't want to like brag about this, but कश्मीरी पंडित जो है ना कम्युनिटी, वो सबसे ज्यादा it's like not secular भी नहीं यूज करूंगा words, it's like very open towards
Open.
different kind of cultures. I'm being very honest about it. जैसा अभी उसने बोला ना, किसी ने तो जो कुछ तो एग्नोस्टिक वाला एक कमेंट डाला था ऊपर टू
Yeah.
I don't
Wait,
remember the comment
one.
now. But I'm telling you, I had these discussions in my family जहाँ पे I'm telling you in past कि I question the existence of God, ये वो फलान ढमकान. But what I have seen in my families, in my community, Kashmiri Pandit community, they are very tolerant about these kind of things. And मैंने मेरे माँ बाप को, मेरे uncles, मेरे मामास, चाचा, सबको देखा explain करते हो कि अगर ये चीज हम मानते हैं, why exactly we do this, what exactly is the reasoning behind it. I have seen in my culture, in my families, having that open discussion about it. जहां कहीं में मैंने देखा, ओह तू भगवान को नहीं मानता, मतलब वो इट्स लाइक नेम एंड शेम वाला हिसाब हो जाता है. हमारे में आई हैव सीन ओपन टुवर्ड्स क्रिश्चियन पीपल, कल्चर, डिफरेंट कल्चर्स, कि भाई क्या है क्या नहीं है. को अलग बात है, हम लोगों के साथ इट इज टोटली डिफरेंट. अभी मैं मूवी देखी नहीं है, लाइक वो जो नेटफ्लिक्स पे बारामूला आई है, हो गए पब्लिक ट्विटर पे. मुझे कभी कभी पता है, मैं आई डोंट टॉक अबाउट इट इतना. कश्मीरी पंडित को छोड़ दो, उसके अलावा सबको उस टॉपिक की एक्सपर्टीज है. तुम कोई कश्मीरी पंडित से पूछना नहीं चाहते व्हाट इज योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑन कश्मीर, भाई तुम्हारे साथ क्या हुआ था, आपको हाउ डू यू फील नाउ अबाउट दिस. नहीं, उनको छोड़ के बहन जो सब एक्सपर्ट बने पड़े कि ये मूवी में ये कर दिया, दिस शुडंट हैपन, ये दिस इज एन एजेंडा, इट नेवर हैपेंड. भाई हमें पता है क्या हुआ था क्या नहीं हुआ था. बट या लेट्स नॉट गो देयर. बट या आई हैव सीन दिस in my
Bro,
life.
I'll be honest with you. Anything India does regarding where people have lost their lives, no, I automatically don't want to watch it because someone is going to say you have not got the story correct. And to be very frank with you, I don't know if anyone's story is correct. So to be, I just avoid it.
The one who went
just
through it
avoid
knows about it. And Ayush
Which
bhai
is
to
never,
me-
which is never ever the actors or the producers or the storytellers or the director. Ironically enough, it is not one of them is in the movie. Not one. They will hire every fucking person from the other side of the planet to do the job, except the people who have actually gone through it, so they can use a historian for realistic purposes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're the only Buddhist in the chat. Yes, BCats is from Bhutan. Fun fact: most peaceful country in the world.
Yeah.
तो अब
Plymouth
क्या-
Argyle. I'm only going to tell you one
now,
thing: learn
I'll
French. Do not go to France. Do
I'll
not
leave.
ask me why. I'm going
Please
to avoid this.
carry this on for 30 minutes more, so I'll join you guys.
30 minutes on. I've already been on for 3 hours.
No, so what? It's a legendary
Oh,
stream.
what?
भाई जितने
it's a
भी
very-
लोग देख रहे हैं, still
मैं-
30+ people are watching. So भाई तुम सबको
We'll
पेट
do
खराब हो
it.
जाएगा अगर तुमने ये स्ट्रीम फिनिश होने के बाद हाइप ना करी. खुद
I
देख
don't
लो.
know
भाई,
about that, yeah. But I'm
मैं-
just happy people are watching and talking.
मेरी मीटिंग खत्म हो गई है and I have joined directly this meeting just because मुझे आना था, मुझे सुनना था सबके व्यू एंड ओपिनियन and I'm enjoying it like
Black
anything.
shirt wale bhaiya. Ishan, the Red Devil 21. Ishan. इतना much करना पड़ेगा कि we have changed the persons over 5 साल पहले हम लोग कैसे सोचते थे कि lot of things have changed over time, LJ. Lot of things. I don't know it's related to conversion going on, but you can give some tips how to move on, Nathan. It's my final. Bro, when you said conversion, I got scared. I'm wondering, what are we talking about? Where did he listen? I'm in my final year MBBS. It's been really hard to get over my breakup. I got cheated on after 3 years. Blanco Bin, here's the thing. Are you ready? Are you ready for the villain arc part of your life? Get ready. You know what? Look at me. I can't believe I'm going to quote a top G, right? I
No,
never thought I would say that.
No, fuck off. No, don't do that.
What if he has a point?
A
Okay,
broken
fine.
clock
Not a
also
quote
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
top G.
Let's hear it,
Not a
bhai.
quote
Let's
from a
hear it.
top G.
Oh, it's a broken clock also tells the time correct twice a day. So
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
you wanna go?
he does talk a lot for a broken clock, but yeah, twice seems too little for him.
we have a top G fan in the house.
No, we don't. I find him terrible for young man. But to be honest, if people corner him incorrectly, he makes them look really bad. I've seen him attempted to be backed into a corner, and it doesn't end well because they didn't use the right method to corner him into his flawed philosophies. I will say this, Blancoben. You know what? Think we are talking about God, right? A little bit today, a lot actually, I suppose. Think of it as God's sign of telling you she wasn't the one for you. Think of it, as it better happened now before you became a full-time doctor where you can focus on your job, make money, meet smarter people, meet more interesting people, start a new life. She has given you the best thing you can ask for at this particular point of time. A new stage of your life can start now. So she has done you a favor. It might not feel like it right now in this point of time, but she has done you the biggest favor of your life. Trust me.
I'll add to that. I'm assuming if you're doing your MBBS right now, then you must be young. The best time for a heartbreak is when you're young, because it doesn't hit as bad as when you're older, because then you understand things more. So you've gotten your heart broken at the most perfect time. I was 17, 18 when I got my first cheated on this thing as well. Changed my fucking life for the good. Like you have your sad days, and it's important to remember that you need sad days in your life to value the good ones. And also, I believe that being sad is pretty cool, guys. I mean, you get to think, you get to live with yourself, you get to think about why you feel what you feel, and this process makes you learn about yourself a lot. And when you know yourself, when you really really know yourself, when you learn to be honest with yourself, life becomes less troubling, it becomes less complicated. When you're not fitting yourself, right, when you're not trying to be somebody you're not, life genuinely becomes easier. And you only reach that point when you're sad, dude. Like, that's the sad part. Like, that's the like you have to go through this phase to be happier, or not happier, but like more content, if that makes sense. So just like savor the sad times, man. Like, just read some good poetry. The songs will never hit the way that they hit right now. The poetry would never hit the way that they hit right now. Some movies would never hit the way that it's hitting you right now, man. So just like fucking savor this, and fuck that chick, dude. Like, you're a doctor, man. You'll go to a fucking hospital. You'll have all these nurses and fucking young girls going mad over you, man. The life is sorted for you. You're in the perfect domain to be a guy. So, but like, it's important to know that it's okay being sad. It's actually, like I said, pretty cool being sad. So thoda time reh lo yaar, matlab it's good for.
And I'll just add a few quick things that whenever something like this happens, जब आप इसके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा घुसे होते हो ना, you kind of lose yourself, your own sanity in a way. ठीक है? And I have gone through this particular process जो ये होता है, and then जब ये होता है ना, उसके बाद you try to find yourself, right? And that is very important. In these moment भाई आपको अपने आप को, मतलब I think it is थोड़ा सा philosophical लगेगा या बहुत ज्यादा ज्ञानी लगेगा, मैं ज्ञान नहीं चोद रहा हूँ, मैं सही बता रहा हूँ. You kind of lose yourself, You have to find yourself. You have to find what you like, what you love about yourself, जो आप भूल चुके हो क्योंकि आप किसी और बंदे पे रिलाय कर रहे हो बहुत ज्यादा. आप किसी और बंदे के थॉट के बारे में सोच रहे हो. आप किसी और बंदे के लाइकिंग डिसलाइकिंग के बारे में सोच रहे हो rather than your own self. Do make sure to do that when that happens because वो बहुत जरूरी है.
Lala.
Okay.
I love how Utkarsh said some really insightful stuff, and all the chat
Not
could
bad
do
for
was,
a
"Oh,
United fan, no?
two United fans, two Liverpool fans. Oh, they can't fucking get over that, man." Um, but he's absolutely right, man. It's important to lose yourself and then to find yourself.
Sometimes bad things happen, and I think the path gets a little clearer after that.
Hmm.
Lala's Kashmir, I didn't know it. I thought he's Punjabi. He's both actually. Don't
Yeah, you
ask
can
me
be
what
Punjabi and
denomination.
he's a Kashmiri Pandit, but he's lived in Punjab for all of his life, so he is a Punjabi in that sense. Raj bhai, where you at?
Yeah, it is. I agree. Always clicks. You keep doing this because you guys. And now listen, man. If we can get a couple of these people back home in India, as
We
a great
cook.
man, as a great man once said, it's going to be a movie, Anna.
This
Bhutan has an interesting thing, guys. You know that Bhutan's like they have like a daily. I don't know. Maybe maybe that subscriber can clarify this, but you have to pay a lot of money to spend per day there. You know that? Like it's that crazy. It's done in such a way where they siphon off all the nonsense you get that tourists are. It's some crazy thing. You have to like pay, I don't know, like 5,000 a day. Like it's
As a
something
tourist,
crazy. Yeah, it's something crazy like
yeah,
that. You have to pay a daily like tourist
it's
thing
a
there.
tax. Yeah, it's a cess tax. I
Shout
heard
out to
about it.
them, dude. A smart move. Maybe Goa should do that.
I think Dehradun should do it as well. We don't fucking want tourists here. So,
What you're comparing the tourists you have to the tourist I have? Really?
no, I'm not
Really?
comparing it at all. I'm just saying we're going through the same
Wait, what
problem.
would you say is the percentage of tourists you have?
No, it's not nearly close
No,
to
no,
what
I'm
Goa has.
I actually
All
want
I'm
to know.
all
Like,
I'm saying is that I think about 35-40% right now. And I say,
really?
yeah, and I say this because Dehradun is not
Wow.
built for that kind of tourism. We don't have
Same,
the
Goa,
infrastructure
same.
for it. We don't have the
Same.
infrastructure for it. And Goa is at least a big city. It's huge. Like you at least have some nice quiet spots. Dehradun is a small fucking city. We don't
Do you
have
think most of the people flock into Dehradun because they are checking Landor, Mussoorie, and it's like
yeah,
1.5 hours away?
yeah, yeah.
You
So
think
they
if they had like the airports there, like no one would bother you guys? I mean, I know you can't have it on a hill, but like,
so
you
it's
think that
Dehradun
would
is
be the
so
case?
it's so conveniently placed. It's 1 hour from Mussoorie, 1 hour from Haridwar, 1 hour from Rishikesh. So it makes the perfect
Yeah.
sense for people to come in. And then of course there's beauty here
And now
also. I mean,
they have an airport there, so now people will bounce out from the airport there, right? It's the closest to Landor and Missouri, right? So it makes more sense now,
yeah. But
isn't it?
no, the majority of the tourists are people who are coming from Delhi,
Nearby.
Haryana, like with the 4 or 5 hour drives where they want to drive out to Landor, Missouri, whatever. So I don't have people not wanting to fucking go to vacations, but just don't fucking pollute the city that you're driving from, and then just like I don't remember the city like this when I was young. They've completely fucking ruined it. So I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Uh,
No,
that
no,
I
listen.
think I think
I
that
was,
I
I
think
was
that is fair.
yeah, I was making a joke, man, Blanco. All good, man. Like,
I didn't know the king of Bhutan came and visited Mahakumbh. That sounds quite fascinating, actually.
oh wow.
Don't really know what it's a place of Hindu pilgrimage in India. Cats. I mean, I hope I'm saying the right thing now. Now I'm thinking, what is it? It is okay. Good. That was a close one. Is Utkarsh, it's for you. He's busy typing
भाई
away.
मैं यही सोच रहा हूँ कि ये मेंटल हेल्थ की स्ट्रीम है, but this is not for my आई एम श्योर अबाउट
I
दैट
mean,
दैट
Yeah,
see,
listen, it's all
in
good banter,
chat's
but
defense, they are throwing the heart emoji. They're saying nice to see you.
I know भाई, and no hard feelings, to be very honest. I'm totally fine. People enjoy it, that's totally fine, but banter तो करना ही पड़ेगा यार, that is part of the, but
that's the downside of fucking buying so many jerseys. No, I mean once you do it, then
पता
you put
चल
your
गया
full
ईशान भाई, आप अब मैं सच
Bro,
बताऊं
look who's there.
आपको, अब
Look
देखो मैं
who's here.
जर्सी नहीं करता।
what is up, Mohak?
So
Bhai, big fan, big
missing
fan.
you, missing you. Hopefully the stream went well. I was watching you guys before I came live.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan. I wish I could say I haven't gone longer, but I've gone longer than this.
That's
And
what.
मोहन
But
भाई,
yeah.
just for your context, I hope you आपको शायद पता नहीं होगा, but मैं स्पर्स फैन हूँ। प्लीज अगर आपने कोई कमेंट देख लिया हो तो
Allegedly.
मैं बता रहा हूँ, तो alleged, these are all rumors, please.
You know, I'll send you the viral Instagram video, Mark, for proof, for real proof.
नहीं
Mohak,
नहीं यार,
Mohak would know because he plays FC. No, वो एक there's this fan who like whenever you're playing the kickoff, he'll be in every stadium wearing a different jersey. That's Utkarsh. From FC 27, it would be Utkarsh's face in every
भाई और कितने, और मैं बताऊं आपको कितने ज्यादा, ये एक रिथम पंडारे करके अभी इसने लिखा है, लव यू उत्कर्ष भाई, मैं फेवरेट यूनाइटेड फैन आफ्टर मार्क गोल्डब्रिज। मतलब भाई एक, मतलब सीमा भी नहीं है यार, अब तो खत्म हो चुकी है सीमा भाई, मैं ये बता रहा
Yeah,
हूँ भाई।
मैं तो कह रहा हूँ लीप ले ले भाई. It's better to support United than Spurs, man. Like just fucking do it, man.
I
तेरे को
mean,
कितने 6 साल हुए हैं.
I feel insulted. You have to say that sentence, Ishan, but okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
will
but
let
like
it slide.
he picked his trouble. But Utkarsh, I've never really asked you this. Why? Like, at what point did you start supporting Spurs, and why was it?
You
I'm
lost a
sure
bet, right?
Huh?
You lost a bet, right?
it was a dare. It was a dare.
नहीं, it is
You
because
didn't like yourself so much.
I came very late in the football. Just मतलब मैंने 2019-20 से देखना स्टार्ट किया आपको, and I was like I wanted to support a team who is little bit underdog, जिसको लोग sleeping, आपने हाईक्यू देखी है? It's an anime basically. तो बेसिकली वो एनिमे में बहुत दिखता था, उसमें ये था कि एक कारासुनो हाई है जिसका लीड एक्टर है बेसिकली, एंड ही वो इट वाज अ वेरी अंडर स्लीपिंग जायंट बोलते थे उसे, कि मतलब एक टाइम पे ग्लोरी थी, अब एकदम फॉल कर चुके हैं। तो ना मैं उस पर्टिकुलर स्टोरी से बहुत रिलेट किया था, तो जब मैंने फुटबॉल देखा ना, तो आई वांटेड टू सपोर्ट अ क्लब व्हिच इज एन अंडरडॉग, एंड आई थॉट जब ये लोग जीतेंगे कभी कुछ, तो जो
तो क्या
खुशी
हो
मिलेगी, that will be that will be totally insane, and that's why I supported Spurs. And I'll tell you, even though it's a Europa League, okay, fine, not the biggest of the trophies, but when I won it, there was literally tears in my eyes, just because कि yes, जिस चीज के लिए सपोर्ट किया था ना मैंने 2020 से, कि हाँ भाई, I want to go through all these struggles of being down most of the time,
Absolutely.
getting on top, that was worth it basically.
Can I ask you a follow-up question?
बिल्कुल
How did you feel when Chelsea won the Club World Cup?
यार, I think Chelsea has not won the Club World Cup. They have won the the best club of America, in my opinion. इस तरीके से वो लोग अभी,
So how did
No,
it
but
make
as
you
a
feel?
fan-
Or how
as a
proud did you
fan,
feel as a Chelsea fan? Yeah.
As a Chelsea fan, how did it make you feel?
भाई कायदे से मैं बता दूं एक चीज, मेरे पास लंदन से सिर्फ एक ही जर्सी है, लंदन की सिर्फ एक जर्सी है भाई, ओनली
भाई,
दैट फॉर
Crystal,
टॉटनहम।
why don't you get a Crystal Palace jersey?
मेरे को नहीं चाहिए क्रिस्टल पैलेस जर्सी भाई, लंदन का नहीं लूंगा मैं, लेनी नहीं है, आप दिलवा दोगे क्या भाई?
Somebody saying Utkarsh is a Grimsby fan.
भाई बाय द वे, मेरे पास, मैंने एक जो बनाया आपको रील, उसमें ग्रिम्सबी टाउन टाइप की जर्सी है, वो जापान की वैसे तो जर्सी है, वैसे कायदे से देखा जाए तो वो लगती है ग्रिम्सबी टाउन की है।
Okay. So LJ, very simple, because I think you might have joined late. So I'll answer the question very simply because it's related to something we have already addressed. A lot of people take life for granted, and especially when everything's going well for you, people don't understand what it is until tragedy occurs. So you get a better viewpoint of life when you unfortunately incur personal tragedy, because even more so now, you take a lot of things for granted until something bad happens to you.
Yeah.
Keep going, bro. Much love to all. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Mohak. Thank you. My God, you must be exhausted. I don't know how they went for forever and then he has to go back home even. So yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Utkarsh bhai, better Mark Silverbridge. Bhutan just so feels culturally grounded and of course beautiful. I'm genuinely intrigued by countries like Bhutan, Cambodia. Rando, I think one of the nice things about these countries is that they're small. That's all I'll say about that. And we'll keep it moving. That's all I'll say. Let's not get too in the deep end with that. But yeah. I also like other clubs' jersey, so I don't think in that sense Utkarsh supports United, but United is in him. Of course. United is in him, dude. It is in
defectives.
him. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yes, why is that?
Pause.
Yes, why is that?
The way he talks defends, I'm a fan of that. Exactly, dude. See, this is it's true love, dude. When he defends United fans, see, we get it. We understand. Yeah, he just wants to,
Yeah,
he
but
wants to
I
be the
also-
Spurs fan. I get
also
it. Yeah.
I also get Utkarsh's soft spot for United. They're the only team that lost to fucking Spurs in the final, man. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
you got to have a soft spot for a team like that.
Yeah, of course.
Is Joao Felix in supporting? He's the fucking Alvaro Morata, man. What is this Joao Felix? Joao Felix
Oh,
is
that's
such a
worse.
that's
I prefer Joao Felix, dude. That's
it's Alvaro
worse.
Morata.
I
Morata is
think the
worse.
compliment, भाई.
कूल बनना था उत्कर्ष भाई को कूल
हाँ भाई बन गए भाई ट्रॉमा ले लिया मैंने अब कूल और ट्रॉमा दोनों साथ में लिया है उसके लिए
We Madrid are the underdogs who once had glory in 2024. Look
That's
at that
how
year.
fucking
Look at the
hatred this
date.
fine,
2024.
the entitlement that these people have, man. And I know that there's good reason for it.
भाई
This is
ईशान भाई
bad.
आप इसकी टीपी देखो लमीन यमाल इन मैड्रिड
Lamine
Wahi, the audacity, man, these people have.
बोnkर्स भाई
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, wait. What? It's a peaceful religious gathering of. Oh, Mahakum. Sorry.
Mahakum.
Jugal is explaining Mahakum. Yeah. Forests and.
Sleeping giants, no? But
Sleeping
it
giants.
was never a giant. When did they sleep?
I think the only way this will be done
Yeah,
with you now,
yeah,
Utkarsh,
so
is
when
you
NCT was
officially
over.
only wearing a United jersey. I think that's the
After-
only way this will end.
after 2006 when they lost when they won the last Carling Cup 2008 I mean yeah
8.
the बाद से they were a sleeping giant only
Kumkaran.
yeah Kumkaran yeah kind of
Underdog of what, bro? They don't win shit. You are underdog when you are in a title fight. What was the last time you were in one? You can't roast.
Why suddenly people getting aggressive again? What's happening?
It's good,
What
man.
is happening?
Like, you appreciate it.
Utkarsh, you have lit a fire. Everyone was relaxed until Utkarsh came.
मैं तो मेरे से क्वेश्चन ही ऐसा पूछ दिया भाई मैंने तो अपना ओपिनियन दिया था भाई गलत अलग ही लेवल पे
कोई
चले
पत्थर से ना मारे मेरे दीवाने को.
Bro, where is this coming from? Where is
Supports
this
Congress?
coming from?
ये इसका क्या मतलब हुआ भाई अच्छा अंडरडॉग
Sleeping giant.
Underdogs.
स्लीपिंग जायंट ओह शिट भाई हर जगह नहीं है भाई वैसे तो आरसीबी को भी मैं सपोर्ट करता हूँ
Oh, you have triggered people, Utkarsh. Now you deserve it. Now they'll call you a United fan. Now it's your fault. Now it's your fault.
Oh, no worries, bhai. No worries. It's part of it, bhai. Logan, bhai, I'll take it. No worries. Hamba.
Dumba.
हाँ भाई समझ गया मेरे भाई मैं समझ गया तेरा तो एजेंडा ही चल रहा है
Oh, now this I take as an insult. Bro, this would if someone called me this, no, I would be furious, dude.
भाई आज मेंटल पीस की बात हो रही है लेट्स ट्राई टू calm down guys come on
Lukaku gets the best out of us, dude. Us and the Chelsea fans. Look at this. Oh no.
For one
Abhishek
whole-
has rap.
God,
I know it's
Abhishek.
this is a man's mental health stream. Please don't fuck with my mental health right now.
The pain. That's hilarious. The pain, dude. That's the description. The pain of not winning since last year. Wow.
Last year. Nice,
It's Utkarsh is actually the first Spurs fan who was watching that Europa League final as a neutral because he supported both the teams.
अबे यार ओ भाई आज तो भाई
Oh
जो आज जो
no.
कमेंट में रोस्ट हो रहा हूँ मैं और पैनल में
Oh.
भी जो रोस्ट कर रहा हूँ मैं आई एम हैप्पी कि अभी लाला नहीं है भाई वरना वो भी अभी
Lala hai actually.
Lala's in the background making chicken tikka or something, bro.
Then I'm
He's
also
saying he's doing a meeting. He's cooking food there only. I'm pretty sure of it.
I'm also RCB fan, guys.
ओ
No, this is mad. Yeah, what
नहीं
is
नहीं
this?
व्हाट इज दिस रैंडो
No,
भाई
yeah, this is we are crossing lines now, Rando. Please,
Oh man, no. That's what
Good.
too many violations now are adding up.
What if I am Plymouth? What if I am?
You support Ferrari? I can't watch racing, dude. Plymouth gives me a lot of shit for not watching racing. But he says he'll watch any other sport except F1.
भाई भाई
It's true,
I'll
actually.
I'll
Yeah,
read for
baby.
you. Glory Hunter at its peak. ये साले नल्ले फैन जब भी कोई टीम ट्रॉफी जीतती है ये उनके फैन बन जाते हैं.
Yeah, we are just joking. Yeah, come on, don't take it personally.
Lukaku, this is so much like.
Come on,
Make
Nathan.
Lukaku
My
proud,
camera blurred
focus
with the
more on
insults,
him.
dude.
That is just like too much upgrades you're doing on Lukaku to make him look like Nathan.
भाई मैं एक चीज
Lukaku
बोलना
doesn't have
चाहूंगा
this red hair, dude. Please leave
बस
me
कर
alone.
जाओ तो लगे पड़े हैं भाई उत्कर्ष इज दिस उत्कर्ष इज दैट बेंचो क्या है भाई कहाँ क्या रेफरेंस लेकर आ रहे हैं भाई ये लोग जब बिकेम उत्कर्ष बुलिंग भाई तो भाई बुलिंग क्या बैंटर ही है भाई ये इज लाइक अ सन फ्रॉम मैन यूनाइटेड ऑफ फुटबॉल अबे यार भाई
Oh, man.
इतने क्रिएटिव लोग हैं भाई अभी चैट में गजब
English national team fan. अच्छा.
लुकाकू
Lukaku
from
from No, yeah, Nathan is more like who do I Hagrid. He is Hagrid Fields, man. Come on.
काइंड ऑफ यस
If yes, you're just seeking sadness
वैसे
everywhere.
डंबलडोर भी कह सकते हो यार आप वैसे मैं तो डंबलडोर भी मान लूंगा
I'll take it. I'm
वाइजर
getting ignored so bad. Where are you getting ignored?
Mystic is such a
Can't
fucking
show your
grown-up.
real face. Utkarsh Bhai is Latan in disguise.
ओ भाई गजब भाई
Comrade Utkarsh. What the comrade?
Oh man, guys, stop यार अब तो
This is going somewhere else
He's
only now.
stop. He's already dead. Stop.
आप लोग मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ आप लोग इससे पहले मेंटल हेल्थ के ऊपर ही बात कर रहे थे ना क्योंकि
हाँ, वही तो
सडनली द
कह रहा हूँ
टॉपिक हैज टोटली फ्लिप्ड
Bro,
right now
because
भाई
it's past midnight now.
Yeah,
19th of the men's days finished. Now
Oh.
it's
You see, if you offer me Konate for free, I'll be very happy. I'll also take Words on a loan.
अबे भाई
why don't you take this fucking kick?
I wouldn't take either of them. I'm very impressed by your willingness, Abhishek, to be honest.
They don't care. They already have a 15 score, like such a fucking.
You won't understand the pain, Ishan. You
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
understand
What I
the
won't
pain.
understand their
Yeah,
pain.
That is-
Fucking bitches.
बहुत बड़ा पेन है भाई so we are thank you
That
भाई
is-
thank you
That is true. That is somebody had to take one.
this is sad, yaar. Alvaro Morata and Lukaku
भाई
jokes. I
भाई
don't like
आपको
it.
उससे ऊपर वाला कमेंट देखा 19th was international men's day now it's 20th so it's उत्कर्ष कुकिंग डे भाई सोचो नाम ही रख दिया भाई लोगों ने 12 बजे के बाद अब
People
हो
calling you
गया
Rag-
मेंटल हेल्थ के ऊपर बात कर दी अब पेलेंगे चलो भाई अब स्टार्ट
I'll-
करते हैं
I look like Bruno with Shobosla hair. Thank you,
What's
Joker.
happening, dude? We were serious for 3 hours and the people just gave up, dude, after 3 hours.
मेरा ही वेट कर रहे थे
Anyway,
भाई
I've caught up with the chat. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anybody in the chat wants to talk about anything? We'll wrap up. I know Lala saying wait for half an hour, but clearly everybody is.
Yeah,
It
they
is
had
getting late. So yeah.
But I'm just
मिस्टिक
gonna
भाई
say that, guys. So, sorry. Apart from all the jokes and the banter, coming back to the original purpose of the stream, it's very important to talk, guys. I've spent 17 years of my life not talking with your guy friends. Just talking about fucking football and cricket and sports and I don't know, fucking all that jazz and not talking about real stuff. But there is nothing as beautiful and as amazing as the guy friendship. It's really, 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 really cool. If your guy group doesn't do that, be the first mover. Start that. Start talking about your days, not days, but like start talking about real stuff, about your family, about your fears, your pain, your sadness, whatever bothers you or goes on in your head. It's very important to talk, and you'll be amazed how supportive friends can be. Just give them that chance, give them that, bring that space. When you start being vulnerable with somebody, you also open this space for them to be vulnerable to you, with you, to you. So do talk about what you feel, and just don't like keep it inside you. That's like the worst thing, man.
Very well said.
Would you like to answer this query? People are.
No, I said such an insightful thing, and then I'm talking about
No,
fucking.
listen. I'm taking the chat, dude. What do you want from me? I'm taking the chat.
Of
Taking a
course,
chat.
I'm the top man. Do I look like somebody who's bottom? Have you heard my fucking voice? I can't be fucking bottom. I'm a top. I'm a top G.
Top G.
ओ भाई क्या रेफरेंस बनाया भाई.
So
Get this checked,
uh,
Hisham. Get this checked immediately before it gets worse.
yeah.
Get this checked immediately. Good night or good day to whoever's watching it. I'm pretty sure it's good morning for everybody now at this point of time.
It's work o'clock.
Utkarsh, oh no, yeah.
Oh
I
my
think this
God.
is worse than the Stalin
kidding.
thing, dude. I think this
भाई
is
मेरी
worse than
शाम
the
इतनी
Stalin
ज्यादा
thing.
निकली नहीं हुई है भाई. किसकी बात कर रहे हो भाई तुम? क्यों भाई?
Raheem
Why there is
Shillings,
no?
dude. We can't take this.
1 second. Why is John talking like Kamala Harris? The fuck?
ओ भाई बस मैं बता रहा हूँ अब सब कुछ
There
सब
is-
स्लीप डिप्राइव्ड हो चुके हैं ईशान भाई. आई थिंक एवरीवन इज स्लीप डिप्राइव्ड. दे आर सेइंग एनीथिंग राइट नाउ at this point of time.
Apparently,
And
United are in for Semenyo.
Ishan is increasing the sexual tension between the males. I'm loving. Yeah, this is not sexual tension. It's just like good, fucking some things are, besides the sexual tension you have with your boys. Matlab, there is sexual tension, but there's also space to talk, which is very important.
Ishan and panel, who's that one person in your life who you have shared everything? For me, it's my brother. Helped me during my darkest times and was helping hand when I needed him. Utkarsh, you can go first, dude, if you have
यार
an
I
answer.
have some very close friends of mine जिनके साथ मैंने ये सब चीजें शेयर की हैं, you know. Even I will say that there were some things that I didn't even share with my brother, because there are some friends who become very close to you, even more than your family. For me, that happened. So I definitely have some of those friends whom I share with those things, and it's great. It's great.
Ishan, you.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have a really, really good guys group, that I've been friends for over 2 decades now. So I'm very, very, very privileged in that sense. I have amazing, amazing, amazing friends. Touchwood. So yeah, bro. All of us are happy.
Bye, people. Yes, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Isham saying my parents.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I don't have siblings, so for me, moving from Bombay to Goa was quite tough. But as I got older, my mom is. I think. I think. I think my mom is the coolest mom I could have asked for. So yeah, I think it's my mom.
That's so nice, man. And you're incredibly lucky for that.
I'm telling you, it's going to be tough. The future is going to be incredibly tough for me personally. Very, very tough. You know, when you guys come here and you see her, you'll know what I'm talking about. Everybody likes to think their mom or their dad is the best mom or their dad. But let's just say I've been extremely lucky. At least from the people I have met and the parents I have met, I've been extremely lucky. That's what I'll say. I don't want to make this the my mom's better than your mom contest, but pretty fortunate. I would say I'm pretty fortunate that way.
Mum measuring contest.
Yeah, because I don't think it's fair, right? Like we always are going to think our parents are the best, especially if you have a good relationship with them. I feel like that's a really weird way. However, I think there are more parents that are definitely more lenient than other parents. That does not mean they're not good parents. I just think
I love you
the
guys.
measure
Thank
of
you, thank you so much. Or
measure of lenience.
sorry.
I don't plan on getting married at all at the moment, Mystic.
I think
Um,
I'm also
I don't
planning to be single now.
I don't think I want to get married. I have a tough time trusting people. So for me,
Same
it's
here.
really tough.
Same here. अरे बैंचोद कौन है यार? Hello.
By the way, Mystic, I know तू एक क्वेश्चन बार बार पूछ रहा है. Yes, we are in for Semenyo. हमारी भी रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं. And
Oh,
I
we
would-
are in for Semenyo.
Why
I am
United
talking-
is in for Semenyo?
I am
United
talking-
is in for Semenyo?
यार, अबे यार, टॉटनहम के लिए
Oh, yes.
Guys,
You're
Sorry.
You
एक
fell for
बंदा
it.
मुश्किल से आया. एक बंदा मुश्किल से आया नितिन भाई. इसने मुझसे ये पूछा है
I
कि
hope- I
टॉटनहम
hope
आर
so
इन
too.
फॉर उसको भी आप लोग भगा दोगे ये सोच के कि मैं यूनाइटेड फैन हूं भाई. एक इंसान को तो एड्रेस कर लेने दो भाई. एक इंसान एड्रेस कर लेने दो एटलीस्ट.
Okay, fine. Come on. What are your thoughts on Semenyo?
नहीं, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग वी आर इन फॉर
Oh,
सेमेन्यो.
हाँ, अच्छा याद दिलाया नेथन. गॉड ब्लेस यू. तू कौन सी हवा लेके चल रहा है? सेमेन्यो स्पर्स आएगा.
और क्यों नहीं आ
Leave me
सकता?
out.
नहीं.
See,
क्या बात
now
हो-
this is where you should have been a United fan.
भाई,
भाई
क्या
तो वो
मतलब?
यूनाइटेड की बात कर रहा है भाई, स्पर्स की बात ही नहीं कर रहा है, वो यूनाइटेड फैन है.
मैं स्पर्स की बात कर रहा हूं.
My
मैं
bad. My
स्पर्स-
bad.
मैं-
My bad.
एक सेकंड. उत्कर्ष, on a very serious note, तूने वो वीडियो बनाई, मैंने पूरी वीडियो देखी, मैंने लाइक भी करी आते ही. वैसे मैं बताना चाहूंगा 5 मिनट के अंदर. मुझे ये
हाँ.
बता, तूने स्पर्स को लिखा है, उसमें आर्सेनल को नहीं लिखा. क्या लॉजिक है इस बात का?
आर्सेनल को पहली बात मुझे लगता नहीं आर्सेनल उसके लिए जाएगी, इसलिए नहीं लिखा मैंने. ठीक है, क्योंकि उनके पास ऑलरेडी 2 लेफ्ट विंगर है और वो अच्छे मतलब ठीक है.
कोई नहीं पसंद.
Utkarsh, I'll tell you.
They don't have 2 good left wingers. They have 1 good left winger and Martinelli, just for the record.
I'll tell you an insider news. Arsenal wanted Semenyo from past 1 year.
अरे वो पता है,
still
उसने
want him.
एमिरेट्स के जाने की भी बात की है यार.
They still want him. If they are able to sell कोई भी player ना, they'll get him. I'm telling you.
And he's an Arsenal fan, by the way.
हाँ,
Yeah.
या.
This is a, you know what? This is a great question. Everyone is in for Semenyo, but someone has Semenyo. Who is he in for?
He's
That's actually a very good point.
Liverpool.
He won't be in for. I'll tell you why he won't be in for Liverpool, because as long as you have Mohamed Salah, he's not going to be a starter, and I think he wants to start on the right hand side. I'm telling you.
Till that time, play
Listen.
left wing. Next year, Salah leaves, play
No,
right.
this is
I
like
think
how we
that's
play
what-
Dalot left wing back. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Yeah.
Listen, that's
He-
what Mane did. Mane
Bhai,
came in,
Nathan,
played his
he's
favorite
good
position
enough
for-
playing. Semenyo can play on both the wings
Bro,
easily. So for 6
Believe
months,
me,
the lad
he
can at
cannot.
least adjust.
Bro, he cannot. Don't normalize this narrative where people can play on both sides of the picture.
But
There's
Semenyo's
very
played
few
so
people who
many
can
matches
play.
from the left. He's played from the
Right.
left. We need somebody from the left, and Salah
Okay.
is gonna go in a year or
When-
two, and then
He
can
has
take
played on the
over
left,
right
right? He has
position.
played on the left. He has
Yeah.
played on the left because he's played on the left, or he's played on the left because there's nobody on the left to play.
What kind of a tongue twister is that? He's not played on the
Because
left,
for
or left,
example,
left.
if I don't have an out and out left winger where I can put Semenyo in his better position, I have to play
Because
Semenyo
there-
there.
Yeah, of course, because there is no one at the left wing, but he does as good as a job from left wing as well. So for
I don't
6
know. I
months,
think he's way better on the right,
And
dude.
listen, why
Of
would
course
okay,
he will
okay,
be.
But let's just put more context in here. Everybody knows Salah is gonna go next year or maybe a year after.
Is
that.
he?
It's
Oh,
an inevitability. Of course, he's 34 now.
I think Salah
not
leaves.
gonna-
I think Salah leaves. I think Salah leaves in summer.
Matlab, there's a very high chance for him to go. He would want to go on like while he's on his top. So
मैं
Semenyo
यही
would
कह रहा था कि कमेंट भाई.
Semenyo playing in a white jersey is the last thing we want.
No, look at the.
No, but I'm sorry, but mistake को लगता है United उसको खरीदेगी. Where would United play him? Tell me, Nathan.
Arey Baba, this Sesko experiment is not going to last. Let's just leave it at that.
भाई मजा आ जाए अगर सही में सेमेन्यो
It's not
के लिए
because
लेना,
because
आप-
to me we have 9-10s, bro. Where is he going to play?
Bhai-
Obviously, Sesko is the one who's going to be compromised. No one else is going to be compromised.
उत्कर्ष स्ट्रीम खत्म होते ही पहले तेरी वाली क्लिप निकालेगा कि स्पर्स आएगा वो, फिर उसके बाद वो एडिट बनाने के रेडी रखेगा, जैसे ही वो स्पर्स के लिए साइन करता है फिर वो वेस्ट चल जाएगी.
अगर नहीं किया स्पर्स के लिए साइन तो क्या करेगा?
वो तो कह रहा हूँ वेस्ट चल जाएगी, मैं अभी बता
देखो
रहा हूँ.
देखो आप लोग तो ये भी नहीं मान रहे थे कि जावी सिमंस आएगा
नहीं,
स्पर्स
मैं तो
नहीं,
मान रहा था.
चेल्सी
मैं तो मान
कैसे
रहा
मान रहे थे? पूरे टाइम चेल्सी से रूमर थे उसके, कहाँ से
मैं-
मान रहे थे आप? क्या
मैं
बात
नहीं-
कर रहे हो? आपने इंस्टिंक्टिवली सोच लिया था ये चेल्सी नहीं स्पर्स जाएगा, कुछ
हाँ,
भी.
हाँ,
भाई.
of course, मैं तो मान रहा.
So Rando is saying he's one of the most two-footed players according to stats.
Yes.
From
He's a
all
Mane
scouting
replacement.
analysis I've watched, he can play both sides.
He's
Yeah,
a Mane
yeah.
replacement.
He honestly can.
He's a Mane replacement. You hear it here first.
Yeah,
But you
I
know
mean,
what-
he's better,
what's the-
better
what-
than Mane, but okay.
What's
Wait,
the?
fuck
He's
off.
better than Mane.
Fuck off, Nathan. You don't fucking you touch.
भाई,
Don't touch.
ये 12 बजे के बाद ये स्क्रीन पूरी बदल चुकी है गाइस.
Don't fucking touch this, sir.
Bhai, oh my god,
He,
this
Mane
guy
had
has
He-
no shit.
I'm telling you right
has
now, I'm telling you
everything.
right now, he
Mane
has
has
better
everything.
finishing than Mane, bro.
he-
Oh my
At his
god.
age.
Come the
At
fuck
At
Bro,
his
mental
age.
health
No, no, no.
Yeah.
At his, listen to what I said. At his age, when they were both the same age, remember what I'm saying. He has
We
better
signed
finishing
when he
than
was
Mane.
20, 24 or 26, either or. Wait, hold on.
Bro,
He was-
at
he was
his
24 right
age,
now.
he has
How
better
old is Semenyo right
finishing.
now?
Have
How old is
some
Semenyo is
Semenyo?
26.
25.
Right.
I
so-
bet you know my stats will prove it.
Nathan,
Okay,
have some-
do it right now. Do it right now.
भाई,
Because
so
Semenyo-
shame,
mental
यार.
health
Mane-
नहीं है,
Mane at
बिगाड़
Southampton.
दिया भाई अभी.
Mane
Yeah,
at
no.
Southampton was fucking balling, dude. Like he used
He
to
was
like
horrible at
drive.
Southampton, dude.
What the fuck are you on? He had the record of the fastest.
Dusan
hat-trick.
Tadic, clear.
Fastest
Okay,
Clear.
Ishan,
He's
Ishan,
calling
Ishan,
Tadic better than Mane. My fucking
Tadic, bro.
Ishan,
oh my
Okay,
fucking
ठीक है.
god, you're
Ishan,
your
Southampton
mystic
हटा दे.
pants fucking rude.
Mane
No,
at
no.
Liverpool the very first season. What are
It's
you
all right.
talking about?
What are you fucking on about, Nathan?
You're
You just-
all right.
Okay.
What the fuck are you on about, man?
See, listen, what I'm trying to say is he
And
only
then
had better
Semenyo said no.
finishing.
He did not have better finishing.
What is this statement?
Long and-
What is
like-
this statement?
No, he has a very long third leg, I've heard. Semenyo.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all are doing this. I'm glad y'all are doing the research.
I was joking, but जितने seriously ईशान भाई ने बोला, मैं और नितिन भाई, okay ठीक है, okay भाई, if you know about it, that's fine with us, okay bro.
JE to Madrid, here we go. Oh God, the trigger that's going to
को लग रहा है कि
ensue
मैं
after that. No?
एक बात से ट्रिगर हो गया तो मैं सब बात से ट्रिगर हो जाऊंगा. हाँ, हो जाऊंगा मैं. मत करो.
Won't happen. Won't
Okay,
happen.
so just so we are clear, y'all don't think at the same age Antoine Semenyo had better finishing, right? Just so we are clear. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying after with his little Premier League trophy and his Champions League later. I'm talking about
Yeah.
now when they got signed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Agreed. Mane at
Yeah.
his peak was a beast, yaar. Come on, you were
Yeah,
disrespectful.
but we're not
Not
saying
even-
at his peak. I am saying at the time of signing.
At the time of signing, when
Mane-
Mane joined
Mane
us
at
the very first
25.
season, Nathan, go and watch the
Hmm.
goals. Just
No,
go
no,
and
no.
watch.
I'm saying, is he a better finisher? That's
He
all
is.
I'm asking.
You know
Ah.
what's the one thing जो Antonio Semenyo के लिए I am worried about that guy is that guy, even if he plays in Bournemouth, high transition level team है वो जिस level पे वो खेलते हैं, that guy takes a lot of shots, and he has an issue with his conversion rate as compared to a lot of people out there. He's a really good the player, exactly what we need on left wing right now. But
Look,
he was raw at Southampton, but when he joined Liverpool, bhai, his game elevated. What are you talking about? वो बंदा
Arey Baba, I am saying at the time of signing, I am not talking about when he won everything. I'm literally
Mane-
from the
Mane
beginning,
was
time
Mane
of signing, I'm saying.
Mane was signed in when he was 24. I think
Yeah.
it was when Klopp's first full season.
Yeah, he was all right.
I think we are signing Mane. When we signed Mane, we signed him at that level where we signed him at his peak, and he was up there, right? Semenyo is at that age. Either he can go straight up, wo projectile proper. Otherwise, if he joins a certain Manchester club, he might go down as well. You never know.
All I'm saying is that right now, based on the info that we have, Mane was. He was the oh my god, he was the best.
Arey
winger against-
Baba, you're not understand what I said. No
I
one's
am-
saying
I
he's
am-
bad. I am
completely
saying
understand
the
what you're saying.
time he signed him. No one is saying
you are
anything
trying
about
to
how
say-
good he is.
So what
When-
Mystic
even
said, you are
when we
trying
know.
to say Semenyo at Bournemouth is better than what Mane at Southampton was.
If he signs from Liverpool now, yeah, not when he's 30
I-
years old and scoring 35 goals.
No, at
Now,
the same age. So you think if Semenyo joins us in January, he has been better for Bournemouth or as
no,
compared
better
to-
for Bournemouth, no doubt. No doubt. Bro, he's single-handedly getting Bournemouth up there on his own. Believe me, it's single. They lost their whole fucking defense. They've lost their captain. They lost their coach. Bro, they lost their coach last year. They had a transitional coach and before Andoni Iraola. He's been the only. Their attack used to be Justin Kluivert, Dango Utara, and one more other guy. They've all gone or they all don't play. Only Antoine Semenyo plays for them.
Okay. If you say so, I agree.
What do you mean if I say so? What do you want me to bring out the lineup for you and show you? What do you mean if I say so? When have you last seen Justin Kluivert play for Bournemouth? Now, forget you're saying if I say so. No. When have you seen him last play for Bournemouth? When have you seen that? What is it? The Tavernier brother of that, the duplicate Tavernier brother of there's the real ones in Celtic. Rangers, sorry.
All I'm saying is
इसके अगला
Sadio
कमेंट मत देना यार नेथन भाई जो भी है।
Sadio Mane at Southampton was a
अगला
baller.
कमेंट मत देना
Now, like if I think about it rationally, maybe this season Semenyo, this like for the last 4 months, he's been that talisman for Bournemouth.
Last year.
Last year he was not that big of a like
That's
right
because
now
they
that-
had Otara, no? They've sold Otara
Yeah,
even now.
the narrative
अरे
has
सही
changed
बोल लिया
massively.
आपने।
All I'm saying is that
मजे में कह
Mane was amazing, man. Like, but it's arguable. If you talk about when Mane was signed and when Semenyo, that's an like arguable point of discussion. But Semenyo as Bruno replacement, people have started having fun. They're done with serious.
Doesn't play in the mid through the middle. Yeah. It won't make sense. It'll be a waste of his talents.
हाँ.
Because
भाई,
very
अपने
few
को
had his
तो-
final product.
Oh, but
Mental health
United is good at it, right?
What? Playing midfielders?
Wasting
You
people.
don't have wasting people's talent. I mean, the person he's talking about replacing talent is shined brighter than anybody.
Before I leave, Nathan, would you join me for Nottingham watch long?
What am I? What is my stream schedule like? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm doing the
Yes,
doing the last match on Saturday. I guess I'm not doing any early match.
ईशान फिर से शादी पे जा रहा है सैटरडे को, so he'll be busy. But इसी के साथ I'll take leave. Thank you so much, Nathan.
No
for
problem.
doing this.
We are wrapping up.
We everyone from Ladka community are grateful for what you did, including everyone. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it was nice to have everyone over.
Yep.
ईशान ने 2 दिन के बराबर की स्ट्रीम कर लिया, तो कल ईशान शायद अवेलेबल ना हो. So take care, guys.
ईशान भाई पंडित हो क्या? हाँ नहीं, मैं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. मैं
पंडित नहीं बोल रहा है, वो पंडित बोल रहा है.
कौन सा वाला पंडित जो फुटबॉल एक्सपर्ट वाले?
फुटबॉल पंडित बोल रहा है
भाई. नहीं भाई, मतलब that's what we're all trying to become, guys. That's why we have YouTube channels. We're trying to be pandits.
Bro, look at this, Logan. I'm making a joke, Logan. None of this was serious. I don't know why Ishan jumped, but he jumped.
इतना करती हो आज भाई स्नैप मीम, अभी तक तुम्हारा मन नहीं भरा है. गजब आदमी हो भाई, बस कर जाओ भाई. रात
फेस मर्चेंट बोल दिया माने को तुम्हारी.
Yeah.
Semenyo
Yudi is a Liverpool fan, huh? Just for anyone who doesn't understand this context. Please read, Ishan. For you.
Yudi yaar, come the fuck on. You need to back a fellow.
But how is this not backing?
Okay. All I'm saying is that okay, I'll just pull off the stats, man. One second. Give me.
Arey
Let's
Baba, I'm
talk.
I'm
All
honestly
I'm
telling you,
24,
I'm
that is last
honestly
year.
telling you, he has gotten a lot better after joining Liverpool. There is no question about
Of
that.
course. No, that's
No, there is no
that
question about that. I am talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
at the time of signing.
Okay, hold on a
That's
second.
it.
I'll just pull off his stats. Last
Done.
year's stats.
Last
Uh,
year?
yeah.
Bye
24,
guys. I will also take leave now. But thank you
Arey
so
wait,
much.
yeah, I'm wrapping
Let
up
me
in 5
fucking
minutes. Just
complete
wait.
my point. Let me complete my point then.
नहीं नहीं ठीक है okay.
Semenyo last season for Bournemouth had 11 goals, 6 assists or whatever. Mane last season like 14-15 for Southampton, 30 games by the way, 10 goals, 3 assists. They're very comparable stats is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Nobody is miles better than anyone. Plus Mane was that difference maker in Southampton, which Semenyo is being for Bournemouth. They're very similarly placed. They could both finish from their left foot and their right foot and their heads. They could beat their defender man to man. They're very similar profiles. But what UD is saying is that like what Mane did at Liverpool and the surge that he had,
Ah,
became one of
of
the best
course.
wingers in the world. That is you can't expect surges like that from everybody. I hope Semenyo does that. He comes to Liverpool and does that. But you can't
Yeah,
expect
it's
it like
going to
यार
Spurs, but
अभी
no, we have been told.
अभी
or go Spurs.
जब आएगा तब देखेंगे. मेरे को तो लगता है कहीं भी और भी जा सकता है वो. आर्सेनल भी
भाई मुझे मत छेड़ो.
Actually, that is true. At 24, Mane was a better player than Salah.
At 24. Even at 24, he wasn't. You pull off
No,
what he was
no,
doing at
bro. Salah
No,
was
you
not
pull off,
good at 24.
You pull
At
off what he
24,
was doing
Salah
at
was not good.
Look what he was
So
doing for
Salah
Roma.
got like 5 games at Chelsea and he got sent back, bro, at 24.
He was 21 when he got sent off.
No,
When
he was older.
Yes. Yes,
21?
Baba. When he was 22-year-old and 23-year-old, he was playing for Fiorentina. At 24, he was playing for Roma. He was absolutely balling at Serie A. He was getting those double
It's tough. It's a little tough, being a young African in the Premier League.
No, it is. And then, but like he came back, he had his, what do you call it? Redemption arc.
Redemption arc. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I'll pull
Semenyo
off.
to Grimsby.
है.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it up. It's been almost 4 hours. Thank you guys for joining. The tags are in the description. Feel free to join and subscribe to everybody's channel. When did Salah get it? I believe he got it before the end of last season.
Yeah.
Halfway in the stream, and you guys are still going. Halfway in the stream. Oh my God, you have a lot to catch up to, Nitish. Good luck. Mohamed Salah was playing for Chelsea. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
21, read the entire thing.
Join the club at 21, yeah. No, I'm saying 24, he was terrible.
Baba, 24 से 2016 तो 23 तक वो Chelsea में था, but he was at loan in Fiorentina is what I'm saying.
And then we don't count Fiorentina, but okay, dude.
Yeah, and then he went to
only
Roma.
Only when David De Gea plays for Italian teams, he counted, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, of course. And Scos McSauce.
Oh, of course. We saw the bicycle kick, dude. What a handsome
man,
Scottish god, bro.
Bang. I feel so happy for Scotland and Robertson.
Yeah. Sure. Robertson. Yeah, these people are trying to playing that Hungarian masochist as the first left back, and now he's like, I feel so happy for Robertson. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Because he's the captain, Scottish captain. He couldn't play World Cup. Now in his last World Cup chance, he gets to play the World Cup.
How are they playing with Tierney and Robertson still at Scotland? How are they managing to do that? Playing that
They've
squad?
always done that. Robertson plays like a part of the back three, and Tierney has more, like.
You almost cost them, by the way. I know you don't want to say that, but penalty.
All I'm saying is that I feel great because he's been such a loyal servant for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's going through whatever he's going through this season, and I'm so glad that he gets to play the World Cup in his last season for internationals.
Probably, yeah.
10
more likes for 100 likes? Nah, we'll bounce, man. We can't hang on anymore. If people want to like, then like. Otherwise, it's all good, guys.
Yeah, like it, subscribe us.
Come on, guys. Do it.
Okay, we'll end on this quickly. Big mistake. Semenyo or Njai? Who would you want in your teams? Quickly.
Semenyo by like
Semenyo.
Semenyo.
No,
3 Semenyos.
Yeah.
Utkarsh missing Parrot. I highly doubt it when you have Harry Kane in your squad. But
या 5
um,
साल पहले गया भाई वो. और बाय द वे वो प्रीतम ने एक चीज बोली थी दैट यू नो मैकटोमिने बाइसाइकिल की एंड स्ट्राइकिंग
Yeah.
स्किल इज बेटर देन एनी टॉटनहम फॉरवर्ड. भाई प्लीज गो एंड वॉच हैरी केन इफ यू हैवंट. आई विल
I think he
जस्ट
means the current. I think he meant the current squad, but fair enough. He's
या
related.
मतलब करंट तो हगी हुआ भाई. करंट तो बहुत हुआ है.
Let's not. Let's come on, मतलब Utkarsh यार, come on. Richarlison has much better skills than Maxwell's.
Oh my god, I can't even defend my own player right
The
now.
worst person's example you gave.
आप डोमिनिक सोलांकी बोल देते ना, I would have backed you up.
Bro, I
आपने
hate the fucking guts on Richarlison. I was being sarcastic. I hate that guy. Fucking future from
Everton, no?
मैं सोच रहा हूँ सच में भाई तारीफ कर
that
दिया भाई.
fucking bitch, dude.
Enjoy. I
hate
want to
him.
be a hipster. My socials are on my main YouTube page, dude. There's only a Twitter, Abhishek. So you click on the Twitter link on the channel page, you go straight to it from there. YouTube channels are in the link below. I couldn't tag Dhruv for whatever reason, but I'll try to find it after I go. Thank you guys for joining. We might do this next week, maybe.
Amazing,
Um,
amazing. I have to do it again, भाई.
Thank you for everyone sharing some of the really thank you for trusting us with all your personal information, guys. It was a really good stream. And I'll see you for the late night game. I think it's a Newcastle game I'm watching. I have no idea what game I'm watching. I'm watching the 11 o'clock game on Saturday. I will be live on Lala's channel, I guess, for the Nottingham Forest game, which will be fun. And when these boys will, what are you all doing this weekend? You all want to plug anything? What are the plans for this week?
I'm at a
Not
wedding. Follow me on Instagram. Like my
You are
stories.
follow on Instagram. The Ishan will be on Instagram. And Utkarsh, any
Yeah,
plans this weekend?
North London derby for sure. ये तो मैं कर ही रहा हूँ. अभी there are no one. I am doing it alone as of now. But if anyone want to hop in and join me, definitely they can do.
There we
आप
go.
लोग
This is
सकता हूँ.
Ishan's Twitter link. Is this your Instagram link, Evan?
No, this is my Twitter.
Twitter, right? Yeah, Twitter. Here we go. Utkarsh, your Twitter link. You want to put it up here quickly?
Yeah, I will have to put my I'll put my Instagram. I think it's high_on_football.
If you want, you can just put it as a comment after the stream's over, guys. I would recommend you guys doing that so they can see it. Just look in the comments afterwards, guys, for the links or the ads. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Good night, and have a nice day tomorrow. Take care.